So now that the NBA season is over, I wanted to do a very fun rebuild for you guys. I wanted to do a 20-year historic rebuild starting in the LeBron era of NBA 2K My NBA. And I did something similar to this last year and I really enjoyed. So we're going to start in the LeBron era, which I believe is either 2011 or 2012, and we're going to do 20 years, so basically until 2031 or 2032. And man, this was just like part of my childhood as well. I was 10 years old in 2010 and these were the teams that I grew up on. And I'm not really sure what team I wanted to do today, so we are just going to randomize it, and honestly, we're going to go through 20 years. So we're going to get some good teams, we're going to get some bad teams. I'm going to close my eyes, I'm going to let this go for a little bit longer, and this is the team that we're going to be controlling for 20 years. I'm going to stop it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is the team we are using, and it is the LA Lakers. Wow. Okay, so this is going to be an interesting one because this is an LA Lakers team that got very aggressive around this time. They added eventually Dwight Howard and Steve Nash. You had Kobe Bryant, who was getting up there in age, Pau Gasol at 30, Lamar Odom, Ron Artest. There's Derek Fisher, Shannon Brown, Matt Barnes, Steve Blake, Luke Walton, Theo Ratliff, Sasa Vucevic. This is going to be an interesting squad. So here are some of the major changes happening in this era. Modern social media replaces NBA.com 2.0. So I think we're going to download different 2011 draft classes because I'm sure there's just better ones by creators out there. And we'll do realistic draft classes probably up until like 2026. But there is something that I want to do for these draft classes as well. Because obviously if I was doing like a 2013 draft class, I know to take Anthony Bennett or excuse me, I know to take Giannis over Anthony Bennett because we know how their careers played out. So I think I'm going to simulate the drafts today. So it's pretty much up to the CPU and who they think is best. And this is a loaded 2020 or 2011 draft class. Now, I'm not sure who this is going to be. So maybe I'm going to download a different one over the course of time. But there's a lot of fun names here in 2011, in which we do not own our first round pick. That is going to go to the New Jersey Nets. It is lottery protected. Okay, so this is the one I'm going to download, and it should be a fun one for sure. So yeah, there's a lot of notable names here. I'm sure I'm going to trade for a first rounder, and then it's up to the CPU, the computer, to draft for me. This is a Lakers team that I'm not sure if they'll give me realistic power rankings going into the year. Yeah, I believe we are the third ranked team going into the 2011 season, obviously led by 32-year-old Kobe Bryant, who didn't really age the best later in his career. He obviously had that massive Achilles injury later in his career, but the Lakers over-leveraged their team with a lot of veterans, trading their first-round picks, and there were some dark years before Kobe retired. So yeah, we're going to play Pau Gasol a lot. We're going to play Kobe a lot. Injuries will be on today as well, so depth will matter. I'm not going to just have the retirement home benches out there, and drafting late matters as well. Now, I did implement like an 8% inflation on the salary cap, so that may be adjusted over the course of this. And I remember when Kobe got $24 million a year, he was like the highest paid player in the NBA up there before LeBron got signed by the Heat. But honestly, I actually think it was a little bit cheaper, yeah, for what he got by the Heat in that 2010 offseason. And also, I'm going to limit myself. I can't go $50 million over the cap. That's pretty much the difference between the salary cap and the second apron today. So I'm going to do everything I can to be under $50 million, exceeding the cap at any point in the year, but I think it's going to be too complicated if we try to implement aprons and stuff like that. So let's get into this, guys. I'm excited about this. I'm excited to use the Lakers because we have a very interesting team that could win a title. We have Pau Gasol, who was playing some great basketball at this time. Andrew Bynum was good when he was healthy. You have Lamar Odom, who was good when he didn't have the off-the-court stuff going on. You had Meta World Peace, Ron Artest, who elbowed James Harden. You all remember that. Shannon Brown, who had that iconic chase down block. Derek Fisher, who went on to be not the best head coach for my New York Knicks. All right, so we are 16-17, which is not great. I actually want to pull up what the 2011 Lakers did. So the 2011 Lakers went 57-25 under Phil Jackson. They had the 6th ranked offense, the 6th ranked defense. Their leading scorer was obviously Kobe Bryant, but this was a 6th man of the year season for Lamar Odom. I would say things have not been off to that type of start this year. We are currently the 9th seed, and there's obviously no playing tournament as well. Now our first round pick is lottery protected, but we have to figure out, honestly, we can learn from their mistakes. Maybe do not trade for Dwight Howard or Steve Nash. And maybe it comes to a point where we sell Pau Gasol when he's still playing at a high level instead of maybe not getting much for him later on in his career. All right, so we are here at the trade deadline. We are 27-25. We do have a positive point differential, better than the Chris Paul-led Hornets, better than the LA Clippers, who are very young. And yeah, it's just cool to see like Chris Paul on the Hornets, and I'm really excited to see how these careers play out. Peja Stojakovic was traded for Channing Frye. Elton Brand was traded for a first-round pick to the Magic, so he's going to be in that front court with DW12 or DH12, who obviously we know the Lakers end up trading for. Kobe's having an MVP caliber year in a way, 26 from 3. Pau Gasol's been good. He's under control for 4 more years. Lamar Odom, maybe not as efficient as you would like. Shannon Brown, oof. Sub 40 from the field, 30 from 3. There's Andrew Bynum, Ron Artest. Okay, not a lot of good field goal percentages over here in LA. To be honest, I think we got to tell Kobe. I mean, there was a time where I think it was the Bulls that could have traded for Kobe. We could. I'm not trading Kobe today, but I don't know. We may have to sit Kobe down and be like, you know what? This team is not going to win, and they didn't win again after this season, or at least after 2010. So yeah, we should try to sell high. I mean, do we think about moving Pau Gasol right now and just solidify ourselves outside the lottery in a loaded 2011 draft? But I would have to find a team that's pretty much at the top that would look to add a big man. I don't think the Bulls would give me Joakim Noah. Yeah, for Pau Gasol, the Heat, no. Boston and LA, I don't think are working out a trade. Wouldn't make sense for Orlando. Maybe Detroit at this point. Like, they're a good team, and Ben Wallace is 36 years old. I don't know. Like, could I maybe get a young Greg Monroe and some draft capital? T-Mac is 31. I think they're a team to keep an eye on. I think a Wizards team around John Wall could look for a boost, and we can get JaVale McGee. Maybe the Bucks. 26-year-old Andrew Bogut. Are they looking for an upgrade? All right, so I would say the Bucks, the Pistons, the Wizards are some teams we can look at. Definitely the Warriors with Steph Curry. Denver, they also are trying to build a team around Carmelo Anthony because we know he got traded in that 2011 season. So maybe we trade him to Denver. Maybe we trade him to the Clippers for a younger DeAndre Jordan. Heck, look at this trio. Maybe we trade him to the Thunder, but I don't really want to make them too stacked. It is tough to move 17 million, so maybe Pau Gasol gets moved in the offseason. I mean, nobody's really a free agent. Like Shannon Brown or Matt Barnes could opt out. So I'm actually going to trade away Matt Barnes and Shannon Brown to the San Antonio Spurs for DeJuan Blair, who's 21 years old and has 2 years left on the deal, and Garrett Temple, who we could definitely, who's still playing currently, which is kind of crazy. So that is the first big trade, like notable trade we're going to make in this video. And I'm going to trade Steve Blake to the Orlando Magic for white chocolate Jason Williams. I do have to attach a 2012 second rounder, but we're going to cut ties with the 16 million guaranteed with Steve Blake, who's going to be a solid backup point guard over there in Orlando. So let's do that. And yeah, we're okay just not making the playoffs, and I hope that happens because I'd love to keep my first rounder, and we do lose Ron Artest right knee tendonitis for 6 to 8 weeks. All right, so a quick update here. We are under 500. We are 35 and 36, but we are the 8th seed. We're in a fight right now with the Hornets, the Trailblazers, and the Rockets. I hope we lose out, man. I really don't want to make the playoffs. I know I'm already tanking in year one with the Lakers, but I think it's for the better as Kobe gets older. Kobe's still having a very good year, shooting the ball a ton. I mean, this team is a walking round one exit. Just lose. Okay, so losing to the Clippers is nice, but beating the Hornets is not nice. We're the 8th seed. Okay, we're the 9th seed, and Andrew Bynum out for the year with a spinal injury. We are going to get swept in round number 1. Okay, we are the 10th seed after losing to Portland, which is good. Where are we at right now? We are currently 38 and 41. There's 3 teams ahead of us. Oh my God. Okay, please lose to OKC. They're so good, right? Oh my God. Kobe, stop it. Stop it, Kobe. Oh, we're the 8th seed. This isn't good. Okay, San Antonio is 49 and 31. They should beat us, right? Thank God they beat us. So we dropped to the 9th seed. So I think we basically, if we win, oh man, but we just got to lose to Sacramento. They're 20 and 61 though. And we lost. Oh my God, let's go. 109, 107. Thank you, DeMarcus Cousins or whoever was playing. Dwayne Wade wins MVP of 2011, not LeBron. DeMarcus Cousins must have went off in the last game of the year. I can actually go to his game log and see. No, he didn't even play against us, so I guess he was hurt to end the year. That's why he's a 77 maybe, but I'll take it. Jason Terry, 6th man of the year for the Mavericks. We know that the Mavericks won it all in 2011. Duncan Depoy, most improved, goes to DeRozan. And Tibbs of the Bulls, coach of the year. So Dwight Howard, damn, out for the playoffs. Only 1.8 turnover is incredible. 48%, 18 and 13. He's got 2 years left on the deal. KD, LeBron, Russ, and Wade, all NBA first team. Second team, you got Rose at 22 years old. We'll see the career Rose has in this. Kobe at 32. Duncan, Griffin, and Pau Gasol. All right, opposing GMs. An all-NBA second team player is available this offseason. Let's get something done. Steph, Rondo, Melo, Dirk, and Cousins, all NBA third team. Defensive first team, you have Wade, Russ, Duncan, LeBron, and Bogut. And we do get Kobe Bryant, all defensive second team at 32 years old. Hell yeah. We're not going to have any rookies, but a lot of the 2011 guys. So the 2011 Lakers, who won 57 games in real life, do not make the playoffs here. And I think it's for the better. We saw that our pick was lottery protected. And we want to be good in 2020, or excuse me, in 2012, because that pick's going to be unprotected to the Nets. So we're going to be active this offseason. Don't worry, Kobe. Let's see who ends up winning it all. So you have the 1-seeded Mavericks led by Dirk going up against Chris Paul, a young Chris Paul. And the Mavericks sweep them. A young Blake beats, wow, the Spurs. pre-Kawhi. OKC somehow as a 6 seed beats Melo as the 3 seed, and Golden State with Steph and Monte ends up beating Portland. You have Chicago beating Milwaukee. No Dwight Orlando beating Detroit. Oh, the East is so weak at this point, though. The Celtics, 3 seed, they beat the Wizards and the Heat. I mean, like, I guess Boston, Miami, and Chicago were great. So I'm lying there. So let's see who goes to the conference finals. It's Chicago and Miami who just swept their teams, going up against Dallas and OKC. Oh, yeah, let's see what happens here. Dallas beat OKC in 7. Jason Terry, 30 points. And they ended up winning by 5. KD had 34, Russ 5 of 12, Harden 4 of 8. And then you had Chicago beating Miami in 5. Would you look at that? Rose, Bogans, Deng, Boozer, Noah, Gibson, Brewer, Watson, James Johnson. Bulls, Mavericks in the finals. Oh my God, is Derrick Rose going to become the GOAT point guard? They just gentlemen swept the Dallas Mavericks. Derrick Rose, 31, 5, and 5. It's kind of sick. All right, we'll see what the career Derrick Rose has, man. But it's off to a very fun start. There goes Shaq, Juwan Howard, Grant Hill, Kurt Thomas, Joe Smith, McDyess, Ben Wallace, Eric Dampier, Raja Bell, Earl Boykins, Anthony Parker. Okay, so some notable names retiring. Doug Collins retires as the Sixers head coach, and Shaq is going to the Hall of Fame. Ben Wallace and Grant Hill get their jerseys retired by the Pistons, Shaq by our LA Lakers, and we are going to see the Wizards and the Knicks rebrand a little bit as well. I'll probably add an expansion team or two at some point here, and yeah, we're not going to change any of these. So draft lottery, we will be getting our first round pick. It's going to be at 13 or 14. It looks like 13, unless David Stern, you want to rig it for us in the 2011 lottery. They do not, but hey, we are going to get the 13th overall pick in this year's draft. The Cavs, like real life, get number 1, Grizzlies 2, Kings 3, Suns 4, Raptors 5. And we're going to keep Phil Jackson as our head coach for now. Assistant GM. Could I get Greg Popovich to be the assistant GM? Oh my God, that'd be kind of sick. I don't know if he would actually do that. I mean, sure. If I could pull that off, I can get Quinn Snyder as our assistant GM. He'd probably be very young back then. Oh my God, Greg Popovich, welcome to the Lakers as the assistant general manager. Look at the brains we have here with Phil Jackson and Pop. So if we look at the mocks here at number 13, Brandon Knight, Jimmer Fredette, Kenneth Faried. We'll see. Like I said, I'm going to simulate those just because I think it would be very interesting to see who the CPU drafts for me. But we'll see if I'm going to get more than 1 first round pick. All right, I'm going to try really hard to get Andrew Bogut in the 15th overall pick for Pau Gasol, who is 31. Bogut is 26, former number 1 overall pick. Coming off a solid year, not great with the Bucks, but I would also try to get pick 15 as well. Would they do this? They would want my 2014 unprotected first, not in the market to do that. Now, I don't know how much cap you could take back. I wouldn't mind trading away 36-year-old Derek Fisher in this deal. They say no. I do have 3 seconds. Okay, let's go into these a little bit. I'll trade 47 and 58. Come on. Do I have to throw in one more player? What about Devin Ebanks? Can we get this deal done? Really? And what about one more future second? Yes. Okay, bang. So we just got Andrew Bogut here, who's cheaper and younger than Pau Gasol. As good, definitely not, but gives us some more flexibility financially. Plus, I just got the 15th overall pick. And I kept the 38th pick. So please, my assistant general manager, draft me some good players. I am scared. So let's start this. Let's see who the number 1 pick goes. Kawhi Leonard to the Cavs. Okay, not Kyrie Irving. So that's going to be cool. Does Kyrie go to Memphis? He does. All right, well, they have Mike Conley. So we'll see how that ends up. Sacramento, select Jimmy Butler. Jimmy and DeMarcus Cousins. Okay. Obviously, Jimmy fell 30th to the Bulls. And then the 4th pick is getting traded, and Josh Childress for Gerald Wallace and Boris Diaw. Kind of a great trade by the Bobcats. And they select Klay Thompson. Kemba's in this draft, so maybe they select Kemba at 7. Raptors get Vooch. The Sixers take Kemba right ahead of Charlotte. Charlotte's going to end up with Jonas Valanciunas. The Nets end up with Tobias Harris. I just love these old logos. The Timberwolves end up with Isaiah Thomas. And the Rockets are trading the 10th pick for Jason Richardson and a 2015 first rounder. Not the best, not the worst draft in the world, and they take Iman Shumpert. All right, so let's simulate to the end of this draft. Please, my assistant general manager, Greg Popovich, land me some studs. So 11 was Enes Kanter, 12 was Alec Burks, who's 13. Brandon Knight. Okay, you know what? Brandon Knight, I liked a lot coming out of Kentucky. We need a point guard post Derek Fisher. 19, I'm giving you a thumbs up there. Derek Williams, who originally went second, goes 14. And we take Chandler Parsons 15. Okay. He's NBA ready. We kind of need that as well. Fine player. Could have taken Marcus Morris. I would not have minded Tristan Thompson, but I'm pretty happy with how this ended up. And then Jimmer Fredette fell all the way to 29. So let's see who we got with 38. Is it a notable player? It is Kyle Singler from Duke. So I don't mind that draft whatsoever for us. I think that was a successful draft, and maybe that is a benefit of having Greg Popovich at the helm. We don't have any team player options. Melo is a free agent. I don't think we can create that much cap, but right now going into next year, we have a solid center depth. Derek Character getting all this money is kind of brutal. Does he have a team option? Okay, so it's an expiring deal, whatever. It is what it is. Like, we have Lamar at 31, but he's a free agent, so I think I may look to trade him and maybe Ron Artest this offseason. Okay, I found the trade I wanted to make. We are going to trade away Lamar Odom at 31, Ron Artest at 31, and Chandler Parsons, who we just drafted at 15, for a young Gordon Hayward at 21 years old. And we're going to get Paul Millsap, who was the 47th pick in 06. He's 26. He does have 2 years left on the deal, and I really like this deal for us. I'm not going to throw in Luke Walton. I feel like I can't really... Can I throw in next? No, I can't throw in that first. Can I throw in this first? I can. I feel like I would have to throw it. Actually, no, I don't think I have to throw in it first. So let's do this deal. They now want Luke Walton for Wayne Ellington, and I got to throw in a second. All right, we'll do that trade. So we just made a blockbuster. We're getting younger around Kobe is what I wanted to do. But I'm excited about the Bogut Millsap front court next year for sure. I don't think we're going to have that much money to spend in free agency, nor would I really want to sign anybody too notable. I want to bring back Garrett Temple, $2 million. Let's do that. And I'm going to try to bring in James Jones. I would love to bring in Michael Redd on the minimum. I mean, he's getting up there in age. And let's do Chris Duhon. So we get Temple, Jones, Redd. We're going to renounce rights on Vucevic, Ratliff, and I would like to bring in Chris Duhon on the minimum. So let's do that. And yeah, we signed a lot of veterans this offseason. Melo returns to Denver on a 5-year deal. Tony, Conley, Horford, Noah, all these guys are staying. J.R. Smith goes to the Knicks. Andre Kirilenko goes to the Blazers. Yeah, so a lot of the top names obviously stayed with their current squad. Zach Randolph actually left Memphis to go to Cleveland. Al Jefferson leaving Utah to go to Phoenix. Oof, not the... I guess like that would have been a good team if Utah decided to keep Al Jefferson. So Kobe's up to a 93. Bynum's up to an 83. Hello. Millsap 83. Bogut 82. Gordon Hayward 82. We just got Gordon Hayward, I think, at the right time, obviously. All right, so we don't really have any contract extensions to go through next year. We do not own our first round pick this year. It's going to go to the Brooklyn Nets in 2012. So we're going to go Brandon Knight at the 1, Kobe at the 2, Hayward, Millsap. I think Bynum and Bogut can kind of split minutes, which I think makes this exciting. I don't think DeJuan Blair needs to play that much. Like, we don't need that many big men. Same with Character. So let's go. Sorry if I'm butchering his name. I honestly don't remember him too much, but I know he's a real player. I would like to get Kyle Singler maybe like 10 minutes a night. And then I'd also like to give, well, maybe Chris Duhon about 15 minutes a night as well. So let's do something like that. And Blair can get another 10 because obviously big men were very prevalent at this time. I'm not really sure what else I want to do. Like 37 to Kobe. Maybe we go 34 to Millsap and the remaining 13 to like Wayne Ellington because he's a good 3-point shooter. So let's do something like that. System proficiency triangle. It's crazy, man. Obviously not ran that much anymore. Variations of it, but not what it used to be. We start off 4-2 here in the 2012 season. Kobe dropping 32 a night. And Andrew Bogut suffers a broken right wrist. He's out 4 to 6 weeks. All right, so this team has not been the best this year. We are currently 14-13. Gordon Hayward has been pretty solid for us at 21 years old. Paul Millsap, 45 from the field, 14 points, 9.5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2.3 stocks. Brandon Knight coming with the growing pains of a young point guard in this league. Andrew Bynum, 8.5 points, 11 boards, but he is a free agent at the end of the year. Andrew Bogut, not great. Maybe we got fleeced in that deal. Derek Character's played some time. Like, we've had a bunch of injuries. So I hope he gets better because that's not what we wanted. We are 16-14 right now. Let's just keep an eye on this team. Can we beat Miami? Okay, we beat Miami by 13, and then we get blown out by the OKC Thunder. Like I said before, we do not own our first round pick at the end of the year. I mean, I do feel comfortable about Knight being 20, Millsap being 26, Hayward being 21. I obviously want to win a title for Kobe before he ends up retiring. Millsap will test free agency, but that's in a year from now. I don't care. Bynum is not eligible for an extension. That's going to be interesting because I don't want to get funny with that in the offseason. And this is uncharted territories for me because I don't really know how these historic rebuilds work sometimes with free agency. There goes Paul Millsap with a broken left ankle. He's out 6 to 8 weeks. And when it rains, it pours. Kobe Bryant, broken left thigh, 4 to 6 weeks. And the Nets front office, I mean, probably happy that we are suffering injuries right now. And we are currently 27-22 at the deadline. Brandon Knight just suffered a sprained left shoulder. I mean, we're at the deadline. Bogut's been a little bit more efficient as of late. I think we're going to try to trade Andrew Bynum. I still want to be aggressive. I mean, it's not the end of the world if we don't get anything here and we give the Nets like the 13th overall pick. But you know what we could try to take advantage of? David Kahn and the Minnesota Timberwolves. I know that's a name Timberwolves fans don't want to hear. So they have Marc Gasol. I mean, then this wouldn't really make a lot of sense. I was going to try to trade them Andrew Bynum for a good first round pick. That is the Utah Jazz first round pick. Now, the Trailblazers are also offering me their first round pick. And Greg Oden, I mean, is a good player, but obviously, with the injury health of Greg Oden, they maybe want to double up there with Marcus Camby getting up there in age. This is a good team with Aldridge, Batum, and Matthews. I want your unprotected first-round pick if I'm getting it. Now, Rudy Fernandez can make the money work. I don't think I'm getting, like, a Reggie Jackson. Can I get a Reggie Jackson instead? Like, let me just go in 2 future first-round picks and Reggie Jackson for Andrew Bynum. We'll see if they even think about this. I don't want to throw in any future first. Okay, so they say no. I don't even know if I can throw in, like, a DeJuan Blair. Okay. Which, 22, he has a little bit of trade value. What do they think about this? Oh, man, I wonder how close we are, but I don't really want to move any other picks. So it is really tough to, like, make this money work. I could throw in recent second rounder Kyle Singler, but, like, how are we really getting this deal to work out? All right, so you know what I'll ask for? You can keep, yeah, Reggie Jackson. He's been good for you this year. So give me Rudy Fernandez and give me those future first rounders for Bynum and Blair. Damn. All right, give me the unprotected 2012 first. And Rudy Fernandez for Bynum. All right. Well, I guess I hope your pick isn't in the top 3. We'll do that trade, I think. Because I'm scared I'm going to lose Bynum. We can get, like, it's a good 2012 draft. Where are the Blazers right now in the standings? So the Blazers are 22-30. They are about 2.5 games out. I would just hate if that pick ended up being, like, 15. I feel like I could have got something better if I traded Bynum last offseason. But you know what? Let's do it. We're going to trade Bynum to Portland for, I don't think there's Craig Brackens. I mean, like, Nolan Smith. Shout out Duke. But, I mean, I would take a flyer on Nolan Smith. And I'll give you DeJuan Blair. Can we do this? Okay, they do that. So, we trade away DeJuan Blair and Andrew Bynum. Like, we have the last year of Derek. We have Bogut. We now get a flyer on Rudy Fernandez, who's actually kind of intriguing. He's 26 years old. He's a solid three-point shooter. At least we think he can be one. And I also, in all that, who did I just get? I just got, who was the second guy I got? Nolan Smith, yeah, who's 23. He didn't work out in the NBA. He was a great player at Duke. But now I will have, hopefully, a first-round pick. Hopefully, that could end up being, like, number 5. And maybe we could still make the playoffs. Like, we are the 6th seed in the Western Conference right now. All right, well, this is brutal. Kobe breaks his right ankle, and he's not getting any younger either. So he is going to be out for 6 to 8 weeks. And this comes when we were about, like, I think we were 5 games above 500 when that happened. We are currently the 6th seed in the Western Conference. I mean, yeah, this was, like, the start of the downfall for the LA Lakers. So I think this is a fascinating rebuild for sure. Like, just a team to use, and I'm really excited about it. Brandon Knight having not the best rookie year, not the worst rookie year. I know rookie guards tend to struggle with efficiency at times, but I just want to make sure, like, the late 2010s don't happen with this team, and they had a bright future, even pre-LeBron, right? Like, who knows where the Lakers would be today with Josh Hart, Kuzma, Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, maybe D'Angelo Russell still. And it looks like we are going to hopefully make the playoffs. We are still a top 6 seed. We go 43-39. Russell Westbrook ends up winning the 2012 MVP. Kawhi Leonard averaged 23 points for the Cleveland Cavaliers as your rookie of the year. Jordan Farmar, former LA Laker, won 6 Man of the Year. That's just like when efficiency was what it was. Marc Gasol ended up in Minnesota. Wow, most improved. Okay. And then, yeah, the Thunder won 72 games. I think I'm okay having my down years. All right, well, there's Pau Gasol, All-NBA first team. I think the Bucks, like, we may have gotten the better of the Jazz, maybe in the Hayward trade, depending on how he turns out. I think the Bucks may have owned us a little bit in that trade. Kobe Bryant, All-NBA second team as a 33-year-old, 48, 30, 84 splits, 26 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. You got John Wall, Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, Kevin Love, and Dwight Howard on All-NBA third team. Here's defensive first team, and then we get Kobe still on defensive second team. You see Clay and Valanciunas on the Bobcats rookie first team. Damn, no Brandon Knight on an all-rookie team. We ended up as the 6th seed. Okay, so a respectable finish. Spurs going 39-43 and getting the 8th seed. Not very like of the Western Conference back then. The East, not great either, but the Bulls, the Magic are pretty good. The Bulls really at the top. So we are healthy going into the playoffs, which is nice. Led by Kobe. Paul Millsap, 27. Pretty good year. Didn't really turn into a great three-point shooter at least yet. Gordon Hayward, a very positive sophomore year. Brandon Knight finished off on a strong note. There's Andrew Bogut, who has been, like, okay. Rudy Fernandez, a solid scorer off the bench. And, yeah, we're going to go here into the playoffs with a lot of young guys starting, at least with Knight and Hayward. We're going to have Kobe, Millsap, Bogut. I think Bogut might get, like, 32 minutes a night, so we'll go. I don't even know if I want to play character, but I might have to. I'm probably butchering his name as well. Let's go like, I don't know. I think Rudy Fernandez is going to be the sixth man, like 22 minutes a night. We can go about 15 to Duhon, 15 to Temple. Like, do I want to get Singler in here? Do I want to get Nolan Smith? Not really. Wayne Ellington shot 32 from 3. Do I trust Michael Redd? Not really. So let's go 30, or let's go 40 to Kobe. Let's go about 35 to Millsap, 34 to Hayward, and we can go 31 to Brandon Knight. So we're taking on the Dallas Mavericks. They drafted Jimmer Fredette with the 29th pick. Pretty good rookie season. How'd he fall to 29? Morris Ager, Karan Butler still there at 32. Dirk and Tyson Chandler. We got like old looking Dirk there. Jason Terry, Yon Mahimi, Sean Marion, Shane Battier, Hayward, Rodrigue Beaubois. It's an older team, so we could definitely pull off an upset. I'm not like super scared of the squad. Millsap and Kobe combining for 59 in game number 1. We win game number 2 by 12. Dirk with 26, Millsap with 27. Can we win game 3? No. So every road team is won so far. Gordon Hayward, maybe a breakout performance here. We do win game 4, 115, 113. Also, like, Hayward had some fine years in Charlotte and Boston, but I really wonder what he would have been if he didn't get hurt on opening night in the 18 season. We lose game 5 by 4. Fredette, man, what a breakout performance for him. Hopefully he turns into a good player in this save, better than real life. We had double-doubles across the board, but could not win game 5. Chris Duhon, healthy. We win game 6, and we ended up winning by 12. Bogut played pretty well. Monster on the glass, 3.8 blocks a night. I just need him to be a little bit better with this field goal percentage, but the Lakers have won a playoff series, and we're taking on the Suns here in round number 2. Gordon Hayward, a little bit of a breakout performance. Brandon Knight struggling, but 36 from 3. I can live with that. Chicago versus Miami here. Miami is a 4. This is going to be a hell of a matchup. Orlando, Boston, something was similar last year. And then you got Minnesota with Marc Gasol, Kevin Love, Beasley Brewer, Ridnour, Martell Webster, DeQuan Cook, Deshaun Stevenson, a young Isaiah Thomas, who was just drafted 9th overall. And then you have the Thunder here, who they're probably just going to go through everybody. We're taking on Phoenix, led by Goran Dragic, Iman Shumpert, Gerald Wallace, Boris Dio, and Alec Jefferson. Do they have some injuries? Like, Steve Nash is not there anymore. So I wonder where Steve is. Game 1 goes to the Suns. Oh my God. We scored 69 points. They beat us by 40. Rookie Iman Shumpert might be a stud. Goran Dragic could have definitely been an all-star this year. I actually wanted to show you guys the 2012 all-star participants. Take a trip down memory lane. Rondo, KG, obviously still in Boston. Amari Stoudemire in New York. Rodney Stuckey in Detroit. Kobe was an all-star. Curry was an all-star. Damn. Curry tore his ACL. We know he had the ankle problems early in his career. Okay. I mean, the Jazz got an all-star in Lamar Odom. There's Tony Parker and DeMarcus Cousins. We do win game 2 by 12. Okay, we had a defensive masterclass here. Rudy Fernandez with 21. We held them to 9 points in the second quarter. They win game 3 by 7. Damn, Kobe 5 of 12 in this one. Game number 4. Paul Millsap has a deep left thigh bruise. He can play through it. We win it by 8. Here we go. A crucial game 5. Kobe's got a sore knee. We lose it. All right, so game 6. Backs against the wall. Can we get this team to the conference finals? I just want to stay competitive until Kobe retires, and a conference finals appearance would be nice. So with Kobe and Millsap playing through injuries, they force a game 7. OKC win in 5. Miami's up 3-2. Orlando's up 3-2. Let's see what happens here. We're on the road. LA versus Phoenix. We have a great first quarter. We are blowing them out. They came back a little bit in the third. Oh my God, why did I say that we're blowing them out? Because we are about to choke it. Oh God, we're up by 5. Up by 2. Oh my God, we are tied and we are in overtime. Oh my God, we got outscored. What is that? By 15 in the second half. You just hate to see it. We're up by 4 with 44 seconds left. Up by 4. Come on, can we hold off? And we do. We win by 1 point. Al Jefferson had 27 and 10, but Brandon Knight, the rookie, 26 and 10, 11 of 19 from the field. Kobe was a beast. Millsap was a beast. Bogut goes 3 of 14. Why does he take so many bad shots? I don't know, but we get to take on the Thunder. How about this? 2 game 7s as Chicago beats Miami. Oh my God. This would not be a good day for LeBron on Twitter or Bosh or Wade. They lost by 30. Boozer had 24. And the Magic beat the Celtics by 25. So Steve Nash got traded. Wow, so the Suns still made it to round 2. What was that trade this year? So that was our trade. Mike Miller was traded for Brad Miller. That's cool. Alonzo G for Jason Capono. You love to see that. Jose Calderon for Yao Ming. I wonder if Yao Ming's still a good player. Ben Gordon for DeAndre Jordan. You had Tayshaun Prince for Sean Livingston, and a first rounders were traded in that deal. Where was this Steve Nash deal for Elton Brand? Hito Turco for think that was Ryan Anderson or somebody. So yeah, you have Orlando versus Chicago here in the conference finals. Steve Nash and Dwight Howard, in an alternate universe, right? Both of them ended up as Lakers, and they ended up beating the Celtics, who I think maybe overachieved a little bit this year. They're not going to get a Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown out of this save. So we're taking on the Thunder. They're a goated roster, man. They're just so good. I don't know if they have any injuries. Either way, I would just be happy if we won a game. Kobe Bryant injuries healed. We lose game 1 by 5. I mean, they have the MVP Russ, and then you have Harden and Kevin Durant on this team. Kobe had a good game. Brendan Knight had a good game. It's just like, they're so good. They ended up shooting 51% from the field. I guess we got to just start chucking threes. That's our only chance. Game 2, we steal a game. Let's go. We won by 12. How about that? All right. They could definitely win 3 in a row, but I'll take that. All right, on to game 3. We do lose this one by 12. Kobe had 35, emptying the clip a little bit. Kevin Durant, 10 of 10 from the free throw line. Kobe was 8 of 8. How's Rudy? I don't know. I could adjust some of the rotations. Like, characters, he's fine. Garrett Temple's 27 from 3. Duan 25. There's just so many guys that can't shoot. Honestly, if Garrett Temple's going to shoot that bad, I may as well try my luck with Wayne Ellington. I'm going to lower Duhan to like 10 minutes a night. I think Fernandez, I at least trust him a little bit more. Let's go a little bit more to him. Kobe 41. And I got to trust Gordon Hayward. Let's go 36 to Hayward. All right, here we go. Game number 4. We lose this one. Damn, by 8. We had 41 points in the first quarter. Kobe had 10 assists, but 6 turnovers. Andrew Bogut had a double-double. Paul Millsap, 5 of 16. Oh, my God. He's had an abysmal playoff run. I know I'm playing him a lot, but still. They shot 51% from the field, 38 from 3. So did Way. But they ended up going, it's the free throws, man. We actually took 7 more free throws, but we shot 75% from the line. The Bulls actually just swept the Magic. Are we going to lose in 5? No, we actually force a game 6. We blow them out here by 21 points on the road. Brandon had 17 assists. Hello. Can we force a game 7? Nope, we end up getting eliminated. Oh my God, we get blown out by 33. Gordon Hayward had a fine game. Millsap struggled. Brandon Knight struggled. I'm a little bit more concerned about Millsap struggles at 27 than I am about Knight's at 20s. Kobe Bryant, I mean, they kind of locked him down here. Kevin Durant, 32 and 10 in the elimination game. Bulls and Thunder in the NBA Finals. Thunder win game 1. Thunder win game 2. Thunder win game 3, and they're going to get revenge from last year. Kevin Durant gets Finals MVP. So Russ got MVP. KD got Finals MVP. So we started off in 2011. The Mavericks went to the Finals last year, not the Thunder. The Bulls have gone back-to-back. And yeah, so we end up going here into the 2012 offseason. Jason Kidd, Jerry Stackhouse, Theo Ratliff, Lakers legend, Derek Fisher. Damn, Steve Nash retiring at 38. Hopefully had better back issues here. You have Pedro Stojakovic, Big Z, Andre Miller, underrated passer, Kenyon Martin, Jeff Foster. I love these rebuilds, man. I'm having a great time doing this. I hope to do maybe a couple more of these like longer ones. And let me know if you guys want to see this with like different eras as well in the comments. You have Kidd and Nash, 2 of my favorite players ever, retiring. Like, I loved point guards growing up. Kidd, Nash, Chris Paul were some of my favorite players. Even Chris Duhon as a Knicks fan and Nate Robinson. They get their jerseys retired by the Nets, who went to a finals with Kidd. Nash couldn't go to a finals with the Suns. And the Nets are going to Brooklyn, and the Bobcats are changing their logo. I don't know if this is when they became the Hornets, right? Because that's when they drafted Anthony Davis. So here we are at the draft lottery. I actually didn't see where Portland ended up. Damn. Well, what was I think we got Portland's pick, right? They must have been like an 8 seed or something. I completely missed them and forgot to check. So we'll see where we end up picking. The Thunder, oh my God, I hope that's protected. If the Thunder get Anthony Davis, it's over. It's over. Oh my God, that Timberwolves pick at 5 I should have tried to get from the Jazz. So let's see what happens. Hornets get 1, so they may end up... Well, actually, no, this is the... What Hornets is that? Are these the actual Hornets or are these the Pelicans? No, so these are actually the Chris Paul Hornets who may have gotten like Austin Rivers on the night of this draft, and they didn't trade Chris Paul. So Chris Paul and Anthony Davis in New Orleans is going to be kind of sick. You got the Milwaukee Bucks at 2. The Timberwolves get pick 3. The Nets have our pick at 21. Damn, I traded Andrew Bynum for the 20th pick. Not the best trade in the world by any means. So we have Phil Jackson not retiring. I have Greg Popovich as the assistant GM. I guess I may as well bring back Phil Jackson. I'm going to give him like a 2-year extension. I don't know if I think once Kobe goes, he will go. He might, okay, no, I thought he was going to decline it. So we extend him. And this is, like I said, the 2012 draft class. So I'm going to let them go over it. Like if it was Michael Kidd-Gilchrist and like Damian Lillard on the board, I know who I'm going to take, but I think it's interesting to let them decide for me. We'll see if we end up with an Evan Fournier. That'd be nice. The 2012 draft was an interesting one to look back on. So the Raptors are asking permission to negotiate a contract with Popovich. I don't know if that's for the coach, but we're going to decline that for now. Is every team going to try to get involved? At least for this offseason, I'd like to hold on to Pop. I know like coaches are a thing in 2K. I kind of wish that like GMs were a thing. I don't know. It's just another budget thing for them. But no sports game really has that. I don't know if there's like I don't even know if GMs want to be in the game. I think it would be cool, right? Like your kids are probably playing this game. So I don't know if me putting these guys through pre-draft workouts has a better chance of the CPU selecting this player, but I'll put players I like Will Barton, Jay Crowder, Jeremy Lamb I'm going to put through here, Kendall Marshall, I think he played for the Lakers, Ken Bazemore I'm going to put through here, Fab Mello, rest in peace, Robbie Hummel, shout out to him of, what is there, Field 58, whatever they're called. There's JaMychal Green, Perry Jones, Baylor legend. I'll throw Rivers through here, Fournier through here, and we'll say hopefully like we could use a point of attack defender in MKG. So the Lakers trainer has uncovered an injury concerned with Kent Bazemore. Good to know. Hopefully they don't draft Kent Bazemore then. Actually, now what's going on with Kent Bazemore? Hopefully they don't draft Kent Bazemore. We'll see. So I want to see how like the first 10 picks go. Anthony Davis and Chris Paul in New Orleans. It's pretty sick. The Bucks at number 2. Select Damian Lillard. Kind of ironic. Damian Lillard turned out to be a Buck about 10 years later. Bradley Beal goes to Minnesota. They're in a good spot with Love and Marc Gasol. Bobcats take Mo Harkless. Shout out to St. John's. I don't know if I would have done that. And then we have a trade. So 5th overall for 6. And they're swapping Barnes and Scola. Draymond Green goes there. Obviously, he would be perfect here, like our Lamar Odom. 6 and Baron Davis for Bradley Beal. No, what are you doing, Minnesota? You have Marc Gasol. Why do you want Andre Drummond? What are you doing, David Kahn? And they trade 7 for Pau. What? All right, Marc Gasol might be a free agent. I hope he's not, because Pau Gasol and Marc Gasol on the same team is sick. Do I try to trade for Kevin Love? And the Milwaukee Bucks just got Harrison Barnes this offseason. So they just traded an All-NBA first-team guy in Pau Gasol for Harrison Barnes. The 8th pick in Zaza for David West. I guess, yeah, you don't need Anthony Davis anymore. Oh my God, and they get Chris Middleton. What a draft for the Hornets. That's sick. Hornets are trading this pick for Jason Richardson and Jose Calderon. The Rockets get Terrence Ross. Austin Rivers goes. The Kings are on the clock. They take Royce White. Do they know he doesn't want to fly? The Nets take Dion Waiters. Do they know he gets high on flights? And then you have MKG go, so he's off the board. Myers Leonard's off the board. We didn't scout him. Evan Fournier goes. And then Miles Plumlee goes. So let's simulate to the end of the draft and let's find out who we got. Anthony Davis already an 85 overall. So Plumlee goes, Will Barton goes, Perry Jones goes, Jeremy Lamb goes, and they take Jared Sullinger. I'm okay with it. I'm fine with Jared Sullinger from Ohio State. I don't think we had a second rounder, but I'm just double checking. Some Quincy AC, Kostas Papanikolaou goes, Robbie Hummel there. I don't think we had a second rounder, right? Okay, yeah. So Thomas Satoransky, Bazemore fell to the second round, maybe because of the ankle injury. We take Sullinger. Hey, we could use another guy to back up Paul Millsap. So we're going to pick up the team option on Gordon Hayward, pick it up on Nolan Smith and Kyle Singler, but not on Ellington or Character. So, I mean, oh my God, there's actually some free agents. Are we about to spoil Chris Paul and Anthony Davis? Dwight Howard is a free agent. Darren Williams is a free agent as well. Definitely want to extend the offer to Rudy Fernandez. So, yeah, we can get him back at a nice price. We do not have cap space whatsoever. Okay, never mind. Unless I traded Andrew Bogut, I really can't sign one of those guys, which if we're trying to maximize the Kobe era, it's just he's making $27 million, which is so much for this season, and the salary cap hasn't like exploded yet. I mean, it's not even a guarantee that Chris Paul's got 0 offers, and if I trade Bogut though, I would also have to trade Paul Millsap. I mean, I have Brandon Knight. I mean, Paul Millsap's in the last year of his deal. I would think about moving him, and we're going to trade Paul Millsap to the Indiana Pacers and Kyle Singler for the Pacers top 3 protected pick in 2013, and Darren Collison, who's got, I believe, 1 year left on the deal as well. Does he have a team option? I think I'd actually rather trade for somebody with a little bit more security there, long-term control. Okay, so I don't know how Kobe is going to feel about this, but I think I'm going to trade away Paul Millsap to the Hornets for Bojan Bogdanovic. I would like to get your unprotected first rounder next year. Trying to take a bet that Chris Paul leaves them. So would they do this? They would want Kyle Singler and a second. How bad's Al? Oh, I don't want to pay Al Harrington's contract. What about if I just give you Singler, and could you give me Marcus Thornton's 1-year deal? They say no. All right, let me figure out what I want to do with Millsap. I mean, we could extend Millsap and then trade him next offseason. I mean, I'm trying to contend around Kobe. All right, so I'm going to sign a couple guys here. I'm going to swap out Chris Duhon for basically, hopefully I don't have to read out starts on Fernandez, for Patty Mills, who had a cup of coffee with Portland last year. I'm going to get Marcus Camby, Ronnie Turioff for some big man depth with Derek leaving. And I don't think I'm going to get too creative financially this offseason. Now, I'm going to give Rudy Fernandez a 2-year deal as well. That descends over time. 2 years, $2 million, absolute bargain. So let's see what happened here. Anybody switch? Dwight Howard goes to the Bucks. Well, they traded away Marc Gasol to sign Dwight Howard. Hello. Chris Paul stays with the Hornets. I mean, him and Anthony Davis is going to be fun. John Wall. Wow. Maybe the rookie contracts were messed up. I don't know, but he leaves Washington to go to Phoenix. Darren Williams goes back to the Jazz. Nick Young goes from Brooklyn to Utah. Pretty good score. Brook Lopez stays in Brooklyn. Andrew Bynum leaves Portland to go to Indiana. See, I was worried about that. Makes me feel better. Gerald Wallace stays in Phoenix. JaVale McGee stays in Washington. Still some notable free agents out there. I don't think I'm going to be able to get creative. I mean, I'll wait till like the last day of free agency to see if I can get anybody on a steal. And we're here on day 12. Kevin Love goes back to Minnesota on a 2-year deal. Roy Hibbert replaces Dwight Howard. That's going to be some big shoes to fill. DJ Augustine goes back to the Bobcats. So last day of free agency, can we somehow steal like a Derek Brown here? No, I basically, I mean, I could maybe steal Samuel Dallenberg. I kept wanting to say Salem. He declines that actually. I mean, can I give him more than that? What about if I give you a no trade clause? Can we get that? Okay. Dallenberg, I trust. Jameson's a little too old. Jeremy Lin. I mean, I would love Ronnie Brewer. I can't give him the no trade clause, but he may accept that. That would be a big pickup. We can get Crazy T, Psycho T, and I'll think that'll be it. I could try to get Tony Allen as well, but I'm going to get Dallenberg and Ronnie Brewer. Player progression, Kobe regresses a little bit. Gordon Hayward, pretty good number 2, 88 overall. I'm going to try to work out an extension with Millsap this offseason, I think, or at least before next year starts. So Millsap wants to test free agency. That's great. Maybe he gets traded at the deadline for all I know. All right, let's advance to next year's season. That is kind of unfortunate. So Knight, I want to start at the 1. Bryant, Hayward, Millsap, Bogut. I think Dallenberg is going to be a backup center for us, former Nick. We're going to probably just experiment a ton of these wings. I'm going to go with 17 as Sullinger, our first round pick, to see what he can do. I don't know if Brewer's going to crack the rotation. Actually, Garrett Temple's not cracking the rotation, given that he was kind of bad for us last year. Camby's just like a veteran presence on this team. I think Patty Mills could be the backup point guard, 15 minutes a night. I definitely want Rudy Fernandez to get like 15 minutes a night as well. So this is just the regular season. This will obviously change. Injuries will happen. Maybe I go a little bit less to Sullinger for now. Kobe can get 35 for the regular season, 35 to Hayward. Let's go like 28 to Millsap, 30 to Bogut is good. We can go 28 tonight. I do want to see what he can do. And then 12 more minutes. I can give it to Kyle Singler. I can give it to Nolan Smith. I can give it to Ronnie Turioff. Let's see what Singler can do. Let's give him 12 minutes a night. System proficiency under Phil Jackson, 4-star triangle. Brandon Knight is not a great fit there. All right, so we start off the year against Chris Paul and Anthony Davis, and we lose by 7. 56 combined between Kobe and Hayward. Paul with 23 and 10, AD with 19 and 10 in his debut. We'll see if he ends up as an LA Laker at some point here. We beat the Clippers. Nice win there. They got rookie Bradley Beal, which is exciting. Bradley Beal just signed with the Clippers in real life. Kobe Bryant and Millsap combined for 44 there. See how we do this week as Rudy Fernandez an ankle sprain already. All right, so we are here at the start of January, basically 2013. Do you remember where you were on New Year's Eve 2013? Let me know in the comments. We ended up finishing off we just got a win against Washington. We're 19 and 15. The Thunder are so good. It's a shame. I don't think I'm going to trade Kobe. We are 19 and 15. We do have a positive point differential. I think we are going to try to get ahead of the trade market. Paul Millsap still doesn't want to re-sign with us, and he's been good enough where I think somebody would trade me a valuable asset for him. It's not been a good year for Brandon Knight. He's going to step back with the efficiency, but I think I trust him to be a little bit better over the next few weeks. Andrew Bogut's been abysmal. He's lost all trade value. He's shooting 38% from the field. I'm trying to toy around with his shot close tendency. It was at like an 85, which seems high. Somebody like a Tyson Chandler has it at like a 40. So I lowered it. Hopefully it helps. Jared Sullinger is having a productive rookie year, in my opinion. He was such a stud. It's like him and Aaron Kraft, right, at Ohio State. Patty Mills has been pretty abysmal shooting the ball, so I benched him for Nolan Smith, who's been a lot better. Rudy Fernandez, healthy again. He got another injury, but he's back. Singler is kind of been disappointing. Samuel Dallenberg, I keep wanting to say Salem Dallenberg. He's been fine. I think I am going to look to trade away Paul Millsap. Like I said, he wants to test free agency. I don't even want to risk that. We are going to kind of do what we did with Andrew Bynum. And a player that I've thought about trading for is Derek Favors, who does have a team option next year, and he's 21 years old. He's the former 3rd overall pick in the 2010 draft. They have Brook Lopez, they have Devin Harris, so they would be getting an upgrade there. They have Wilson Chandler at the 3, and Millsap is objectively a better player than Favors. We just prefer the long-term control and I guess the certainty that he will be here next year like Millsap won't. So they might not even say yes to this, but I will offer to them. They say no. This gets interesting. Like Ronnie Brewer, okay, they do have a roster spot. Would you also want Ronnie Brewer? They say no. I mean, me throwing in a first rounder is not favorable. But I will, I think, throw in a lottery protected first if they would do this, just because I get the next year of Favors under a good deal. I think I will do this trade, which I don't love giving up another first, but I'm going to do it. They say no. Wow. Unless you prefer Dallenberg, he's got a no trade clause. Great. I mean, I'll throw in like a Garrett Temple. He's only 1.5 stars. So you can afford Ronnie Brewer. And can you also afford like Ronnie Turioff? Could you afford Patty Mills? Or any of these guys 2 stars to you? That's like the issue. I don't want to trade Kyle Singler's 1 star. Damn. The fact that Ronnie Brewer's 2 stars, I should probably trade him. Yeah, I guess I won't be able to do this unless like Chris Johnson's 1 star, which is true. And then do they have another 1 star guy? Andrew Nicholson. Yeah, they don't want to move favors. I mean, I don't mind putting Jared Sullinger as my starting 4, but I think there is some risk to it. So Landry Fields, he's interesting, but former 2nd rounder, Monta Ellis, I don't need him. I thought about Wesley Matthews. We can go back to the Trailblazers connection, who's not under a bad contract by any means. And I get Kirilenko, who's kind of like a swing man, who does have a tradable contract in the offseason, although he's been abysmal this year. Could be a buy low guy. AK-47 and Wesley Matthews for Paul Millsap. I'm thinking about it. Could I somehow squeeze out a 1st rounder from you guys? I'll make it top 5 protected. Do I get a counter at least? Give me a counter. Give me a counter. I would trade my 24 first, which I'm open to. Do you have an extra roster spot that you want to take a Patty Mills from me? Okay. What about a 1st and a 2nd for your top 5 protected 1st, Matthews and Kirilenko? Oh, why don't you do this one? I'm not. What are we doing here? Now you're offering me a terrible trade. What about if I get your 2015 1st unprotected instead? Patty Mills, a 2nd. Or we just do Patty Mills, Brewer, Millsap for Matthews, Kirilenko, and a 1st. They say no. All right. These counters are horrible. So let me go back. Let me go back and get this one top 3 protected. I mean, the 2014 draft's a little bit better than 2013. But say we do this. I give you 2014. See, why can't I just do Patty Mills instead? That's how I'd rather do it. Unless you like Kyle Singler instead of Patty Mills in a 2nd. No. I mean, all right, one more trade idea. Let's just do just give me your 2017 1st. Yeah, it's so long from now. But Millsap, Brewer, a 2nd and Singler for Kirilenko 2017 and Matthews. Okay, never mind. Yeah, these counters are horrible. Let me just do the original one. So I will be trading away Patty Mills. And I'm going to ask for your 1st round pick this year. Top 3 protected. I will give you my 1st next year. Hopefully. What the hell? I thought we had an agreement here. What about this? Millsap and Brewer for the 1st, Johnson and Matthews. Come on, man. Rudy Fernandez, my 2016 1st. You are on drugs. Patty Mills, and you can give me... Do you have another cheap player that stinks? Give me Manny Harris. And they say no. What about if I throw in a 2nd? And I'll just gut my seconds. 3 seconds to get this deal done, please. Oh, my God. Okay, so we're going to do a swap with them this year. I'm getting Craig Brackens. I'm giving them Garrett Temple. I'm actually okay with that. So please tell me I got this. Wait. I think we got... See, I'm always confused with the swaps. I know I've been playing 2K for 10 years. I don't know. I hope I just got the better of the 2. But we'll see. I'm still okay going from... What's his name? Paul Millsap to Wesley Matthews, who's going to be a great 6th man for us. So we're splitting the Bogut Dallenberg minutes. We're going to go like 26 to Matthews. We'll go like 22 to Sullinger. And then I do want to get Kirilenko in here now, who's going to get like 15 minutes until the efficiency can improve. And who doesn't love getting Andre Kirilenko on their roster, right? And here at the Deadline, we are playing some really good basketball. We are 9 games above 500. We are 30-21. We have a better point differential than the 3-seeded Mavericks. I'm hoping we can be strong here in the second half. Gordon Hayward is kind of blossoming this year as a stud. Like this is going to be Gordon Hayward's team until Kobe retires. He has 1 more year under this bargain of a contract. So that's why I think next year, if we have a disappointing exit, I will be aggressive in the offseason. I'm trying to get Kirilenko to play better. Rudy Fernandez is struggling. Bogut playing a little bit better. Patty Mills, obviously, has been bad. Nolan Smith's been a pretty good player for us. Wesley Matthews, 40% from 3. Can obviously use somebody like that. And who knows? Maybe he's my starting shooting guard when Kobe retires. But I'd like Kobe to play till he's 40. We'll see. He hasn't had an Achilles tear here. I think I may try to make 1 trade at the deadline. And I hate trading my seconds, but I like this one here. Patty Mills feels right. He's going to be a Spur. I'm going to trade him and Craig Brackens here, who we just got in that trade. Not sure if he's a real player or not. Sorry if he is. My 2017 2nd for a 2015 top 10 protected 1st from San Antonio. And I'm getting Tiago Splitter. And I'm going to be trading Ronnie Turioff and Marcus Camby to the Heat for Carl Landry. And can I get 2 seconds? I'm just trying to recoup my seconds. Does that say LeBron's hurt? Or no, Wade. Left knee tendonitis. Damn, the knee issues are starting already. I'll give you my 2016 second for the, I mean, the Heat are going to be good. What about if we just did 1 second? All right, let's just do this, whatever. I probably just kind of robbed myself a little bit there, but let's hope this team has a strong second half. I think we can actually, I think we just created a roster spot. Anthony Randolph, a 23-year-old Anthony Randolph, a 23-year-old Patrick Patterson. Why do you want 7 million, dude? You're not getting that from anybody. Like, we're so far into the year. Uche Mute, can I sign him? Nope. Remember Earl Clark, Austin Day? I thought he was going to be something. I can't sign anybody, sadly. And I'm going to sign Steve Novak, actually, from the G League. All right, so we either won 49 or 50 games, which I would say is a successful 2013 season. Kevin Durant wins MVP. Draymond Green, wow, 37-25, 62 splits, but he gets it over Anthony Davis. Maybe he got hurt. Kenneth Faried, 6th man of the year in San Antonio. Dwight Howard wins DPOY in his first year in Milwaukee at just 27. Yeah, Dwight was obviously still a good player in Houston, and the game changed around him, but he didn't have as long as a prime as I thought. I mean, it was great. Maybe I'm discrediting him. So Derrick Rose, All-NBA first team with Russ, KD, Blake Griffin at 24, and Dwight Howard. You have DeMarcus Cousins, Dwayne Wade, Stephen Curry, Stephen Curry, I can't speak, and Carmelo Anthony, who's still in Denver, stud of a player. Oh, that hurts to see. Andrew Bynum, a lot better than Andrew Bogut right now. All-NBA third team in Indiana, Kawhi, LeBron, Harden, and Chris Paul. So the Thunder have 3 players on the All-NBA teams. Do we get anybody on an all-defensive team? Paul George, a young PG, and Bynum. Damn. So Bynum is a top 10 defender, top 15 player. Tyrese Thomas in Charlotte, shout out to him. There's Rondo, 11 assists a night. And then here's all-rookie first team with Dame, Beal, Green. Anthony, how does he not get Rookie of the Year over Draymond? There's no games that, I don't know. And Miles Plumlee made it. Shout out to Miles. Fat Mel, Austin Rivers, MKG. Wow. No Jared Sullinger, really? Well, we ended up as the 5 seed this year. We're taking on a 56-win Timberwolves team with Nick Batum, Kevin Love, Pau Gasol, and Marc Gasol on the same team. That's something I would have done. That is sick. Isaiah Thomas and Corey Brewer in the backcourt. We got the worst of the Brewers. You have Baron Davis, a young Andre Drummond. Oh my God, Nikola Pekovic. They have a lot of good bigs on their team. Saw Johnny Flynn there. So the Mavericks won the Southeast. This is when you get an auto 3 seed as a division winner. The Kings with Jimmy Butler and DeMarcus Cousins ended up winning the Pacific Division, which is pretty sweet. We do have some injuries, though. Andrew Bogut, unfortunately, pulled his right calf muscle, so Dallin Bear is going to start for us in the playoffs. Brandon Knight is dealing with a hip injury, but finished strong. 45, 32, 74 splits. We know Gordon Hayward had a breakout season. Wesley Matthews shot 38 from 3 this year. Sullinger, I mean, maybe that's why he didn't make an all-rookie team. Rudy Fernandez took a little bit of a step back. Kirilenko struggled with his efficiency. So here we go into the playoffs. We're taking on Minnesota. I'm going to try. It really sucks. I don't know. I think we're going to try to go a little small ball against them. I know they have some good bigs, but we're going to try to get Hayward onto Love. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start Kobe at the 3, Matthews at the 2. Kirilenko's going to get 23 minutes a night. We'll go 17 to Sullinger. We're going to probably play Splitter, 14 a night. And then I'm going to give Nolan Smith, I think, around 15 minutes a night. Or we'll do 14 for now. So I want to go 40 to Kobe, 40 to Hayward. And then let's go about 32 to Knight, 33 to Matthews, and see how far this team can go. We're taking on Minnesota here. Game 1 goes to the Lakers, 122-97. 62 combined between Kobe and Hayward. Hell yeah. Game number 2. Brendan Knight re-aggravated his injury. All right. I don't know how bad he's going to be, so I'll go 24 to Knight. And we'll do about, I think I should start Nolan Smith. Oh, man. All right, let's bench him a little bit more. We'll give Nolan Smith 31 minutes tonight. Let's trust the kid. We lose game 2 by 1. Is that real? Is that real? We scored 2 points in the second quarter. Get out of here. What? That's ridiculous. Oh, my God. Game 3 goes to the Lakers, 123-104. Kobe was great. Hayward was great. Sullinger was great off the bench. Nolan Smith, 13, 7, and 9. Hell yeah, man. Game 4 goes to the Lakers by 8. Kobe with 26. Hayward with 22. Dallin Bear with 10 and 15. Game number 5, we lose this one by 13. Kevin Love at 32 and 10. Game 6. Oh, man. Are we going to blow a 3-1 lead? I'm scared. I mean, winner's got to take on the Thunder. So you'd rather be a 7 seed than a 4 seed, honestly. So you avoid them in the bracket. We are up by 8 here in the 4th. Up by 3. Up by 2, and we prevail. We win 119-115. Kobe emptied the clip, 31 field goals, 53 points. Sullinger with 17. Wow. All right, we're taking on the Thunder. Back-to-back years. Do we get... Bogut is somewhat healthy, but I'm going to wait. Please tell me I don't know. I hate to root for an injury, but do the Thunder have an injury? Nope. They beat the Jazz in 5, so shout out to the Jazz making it to the playoffs. Do they have Odom? Did Odom get hurt? I don't know. I guess they don't have him anymore. And then you have Cleveland. Dallenberg got hurt. Great. So you have Cleveland versus Chicago. Shout out to Kawhi carrying Cleveland. You got Washington post John Wall. Okay. And then you got Philly with Kemba, Drew, West, and Melo. And then you have Charlotte, or excuse me, New Orleans with Chris Paul and AD and Juan Carlos Navarro. Actually a good player in this save. He's an interesting basketball reference if you look it up. And the Mavericks are here as well. And yeah, Mecca Okafor turning into a good player. All right. So we're taking on OKC. Bogut is fully healthy, so let's just honestly sub out Dallenberg for Bogut, and then we'll sub out, I think, Splitter for Dallenberg when he gets healthy. We lose by 28. All right, we do win game 2 by 10. Gordon Hayward with 39 and 10. Nolan Smith's been pretty good for us, man. So I think what I'm going to do is Brandon Knight is still playing with the injury. I'm going to, I don't know, was Dallenberg bad? He kind of was. All right, so we'll keep Splitter in there. Game 3, we win. Oh my God, we won by 1. Gordon Hayward, 36. Kobe, 32. Smith, 25 and 10. Nolan Smith, they had 70 from Durant and Russ. They win game 4 by 3. Oh, that's the one we needed to win. Game 5, they win this one by 7. We had a bad second quarter and a bad first half to begin with. All right, game 6. Damn. All right, we ended up losing by 35. We were up 2-1. Hang the banner. Bismack Biyombo 23 and 6 against us. And the West is just getting better, man. Chris Paul and Anthony Davis is going to be tough to go through. I'm sorry, Kobe. I'm trying, man, out here. OKC wins game 1 and game 2, but I feel like the Hornets are next up. They won in 5. Chicago, to no surprise, swept Cleveland. Philly made it to the conference finals, but losing to Chicago. So a rematch of last year. Chicago wins game 1. Game 2 goes to Chicago. Game 3 to OKC. Oh, we got ourselves a series right here. Durant at 31. Game 5 goes to OKC. They won 3 unanswered. Rose had 35 in the loss. Game 6 goes to OKC. They go back-to-back. Kevin Durant is your finals MVP. So he now has 2 finals MVPs. Derrick Rose has 1 since we started this. Kevin Garnett retires. Marcus Camby, who was a Laker this year. Jameson, Vince Carter, Hito, Jason Williams, Earl Watson all retire. So those are the notable ones. Frank Vogel, Byron Scott, former Lakers coach, retires. KG obviously goes to the Hall of Fame. It's fitting he's that picture on the right. He doesn't get his jersey retired by the Celtics, okay, but he gets it retired by the Timberwolves. So we're going to adopt an incremental luxury tax. The New Orleans Hornets are becoming the Pelicans, which I could veto that if I wanted to. Kind of do. I feel like that's a downgrade. I'm going to keep them the Hornets. And we're going to change the logo. No, I don't think I want to. I kind of like the Suns logo. Maybe that's nostalgia speaking to me. So players will not be eligible until 2 years. We're going to just reject that. Abolish the mid-level salary. No, we're not going to do any of these. So I guess it's not the end of the world, but I'm going to learn my lesson. I did not get the better of the swap. The Blazers did. Thankfully, it was 1 pick at 25 and 26. And then the Spurs got 1. The Thunder just got picked 2. Oh my God, if they add Giannis, I'm going to lose my mind. The Spurs just got 1. Cleveland's got 11. All right, we're going to keep Phil Jackson for 1 more year. This might be the last dance. Oh my God. Well, I assume Giannis is going to go 1 to San Antonio, which is crazy. We'll see what OKC does at 2. So the Raptors really want to negotiate a contract with Popovich. You know what? I'll allow him to sign Pop. Does Pop sign? Yeah. So is he going to be, if he's going to be their assistant GM, I'll kind of hate that. Okay, so he's their head coach. So Pop now goes to the Raptors. And we'll go to the workouts. So we're picking later here in the draft. And obviously I'm going to let the CPU do it. So in the range, Shabazz Muhammad, sure. Andre Roberson for some defense. Trey Burke, Cody Zeller. Probably going to go where he should have went. We'll do Anthony Bennett. Maybe he ends up going around this range as well. We'll do Mason Plumlee, Reggie Bullock. I got 2 more to do. We could do Daniel Tice and Dwayne Dedman. Just some big man help. Okay. So we'll see who we end up drafting. Night of the NBA draft. I could also make a trade if we wanted to. Bogut, it's an expiring is what we have for us. I think, move it. And the Warriors' best center is Greg Smith. So I'm actually going to trade Bogut to the Warriors for 2 unprotected first-round picks. Bogut ended up being a Warrior at one point, and we are able to pull that off. So we clear up a lot of money. We should have some money in cap. Oh my God, Kobe's contract goes up to $30 million. That's so much money. But luckily, Matthews and Hayward combined for $10 million is really good. We have Knight, we have Sullinger, and now we have 2 first-round picks. We have 13 and 26. So I'm thinking about trading 13 for a pick next year. But you know what? If I ended up with Steven Adams or Tim Hardaway Jr., it's not the end of the world, although that's not great. But let's see who we end up getting. We'll simulate the top 10, and Giannis does go to the Spurs. Look at that. Rudy Gobert I mean, that's a pretty good pick to OKC. God damn, they're good. Oladipo goes to the Magic like he did in real life. The Knicks get Dennis Schroeder from Germany. Kelly Olynyk to the Grizzlies there. CJ McCollum to the Pacers. That's a good pick. Celtics take Otto Porter. Rockets take Nerlens Noel. And the Raptors take Michael Carter-Williams. So we will watch this final pick. A lot of trades last year, not that many this year. Grievous Vasquez for number 10. I mean, Grievous Vasquez helped the Raptors get, I think, Anunoby. So let's see who we ended up taking. KCP would have been nice. There goes Cody Zeller, Tim Hardaway Jr., and we got Anthony Bennett. All right, rewrite the story, Anthony Bennett. Hopefully you're a better player for us than you were in real life. I would have liked Steven Adams. And then we ended up later on I'll take Mason Plumlee there. We get some big man help after trading away Andrew Bogut. So let's sign both those guys. Gordon Hayward and Brandon Knight for about $5 million a year. That's amazing. Top free agent could be Marc Gasol. We had one Gasol, do we get another one? So yeah, maybe not as loaded of a free agency class like last year. I mean, Blake Griffin is unrestricted. He's getting a max deal from the Magic. Can I get Blake? I'd have to free up $9 million. That's Kobe is making so much money. Maybe next year is when I can get creative, but then like the Gordon Hayward extension kicks in next year. Eventually. So I don't think I'm going to get a big name free agent. I think we're kind of treating Kobe like the Warriors are treating with Steph. Like we're going to be competitive, but we can't really mortgage the future right now because I think next year we will have some more flexibility. Like no way Gordon Hayward is making more than $25 million a year. Maybe he does for all I know. But he should be making less than Kobe. We'll be off the $4 million for Kirilenko as well. And we could have some cap space because I don't think Gordon Hayward should have a massive cap hold either next year. I don't think I can see it, but we will have cap space. And Kobe, I'll bring back, but like on a cheaper deal. So we signed Yao Ming on a 1+1 to team option. We get Mike Dunleavy. I'll keep the negotiations open with Nolan Smith, Dalembert, Splitter's fine, and Singler. So did anybody switch up here? Blake Griffin goes back to the Clippers. Josh Smith returns to the Hawks. Carlos Navarro returns to the Hornets. Tyreek Evans returns to the Kings. Serge Ibaka, though, here's a big switch. He leaves OKC for Houston, gets a nice deal there. So Paul Millsap does not have a realistic offer out there. I cannot afford him. So I'm also going to sign CJ Miles on a 1+1, as well as Taurean Prince. I'm going to try to get on the minimum as well. Kyle Singler gets a deal from the Knicks. 2 years, 3.7. I'll let him sign with the Knicks. But I would like to bring back Nolan Smith to be my my backup point guard next year. So can I front load that? Can I lower it a little bit? All right, I'm fine with signing Nolan Smith on like the Rudy Fernandez deal. There we go. And that's probably going to be it for me here, unless I could snag a veteran on day 12, but I doubt I can. They would need to take the minimum for me. Like Caron Butler, I mean, do you want to take? Probably not. And no, I don't think I'm going to get anybody. So player progression, Kobe, still 94, which is nice. Gordon Hayward goes up to a 91. Matthews, Brandon Knight go up. Yao Ming stays the same. Sullinger goes up. A little bit of regression to Dunleavy and Taurean Prince. No shocker there. And next year, Kobe would take a $16 million. I think we just start doing like the 1+1s for Kobe. So I'll give him a 1 year extension, like the lowest he'll take, which is probably like 13 million. So we'll do that. Hayward. Okay. That's perfect. Let's try to like give him a lot in year 1, 14 million. And we're going to front load this, which is not super uncommon for rookie extensions, especially back then. So Matthews wants to test free agency, but he has 2 years left. That's actually pretty nice. So I can, potentially move that next offseason. I feel like I knew that. So it's going to be Knight, Bryant, Hayward. Let's go Sullinger at the 4, Yao Ming at the 5. We'll have Matthews, Kirilenko, Anthony Bennett getting minutes off the bench. I think I'd rather play like Nolan Smith. And then Mason Plumlee could get the backup 5 minutes. I mean, I don't have many options, right? Plumlee can get like 10 minutes a night. And then we're going to go, I don't know, 25 to Yao. 26 to Yao. We can do a little bit more to Kirilenko. And we'll play Brandon Knight a ton. We'll see if he can maybe have a breakout season. It's probably his last chance as like our guy. If he doesn't take strides this year, then I'm going to be okay trying to upgrade in the offseason. Gordon Hayward breaks his left leg. He's out 6 to 8 weeks. Great. That sucks. And Brandon Knight, unfortunately, just broke his hand. He was playing better this year, and he kind of gets off to colder starts. So that's a really shitty injury for us. So we've been banged up a ton this year, and we're at the deadline. We're 27 and 25. I believe we do own our first round pick in the 2014 draft. We have 2 firsts in 2015. At least one from the Spurs, who have Giannis now. And we do have 2 in 2014. One from the Warriors from the Bogut deal. Or the Warriors are good. So maybe we are really missing Andrew Bogut's rim protection. He's been a lot better and looks like a good pickup for them. They have Avery Bradley, who's kind of sick next to Steph. I know he's not Klay Thompson. So Kobe's getting older. We've had a bunch of injuries this year to Gordon Hayward, to Brandon Knight, to Wesley Matthews, who's currently banged up, Do we try to be aggressive here? I think that's in the cards. Yao Ming has not been great. Can I get one center that could shoot above 40% from the field, please? All right, I'm going to try to trade Andrei Kirilenko for Al-Farouq Aminu. At 22 years old, former undrafted player. Does he have 2 years left or 1 year left on the deal? 2 years left, so it gives us some flexibility this offseason. Would they do this? They may want a second. They want Mike Dunleavy, who's not really played for us, for Sasha Vucevic. Yeah, let's do that. Welcome back to the Lakers, Sasha. How's Anthony Bennett been this year? 36 from 3. I'll take it. Now, he's not really a good defensive center, but we're also calling back up the Pistons, and we're giving them Yao Ming and CJ Miles for Nicole Melli, a former second rounder, and Greg Monroe, who is a free agent at the end of the year. He does not want to re-sign with the Pistons, and they get a 33-year-old Yao Ming to, I guess, boost some some Asian jersey sales, international sales for them. So we add Greg Monroe, we add Al-Farouq Aminu at the deadline. Interesting pickups, I'll say. And then I'm going to trade Rudy Fernandez to the Bucks for Ryan Broekhoff, second rounder, and a 2018 second rounder from the Bucks. All right, so we're going to have Brandon Knight still be the 1. We'll go 30 minutes a night to him. Kobe could get 32, 36-2. Hayward's good. We're going to start Al-Farouq Aminu. He's going to get 25 a night. We're definitely going to start Greg Monroe, although I hate the defense, but we kind of have to play the best guys out there. We'll go 20 to Bennett. We'll go 19 to Bennett, 19 to Sullinger. Let's go about 15, 16 to Plumlee. We could do about 30 to Greg Monroe. That's fine. 33 minutes here. I'd like to obviously give Nolan Smith about 16 a night. And then Wesley Matthews, when he's back out there, will play. So remaining 17, we could probably just bump up some of the power forwards. I know we have a ton of power forwards on this team, but that's going to be pretty much my trades here. Greg Monroe is going to test free agency. I don't think he's restricted. I could be wrong, but that'd be nice for us. And we're currently the 10th seed right now. Things are not looking good. We didn't make the playoffs right in year number 1. And Gordon Hayward just got hurt in March. I'm sorry, Kobe. I'm sorry. If you're making 16 million, it's tough to really build a team around you. So currently with 2 games to go, we are 40 and 38. The Jazz do have about a game on, or half a game on us right now. We take on the Nuggets here, who are 41 and 38. We're also fighting a spot against them. That may actually get us into the playoffs. Gordon Hayward, 34 points. He is back. Puts us as the 8th seed. So we're now tied. It's kind of crazy. Tied with Portland, tied with Utah. We're the 8th spot. So the Timberwolves are very good. If we win this game, we're definitely in. If we lose it, I think if Denver wins, we are out. So we're going to have a 4th quarter comeback, and the Lakers will be in the playoffs. We actually finished as the 7th seed because, just kidding, I lied. We actually have 2 games left, so maybe we don't make the playoffs. Greg Monroe with an injury, but we beat the Mavericks. Okay, we're definitely making the playoffs, and we beat the Suns. Curry with Andrew Bogut wins MVP. Here is Steph Curry. In 2014, he averages 52 from the field, 44 from 3, 97 from the free throw line, 33 points a night. Giannis Rookie of the Year. Drummond, 6th Man of the Year. Dwight Depoy, Drummond Most Improved. Scott Brooks, Coach of the Year. All-NBA first team, you have Curry, Wade, Blake, LeBron, and Cousins. Second team, you have Harden, Russ, Melo, Kawhi, and Dwight. Third team, you got Chris Paul, left hand fracture, okay. AD, the front court in Minnesota with Pau Gasol and Kevin Love, and Kyrie Irving, who's in Memphis. He's been a superstar there, basically. Kobe, all defensive first team at 35 is incredible. Blake's all defensive first team, okay. And then all defensive second team, you got Russ, Rondo, Kawhi, LeBron, and don't rub it in, Andrew Bynum. Giannis, McCollum, Oladipo, Gobert, and Adams on all rookie first team. And we can't seem to get anybody on all rookie teams. So we're taking on New Orleans, who won the Southwest, but Chris Paul is hurt. So maybe we steal out an upset. Ended the season on a 7-game winning streak, actually, as well, which is pretty sweet. Gordon Hayward averaged more points per game than Kobe, kind of passing at the torch right there. Al-Farouq Aminu could not hit a shot for us. At least he could hit a free throw. All right, so here we go. Before the playoffs, Brandon Knight dealing with an injury. He was pretty good this year for us. We have Kobe, Hayward, Bennett. They want to start at the 4. Greg Monroe dealing with an injury at the 5. So I think Nolan Smith struggled this year, so he's probably not going to make the playoff rotation. They want to start Mason Plumlee over Monroe, maybe for the injury. I'll go 24 to Plumlee. Sullinger and Bennett could kind of play the backup 5 in a pinch. And here we go against New Orleans, who have a 91 Juan Carlos Navarro and Anthony Davis, who's already an 89. But Brandon Knight drops 25. Gordon Hayward fouled out in 24 minutes, but we beat him by 5. Brandon Knight fully healthy. Let's go. And we lost game 2. Okay, 20 points for Kobe, 6 to 12 from the field. Brandon Knight, 6 to 22. Don't go out like this. We win game 3, 135-123. Gordon Hayward, 37 and 16. Chris Paul is still injured. How long is he going to be out for? Is he out the rest of the series? I kind of think it was a series one. Could be wrong. 1 to 2 weeks still, so he may miss it. And I forgot to show you guys the All-Star participants. So you got Dwight, Kawhi, Dame, and Dwight over there in Milwaukee. It's the new like Harden and Dwight. Chris Bosh. So did 3 Heat make it? Yeah, Dwayne, Bosh, and LeBron made it. Horford in Atlanta, I think for the first time here. Shout out to Stuckey. Oh my God, he's killing it in the playoffs right now. And here in the West, a lot of notable names. And a couple like Thunder, a couple T-Wolves, a couple Hornets, and Kobe still making it. So the Bucks were actually the 1 seed with Dwight Howard and Dame, which is crazy. The Bobcats are the 2 seed with Clay, Thiago Splitter, Tyrese Thomas, and the Kings were the 2 seed here. On to game 4, I'm getting sidetracked. We win by 26. I mean, okay, there we go, Brandon Knight. We caught a break with no Chris Paul. They have Chris Middleton as well. Wesley Matthews injury, 1 to 2 weeks. We lose game 5. Chris Paul is still hurt. Please win game 6 before game 7, Chris Paul. Thank you. We win game 6. Kobe with 26, Hayward with 19. And we caught a break with no Chris Paul in that series. Where have you heard that before? And we're taking on the Kings here in round 2, headlined by Corey Joseph, Tyreek Evans, Jimmy Butler, who's a beast, and DeMarcus Cousins, who's a beast. They have Davis Bertans, Hassan Whiteside, Fields, and Royce White off the bench. A pretty good bench unit. And then you got OKC in Minnesota, Milwaukee and Indiana. And then shout out to Rodney Stuckey. Absolute beast. And they also signed Paul Millsap there in Detroit. What did he get per year? Paul Millsap got, oh my God, the veteran minimum. Jesus Christ. Okay. You got a rematch of the Kings and the Lakers in the playoffs. Hopefully it's a different ref crew. We lose game 1 by a decent amount. Gordon Hayward had 40 in this one. Game 2 goes to the Lakers by 10, 94-84. Game 3, Greg Monroe fully healthy. Let's go. We lose game 3, though. Kobe had 30. On a game 4, we win. Okay. So we are 2 games away from going to the conference finals. Can we get to 2 wins first out of the next 3? Well, now we got to win 2 in a row. Davis Bertans at 29. Gordon Hayward at 42. Man, this really is Gordon Hayward's team. Gordon Hayward is averaging 31 points in this series. I'm getting 31% from the field from Brandon Knight, 25 from Aminu, 35 from Anthony Bennett. The Milwaukee Bucks are already in the conference finals. Game number 6, we lose. All right, so we made it to the conference finals once. Al-Farouq Aminu had 21 points. Kobe had 18. He was terrible. Gordon Hayward wasn't great either. And the Kings are going to be taking on the OKC Thunder, who won in game 7 by 4. It was their toughest test yet. I mean, Kevin Durant did not shoot the ball well. Neither did Russ, and they still won. I mean, all the bigs over there in Minnesota and Miami ended up beating Detroit. They're fully healthy now in 5. So are we going to get Miami OKC in the finals, or is Milwaukee going to beat Miami? They're up 2-1, 2-2. OKC's up 3-1, and we're getting a game 7 here. And Milwaukee, the new age Milwaukee Bucks with Dwight, well, more so Damian Lillard. They have Kevin Martin, an older Richard Jefferson. Harrison Barnes is there as well. Kent Bazemore, former Laker Derek there. TJ Ford and Dante Green are taking on the Thunder, but it's just a tough test to go up against them. They actually won game 2 by 10. Barnes at 26, Howard with 17 boards. Thunder go up 3-1 though, and they're going to win in 5. They're a dynasty. Now James Harden gets finals MVP, so only Russ has not gotten a finals MVP, but he's got a regular season MVP though. So that was year number 4. Bunch of Nuggets retirements of Steven Jackson, Brad Miller, and Ray Allen, who will probably go to the Hall. T-Mac, who will probably go to the Hall. You have Jason Collins, Kirk Hinrich. A lot of notable names end up retiring. You have a lot of staff retirements. George Karl retires. So does Alvin Gentry. And T-Mac and Ray Allen head to the Hall. I'm fine with the Rising Star game change. They want to change the Bobcats to the Hornets. We are going to change that just because we already have the New Orleans Hornets staying as the Hornets. And then we could change the uniforms and the logo of the Warriors. The Warriors are already the new logo anyway. It's not the We Believe one. I kind of like that Kings logo. I'm going to keep it. So the Magic have won the 2014 lottery. They could take Jokic, Embiid, somebody like that. Maybe it's Jabari Parker. Maybe it's Wiggins. The Knicks at number 2. The Spurs can add to Giannis there at number 3. So we traded Andrew Bogut for the 13th pick last year and the 24th pick this year. We also own our pick at 22. And I think we are going to let, what's his name? Phil Jackson kind of switch teams. We're going to try to get Eric Spoelstra as our head coach. That would be a massive pickup. Doc Rivers. I mean, younger Doc Rivers poaching from the Celtics. I have more appeal in that. I think, is that it? I mean, we could try to get Terry Stotts. A lot of like good assistants out there. So let's see. Can I get Doc or maybe Frank Vogel, who I thought retired? Vinny Del Negro. I'll pass. Brian Shaw was supposed to be like the next great assistant. We get Doc. We don't get Spoelstra. All right. Welcome to the Lakers. Doc Rivers. He's going to be our next head coach. This is the 2014 draft. So let's go to pre-draft workouts. And I'm thinking about trading up. I have that thought in my mind, like packaging those 2 picks, but we could scout Jeremy Grant. We could scout Yusuf Nurkic, Dario Saric, Jordan Clarkson, TJ Warren. This is a deeper class, I think, with role players. So Kobe also has a no trade clause as well. I'm not going to trade him. Wesley Matthews, not maybe happy with his role here. We could think about trading him. I mean, how far can 22 and 24 get me to move up? I mean, let's see. So, like, the Suns have 8. Well, they have the stepping role against them. I mean, we could try to go to 13 with the Rockets. They say no. I don't really want to include Wesley Matthews in this deal. I would trade Nolan Smith, though. So, could I trade 22, 24, and Nolan Smith for 13? They say yes to that. All right, let's see who we end up taking. So, we've been picking kind of late lottery. The Magic did lose Dwight Howard, but now they have Joel Embiid. The Knicks have taken Nikola Jokic. So, they got Dennis Schroeder last year, Jokic this year. The Spurs are adding Andrew Wiggins to Giannis. Imagine they got Jokic or Embiid. Randall's a Clipper, so a different LA team for him. Levine's a Hawk. Aaron Gordon's a Celtic. Marcus Smart's a net. Jabari Parker's, oh, I would have loved him. And then the Raptors take Saric. The Wizards are going to trade the pick for Joe Johnson. Oh my God, he's making like $20 million a year. That's a pretty good deal. But they take Nick Stauskas. So let's find out who we ended up taking. Please be a good player. So we ended up taking Spencer Dinwiddie. I don't hate it. After trading Nolan Smith and maybe trading Brandon Knight, we could use another point guard. So who went in the range we traded? James Young and PJ Hairston. So I'm okay with that trade. We take Spencer Dinwiddie. Let's pick up the team options on Melly, Sullinger, and Brandon Knight, who's definitely like worth 3.39 mil. But we'll give Greg Monroe the qualifying offer, so he was restricted. Kevin Love is unrestricted. I'd have to clear up $4 million, but there's a chance. But we'd get into a bidding war with him. And then I could get Al Horford, but he wants a decent amount, and I think I'd rather roll over my money till next year. All right, so I want to see if I could somehow move Wesley Matthews for Jonas Valanciunas. I was hoping I would get a counter offer there. I don't really want to trade away Brandon Knight in this deal, but I would dangle like either Mason Plumlee. So if you want a center coming back, would you do this? They say no. And I would dangle the Spurs first rounder. I mean, they have like Giannis and they have Wiggins and it's top 10 protected. So it's not going to be a unprotected first till 2016. So I would do this for Valanciunas, who's got 1 year left under his contract. And he's been efficient with even like limited 3-point shooting. Monster on the glass. Could we do this trade with the Bobcats? They say yes. All right, welcome to the Lakers, Jonas Valanciunas, who's still an intriguing young player. He's 22 years old. I can now make an offer for Kevin Love. I don't know if he will take my offer. Does he want to play for the Lakers? Probably not. I may as well offer like a 1 year deal to Zebo or somebody like that. Just to see if somebody's interested in playing on a 1 year deal. Because I don't really want to give Al Horford like a major deal. I'm not going to bring back Paul Millsap. Davis Bertans is restricted. A lot of these guys are restricted. We could go after Danny Granger, Trevor Ariza. I wouldn't mind like one of these scorers off the bench. Avery Bradley, but he's restricted. J.R. Smith. Wouldn't mind JR, but he's got a full $52 million from the Knicks on the table. I don't think I'm matching that. Like I would maybe sprinkle in some Lou Williams money out there if we don't get Kevin Love. So let's do that. Let's give Lou Will a 1+1, and we can give him a little bit more this year. Let's see if he would do that. But let's first see if we can get Kevin Love. I mean, we could get Pau Gasol, welcome him back, or Marc Gasol and have Valanciunas be a 4. But I don't think so. So, yeah, Kevin Love takes another offer. We're going to renounce the rights on Prince, Vucevic, not Greg Monroe. Do I have to? Damn. All right, hold on a second. I don't want to renounce the rights on Monroe if I don't have to. And Kevin Love does go to the Milwaukee Bucks, back to the Bucks. No, he leaves Minnesota to the Bucks. Wow, that's kind of crazy. So did Lou Will get a deal yet? He did not. So let's just hold off on that. Okay, so I think I could sign Lou Will to this contract and not have to renounce the rights on Greg Monroe. There we go. And then what would the Monroe? He wants $8 million a year. I'll give Monroe this, but I'm front loading that at 24 years old. So he's going to be a solid backup center to Valanciunas. I know we don't have a ton of defense there, but it is a tradable asset. We could try to pick up Johnny Flynn this offseason. We did just draft. Who was his? Spencer Dinwiddie. I'm going to give Gerald Henderson the 2-year deal worth about $3.25. So next year, I think we have a better team. It's Valanciunas and Monroe, Aminu, Sullinger, and Bennett, Gordon Hayward, Kobe, Lou Will, Gerald Henderson, Knight, and Dinwiddie. Anybody switch up here at the top? Oh no, Love ended up back in Minnesota. Al Horford goes to the Bucks. Oh my God, Dwight Howard, Al Horford, and Damian Lillard. That's going to be a sick team over there. And I'm going to get another good power forward, Taj Gibson, on a 2-year deal. I think I'm going to change the position of Al-Farouq Aminu to a small forward. And let's do our 1-year extension for Kobe. We'll do, honestly, maybe we'll let him hit free agency because then I can give me some flexibility on draft night. Brandon Knight, let's give him 3 years. I mean, the salary cap is going up. I'll let it ascend over time. Let's extend Brandon Knight. And I don't know if Aminu would be restricted or not. So We may trade him this year. We'll see. But for now, I'm going to make him a small forward. He goes up to an 81. I don't think there's any other positional changes I really want to make. Looking at this really quickly, I think we're good. And right now it's going to be Knight, Bryant, who's going to play like 32 minutes a night. Gordon Hayward. We'll see what Anthony Bennett can do. 25 a night. Let's go 30 to Valanciunas. I'm going to go about 18 to Greg Monroe. Let's go about 20. We can do, yeah, 20 to Aminu. Let's go about 16 to Williams. We'll do 16 to Sullinger. Let's go about 12 to Dinwiddie, and we can do about 8 to Taj Gibson. I like this team. And we also picked up Will Bynum before the season started. Also, new head coach, Doc Rivers. I don't know Phil Jackson. Actually, I could probably just see if he ended up somewhere. Let's see. Did Phil Jackson? Oh, yep. He signed with the Denver Nuggets. Early in the year, Jonas Valanciunas tore his left MCL. He's going to be out for a little bit, but he's been off to a good start. All right. So we have been good this year. We are 33-19. The Thunder obviously are the Thunder. They have Gobert and Biyombo in the front court. The Hornets are here as a 2 seed. I guess Chris Paul recently got hurt. We are here at the 3 seed. We have a 6.6 point differential, 4th best offense. The defense could use some work. We are 6th worst in the West, so about middle of the pack. Gordon Hayward's averaging 19 points in 35 minutes, 43 from 3. Kobe, or why did I say it like that? I don't know. Kobe is shooting 49 from the field, 38 from 3, 87 from the free throw line. Brandon Knight breakout, and now that looks like a great contract. He's only turning it over 1.8 times, 42 from 3. We've developed him here in LA. Valanciunas is shooting 39 from 3. Finally, I have an efficient center. I just wish he was a better defender. Lou Will, like there's something there. I forget, does he have the team option? He does, $6.5 million. And then we got Anthony Bennett, who is playing better this year. I think I definitely like him as a piece more than Sullinger, who's been good. Alfred Camino, I may look to move at the deadline. And Dinwiddie's been a good backup point guard. Monroe's a good backup center. So I think I'm going to do this trade with the Bucks. I'm going to get Kevin Martin's expiring contract for Alfred Camino, but I'm going to get it's just they're so good. I mean, 2019 is far out from now. Like we just had, the 2014 draft. So I guess you never know, like Dwight, Dame, like how that team is going to look then. So I'm going to make this trade, and we get a little bit more shooting off the bench. And I'm also going to get a second here for Will Bynum and Nicole Melli. We're going to get Archie Goodwin from the Indiana Pacers, and then we're also going to get a 2017 second. So let's look at the All-Star, the All-Stars this year. We have Wade, Rose, a lot of these guys, Kemba Walker there in Philly. Any new guys? Jeremy Lin in Boston? What? Okay. Jokic as a rookie is an All-Star. That's incredible. And here in the West, you still have Kobe. You got Kyrie. You got Gordon Hayward making it for the first time in his career. Let's go. And we don't have any contract extensions right now. We have still been a top 3 team in the West most of the year. And Kevin Durant wins the 2015 MVP award. He may be the GOAT by the end of this. Jokic Rookie of the Year. Randall 6th Man of the Year. Dwight Depoy. The offense is dipping down a little bit. Mason Plumlee. Okay. Oh my God. Did we trade away baby Jokic? Are you kidding me? And Scott Brooks takes home Coach of the Year. So you got Curry, Wade, KD, Griffin, and Cousins on All-NBA first team. You got Jokic second team as a rookie. Shout out to Bradley Beal breaking out. He averaged 30 points per game. Oh my God. Giannis is here as well. Russ is on second team. Third team, you have Rose, Kyrie, Kawhi, Melo, and Mason Plumlee. I really traded away baby Jokic. At least he's 25. Not that much room for improvement, right? I mean, his per 36 were right there. Okay. Regret it a little bit. Defensive first team, you got Kobe. Still a stud defensively, I guess. Dwayne Wade, AD, Blake, and Howard. Second team, you got Russ, Paul, Giannis, Paul George, and Lucas Nogueira. I forgot about him from Brazil. You got Jokic, Randall, Embiid, Levine, and Gordon on first team rookie, all-rookie first team. And we can't get an all-rookie first team guy to save our lives. I didn't know if Dinwiddie was going to make it. We finished as the 3 seed, 52-30. We're taking on the Rockets here in round 1. I don't know. They got Kyle Lowry. They got Draymond Green. They got Ross, KCP, Marco Bellinelli. It's a fine team. Hornets ended the season on a 10-game winning streak. They have a healthy Chris Paul for the playoffs. And then you got, who's the top seed in the West or the East? You got Milwaukee and Indiana. So let's look here at the scoring. Our winning score was Gordon Hayward, followed by Kobe. Brandon Knight, definitely the best year of his career by far, actually. Jonas Valanciunas was solid for us compared to the recent big men. Lou Williams had a strong second half. Kevin Martin was a good 3-point shooter. We got plenty of power forwards in case somebody gets hurt. And for the playoffs, I don't think I'm going to play Dinwiddie. Actually, I don't even think he played that much in the second half. I'm going to go, I think how do I want to do this here? I don't think I'm going to play Taj Gibson. No. I want to go, 30. We'll do 40 to Hayward. We're going to start Anthony Bennett, which I'm scared. We're going to go 24 to Bennett. We'll do 17 to Sullinger. I'm going to go 20 to Lou Will. And we'll go like 15 to Kevin Martin. That's good with me. Backup 5 is Greg Monroe, who's going to get about 16 minutes a night because we're going to go 32 to Valanciunas. And then I want to go 34 to Brandon Knight, 36 to Kobe. And we could do a little bit more to Sullinger and Anthony Bennett. All right. Sullinger and Anthony Bennett, just not the most athletic power forwards in the world. We win game 1 by 27. Gordon Hayward, 39 and 11. Brandon Knight was good. Valanciunas was good as well. Game 2, we lose, okay, by 8. Henry Walker with 20 here. Game 3, we lose by 1. Nerlens Noel had 22 and 10. Damn, Brandon Knight had a good game, but 5 turnovers. Gordon Hayward had 25. Game 4, we lose. Oh my God. Doc Rivers, I'm going to kill you, man. 5 of 23 for Lou Will and Gordon Hayward in this game. At least they hit their free throws. We do win game 5 by 4. Anthony Bennett had 25. He's actually had a good playoff so far. Game 6, Kevin Martin is hurt. Kevin Martin is hurt. So I think I'm basically just going to swap Kevin Martin, who's been bad, for Spencer Dinwiddie. Are we about to get sent home in game 6? We do. Oh my God. We lose 117-106. Gordon Hayward had 29. He was phenomenal for us. Kobe was good. Brandon Knight was good. Damn. Was Valanciunas bad? He wasn't the best. Sullinger was fine. Bennett was... I don't know how we lost this. I guess it was the defense, and maybe that's the downfall of Valanciunas. Okay. The Thunder Dynasty, they've been dethroned. The New Orleans Hornets are here to stay. Anthony Davis, Finals MVP in year 3. Him and Chris Paul get it done. Okay, that's cool. They have, Middleton, Capella. They beat the Bucks. So Alfred Camino helped the Bucks go to the NBA Finals, although he could not shoot to save his life. Maybe that's why they lost. They beat the Pacers in 6. Miami lost to the Pacers in 6. Thunder beat the Kings in 6. The Hornets barely beat the Rockets. Damn. I guess the Rockets... better than I thought. So the Hornets have won the NBA Finals. Jermaine O'Neal, Laker legend, Samuel Dalembert retires. Matt Barnes, Drew Gooden. Udonis hasn't played like 8 more years, but he retires here. So division winners no longer get the 3 seed. I'm good with that. We'll change the logo of the 76ers. The Bucks, I kind of want to keep it, although their new logo is not bad. I kind of want to keep the Wizards logo as well. The Bulls, we could change the new one. The Clippers, I like low-key kind of forget what they changed it to. Before the new one. It was like with the ball, right? I want to keep the Hawks. Like, I just hate the new, like, basketball logos. I'm going to actually keep these. These are so much better, and I don't even think that's nostalgia for me. So I'm thinking in, like, a year or 2, we'll add an expansion team. So do we have, like, a random lottery pick? The Jazz could get number 1 here in 2015, which is the Devin Booker Cat year. The Pistons get the number 1 pick. Bulls at 2, Bobcats at 3, Jazz at 4, Knicks at 5. We do own our first round pick, but it's all the way at 27. All right, so Doc, we'll keep an eye on you, but I'm very upset about year number 1. So let's look at like who could go in our range. We'll look at Frank, Lyles, Nance, Hazonia, Josh Richardson, I think would be a good pick for us. Anybody late here? Pat Connaughton, Quinn Cook, Justin Anderson. I got 3 more invites remaining. Billy Hernan-Gomez, he kind of left the league so early. Jetty Osman, JP Tokoto, just for my UNC Tar Heels. We'll do that. So we do have Kobe's expiring contract freed up right now. That could allow us to make a trade. And the Hornets want to add a backup big man, so they're going to get Taj Gibson and my 2 seconds in this draft for an unprotected first round pick down the line. So I know the Hornets are good, but we add another first. So we will have 2 firsts in 2018 and 2 in 2019. But those firsts were by teams in the NBA Finals. Wow, the Pistons, maybe Darko Milicic. I know Kristaps is a great player, but over Cat and Booker, don't know if I could agree with that. The Bulls get Cat at number 2. And the Bobcats add Devin Booker to Klay Thompson at 3. The Jazz take D'Lo. Knicks get Miles Turner when they already have Nikola Jokic. Jahlil Okafor to the Grizzlies to pair up with Kyrie. Bobby Portis with... Who went to the Hawks last year? Wasn't somebody really good? Or maybe I'm just thinking... No, I don't remember actually who went there. Terry Rozier to the Magic. Frank Kaminsky to the Nuggets. And number 10, it gets traded every year for Andrew Bogut. So pretty good ROI, I think, for the Warriors, who ended up with, Rondae Hollis-Jefferson. All right, so let's see who we ended up taking with our first round pick later in the draft. TJ McConnell, fun player. All right, I'm with that. Now we do have 3 point guards with him and Dinwiddie. $6.5 million for Lou Will. I'm debating if I want to pick that up. I think I will pick it up for Lou Will. And it's going to be very interesting to see what Jonas Valanciunas gets here in free agency. Kobe, oh my God, I can't see him in Celtic green. All right, Dwight Howard is a free agent. Hopefully he leaves the Bucks because then we can maybe get a better pick later on. Yeah, we will give Kobe. I mean, can I just give you 1 year, 24.5 mil? Like, I'll do it second. Oh man, this is what I get for not signing Kobe. Why is Boston giving him a 1 year deal with a player option? I mean, if I gave Kobe 2 years, Jesus. $24 million. I assume he'll take that. Okay. So yeah, Kobe should be back. Valanciunas might get a pretty penny. We're going to renounce the rights on Goodwin, Andrews, Kevin Martin. Hopefully Valanciunas doesn't get like a bag here in free agency. So let's see. Dwight Howard is not signed yet. Kyrie, like all these guys are back to their teams. Mike Conley leaves Memphis for Toronto. Clay, even with Devin Booker there, that's going to be a fun backcourt if they figure it out. Marcus Saul left Minnesota, goes to Portland. I feel like Milwaukee and Minnesota have just been cycling bigs. Kemba resigns in Philly. I'm also going to try to sign Seth Curry here. 2 years, $7 million. He was a great three-point shooter for the Mavericks last year. And we're going to re-sign Jonas Valanciunas on a 4-year deal worth $49.5 million. Kobe still going strong at 36. There's Gordon Hayward, Jonas Valanciunas, Brandon Knight. I think it's a good team. I just can't believe we lost in round number 1 last year. And any contract extensions to get done before the season starts. Sullinger, $7 million. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to give him that. We'll see how next year goes. We're going to have the same... I don't know, man. Like, can I keep running out the same roster? I think we're going to have, like, Lou Will as the 6th man. Sullinger can get 18. We'll go 14 to Dinwiddie. And I would like to go probably 14 to Seth Curry as well. Maybe we go, like, 12 to Dinwiddie. We'll do a little bit less to Lou Will. A little bit less to Bennett. And then we can do 32 to Kobe, 33 to Knight. And we'll actually go a little bit more to Lou Will and Sullinger this year. So system proficiency, 4-star balance under Doc Rivers. I haven't been like super aggressive. I feel like I've been planning out for the future at the deadline, like trading expiring contracts, and I may do that. But I wonder if this is the year that I try to be a little bit aggressive. All right, we've been very disappointing this year. We are 500. We were a 3 seed last year. We're currently the 10th seed at the trade deadline. I'm not going to trade Kobe. I'm not going to do it because I want him to retire as a Laker. But man, this is tough. This really is. I feel like this is a good team, though. I mean, Greg Monroe is unhappy. He's not starting. I think we got to think about trading like Lou Will and Sullinger here. And I'm going to trade Jared Sullinger and Lou Will to the Washington Wizards for Quinn Cook. But I'm going to get JaVale McGee, who I think is now going to open up the window to $10 million for a backup center is a lot. But I think I trust JaVale McGee a little bit more than Greg Monroe. I don't know. JaVale McGee's a good starting center, and if I did decide to trade, he's averaging 3 blocks a night. Or no, that's per 36. I'm going to do this trade, and if I do decide to trade Jonas Valanciunas, because we do lack some defensive upside with him, we can have a fallback. So I'm going to move Greg Monroe since he's unhappy. It's affecting the locker room. I'm going to trade for Derek Brown here from the LA Clippers, who is an expiring contract. But I'm also, like, he's actually a fine player, and I'm also going to get a 2018 top 3 protected pick from the Clippers. So that means we're going to have 3 first-rounders in a loaded 2018 draft. All right, maybe Doc Rivers isn't the man for the job. Like, we were a 3 seed last year. We might not make the playoffs this year. James Harden actually just won MVP. Wow. All right, everybody's so accomplished there in OKC. You have Cat winning Rookie of the Year, pretty good player, right? Joyce Randle, 6th man of the year behind Blake Griffin in Los Angeles. Kobe Bryant just won DPOY at 37 years old. 2 steals a night, 1 block a night. Absolute dog defensively. Clint Capella most improved. I don't know. Maybe we have talks about trading Kobe this offseason, and this is like Kevin Durant as part of his career, if like Kevin Durant this offseason from the Suns to the Rockets. Jokic, All-NBA first team. Giannis, LeBron, Kyrie, and Harden, mix of old and new. Curry, Wade, Blake, Melo, and Cat on second team. No Kobe on an All-NBA team. Lucas Nigeria is there as well. Nigeria, probably butchering that. Kevin Love is there. Kobe, top defender in the sport, still at 37 years old. We'll see if he retires. Like, maybe he ends up retiring. We don't know. And no Lakers making an all-rookie team. So we didn't make the playoffs. I don't know how I feel about that. 41 and 41 this year. We had an injury to Kobe down the stretch. Seth Curry shot 46 from 3. Or no, we had an injury to Gordon Hayward, excuse me, who had a left hand fracture. I mean, just looking at the stats, maybe not the season, man, we expected whatsoever, actually. Spencer Dinwiddie's intriguing as a point guard. I like him as a backup option. Anthony Bennett, I mean, I think I'm waiting for nothing at this point. So we're going to reevaluate this team this offseason. I didn't want to trade away Kobe, but maybe it happens. So let's see what happens after round 1. Thunder beat the Suns, taking on the Rockets, who were an impressive team last year. Clippers taking on the Kings with Greg Monroe, starting center. Okay. You have the Bucks and the Magic, and you have the Bulls and the Celtics. I feel like it's been these 4 teams for a while, in some way, shape, or form. The Celtics, headlined by All-Star Jeremy Lin, are in the conference finals. Oh yeah, they signed Dwight Howard. They got Aaron Gordon as well. Okay, so yeah, Dwight Howard did leave the Bucks. So this would be an intense matchup here. Dwight Howard versus his old team. They replaced him with Marcus Saul, Horford, former Laker Wesley Matthews, Harrison Barnes, Courtney Lee, and obviously Damian Lillard. That's a fun matchup. And I feel like OKC, I mean, DeMarcus Cousins is a 95 and Jimmy Butler's an 89. I'd be shocked if they went to the finals. They actually took OKC to 7, 49 combined between KD, Harden. I just like to have Gobert. So good. And then Milwaukee beat Boston in 5. So Dwight Howard looking a little silly by leaving. Game 1 goes to OKC, 2 to OKC, 3 to OKC. And Dame can't own Russ in the playoffs here as James Harden takes home Finals MVP. So Russ got that first, I think, MVP, but couldn't take home Finals MVP. That was just year number 6. We have 0 Finals appearances to show for it. There goes Tim Duncan, Paul Pierce, Ron Artest, Lamar Odom, Jamal Crawford, and David West. I think our window is maybe closed with Kobe Bryant, which kind of sucks. I mean, he's still playing at a good level. Obviously, a loaded Hall of Fame class with Duncan and Paul Pierce, both of them getting their jerseys retired. So we got social media apps now. I'm not changing this Jazz logo to like the note. And I'm not going to change the Kings logo either. Maybe I'm stubborn. And here we go with the draft lottery. We will be picking probably at 12. Could I get lucky? That would be sick. But let's see what happens here. Can we go in the top 4? No, we stay at number 12. We just have one pick here. The Mavericks can draft Jason Tatum or Donovan Mitchell. Or no, sorry, this is the 2016 draft. So this is like Ingram, Jaylen Brown at number 1, Sixers 2, Pistons 3. I mean, Doc has 2 years left. I'm not going to fire him with 2 years left on the deal. I don't even know what like a Kobe Bryant trade could get me. Oh man, I'm scared. Like if they draft, like if the CPU drafted like Malcolm Brogdon had Jaylen Brown, I'd be tight. All right, so we'll see. I mean, like mock drafts is the highest we picked in I think yet, maybe outside year 1. Fred VanVleet, do I want another point guard? I wouldn't mind a Ivica Zubac, who ended up being a Laker. Like okay, Kobe can't even do anything in the no trade or in the trade finder. Like he's got 4.5 stars. I mean, Dallas has number 1. I mean, I'm not trading him for 1, but like Kobe's 4 stars at least. Maybe I'll wait till after the draft to see if something comes up in trade finder. So the Mavericks take Ben Simmons with the number 1 overall pick. Yeah, makes sense. He's a beast. Sixers do not get Ben Simmons. They're going to get Domantas Sabonis with number 2. The Pistons take DeJounte Murray at 3, who was like picked 30 by the Spurs or 29. Siakam's a Jazz. Brandon Ingram is a Knick. Like, I would love Jaylen Brown, but, like, if I trade up, I can't trust the CPU. Okay, Suns take Jaylen Brown. All the good players are off the board. Jakob Poeltl goes. Buddy Hield goes. Number 9 is getting traded for Ed Davis in a future first. Nice trade there by the Rockets to get Jamal Murray. And the Bucks at 10 take Dragan Bender. So, Brandon Ingram, yeah, looks like a pretty good player there. Fred VanVleet went 11, and we got Denzel Valentine. Oh, no. Oh, no. I mean, it's not like there was a star after this pick, but like Caruso would have been nice. Brogdon would have been nice. Okay, I don't love that. I don't love that, but that is the challenge I wanted. And we got Isaiah Whitehead there in the second round. Was there anybody like really good still on the board in round 2? Gershon would have been nice. Nobody like too crazy, right? So team player options, we'll pick it up on Bennett and Dinwiddie, declined it on Quinn Cook. And before free agency starts, which Melo... See, now, like, these guys are getting $40 million a year. It's kind of crazy. I think we're going to maybe implement expansion teams maybe after next year. So I could trade Kobe to Philly for Sabonis and Walker. Now, this would only make sense if they had, like, a good... I don't think they're ready to do that. The Raptors would do DeRozan and Poeltl. I mean, I could get Ben Simmons. I don't think the Mavericks would do that. I mean, yeah, you're mortgaging so much into Kobe Dirk. Like, that really wouldn't make a lot of sense. I don't want to, like, completely rob some of these teams. But I am very, like... The Lakers and the Kings would never make a trade, but Kobe for Jimmy is intriguing. I don't think I'm going to do that. Like, a lot of these teams were not good this past season. I feel like I want to send Kobe to a contender. Like, Kobe, I think, almost got traded to the Bulls at one point in his career, and they were the 1 seed last year. I don't really want Luol Deng, but you have Karl-Anthony Towns and Joakim Noah. Could I get Karl-Anthony Towns for Kobe? The Bulls would acquire... it's going to be tough. I mean, they would maybe give me Joakim Noah for Kobe, which I don't really love. Okay, so could I get Noah? I don't really want Boozer. I don't want Deng. Oh my God, you don't have like any of these middle tier contracts. Like Boozer and Noah for Kobe. Ugh, that's like not great at all. I don't know. Maybe we just have Kobe retire as a Laker. Maybe I'm not really in a rush to trade him, right? Because I don't want to send him to the Kings. I mean, the Knicks could be good. They would be able to do J.R. Smith. And what about J.R. Smith and Brandon Ingram for Kobe? And you would have Kobe and Jokic and Amari Stoudemire and Schroeder. All right. Would they do this? I'd get Brandon Ingram to the Lakers, like that ended up happening. I'd get J.R. Smith to the Lakers, who he won a bubble with or a championship in 2020. And could I get your first round pick in 2018? Would they do this for Kobe Bryant? They say no. Could I get the Heat's first round pick in 2018? Was that the difference maker? No. Could they may not even say yes to that just because Kobe's age. Yeah. I mean, I'd want Brandon Ingram in this deal or Miles Turner. What about Miles Turner, J.R. Smith, and your first round pick? Because you have Jokic, and we're making the money work. All right, maybe we just let Kobe retire as a Laker. And you know what? We are loading up on first round picks for the 2018 draft class. We know it could be an all-timer. Anthony Bennett for a 2018 first and a 2020 first from the Atlanta Hawks. Thank you very much. So next year, we have 4 first round picks in the 2018 draft, or in 2 years. Sorry. So we're setting up for the Luka Doncic year. And I still want to contend somewhat next year. And we actually have like $11 million in cap space. Maybe I wait, because I would love to sign somebody. I mean, 11 million isn't too much now. I'm getting PJ Harrison on like a 1+1. He had an intriguing year last year for the Rockets. Not a lot of playing time. So like if I go to the best guy I could afford is like a Devin Harris, a JJ Hickson. I think we can wait till like the end of free agency and maybe try to capitalize on maybe teams with no cap. All right, so like on the last day, could I somehow get Drummond? He would maybe be intrigued by this. I mean, he's gonna say no, but I think I can get a better player. Like I can get Harrison Barnes, I think for sure. Yeah, let's sign Harrison Barnes. Can I get a second year on it? I would love that. 2-year deal, team option probably not. Let's lock ourselves into Harrison Barnes. Yeah, I'd prefer Draymond here. Huh? Could I fix Draymond? I probably can't get the second year on him, which is kind of annoying. All right. I think I'd rather see what I can get out of Draymond Green. Even though Harrison Barnes may be a better scorer, I wonder if I could fix Draymond. And we need an upgrade defensively. So we get Draymond and Kobe playing together, which is pretty sick. All right. So the 2017 draft we know has, oh yeah, like, and the menu screen changed a little bit. It's a pretty good 2017 draft as well. So they ended up with Lonzo Ball in this class. Could I get Harrison Barnes in free agency? No, but I can give somebody like $3 million. Could I get Austin Rivers? I'm going to sign. Oh, wait. Can I get Jimmer Fredette? Please? Why won't he take that deal? All right. It doesn't matter at this point. It's going to be Brandon Knight, Kobe Bryant, Gordon Hayward, Draymond Green, Valanciunas, with JaVale McGee coming off the bench, PJ Harrison, seeing what he can do, Dinwiddie, seeing what he can do, Seth Curry about 12 minutes a night. And then Denzel Valentine could play, TJ McConnell. I'm going to give, I think, Valentine like 10 minutes a night. So 13 more. I'm going to go like 32 to Knight. We're going to go 37 to Hayward. Let's go 33 to Draymond. And I'm going to go a little bit more to PJ Hairston. And we'll see how this year goes under Doc Rivers. Last year was pretty abysmal and disappointing. We didn't trade Kobe in the offseason. We get off to a 3-4 start. Can't say I'm super thrilled about that. Gordon Hayward has 2 years left on this bargain of a contract before he's probably going to get like $30 million per year. All right, this year's been better. We are currently the 2 seed. We have a 7.4 point differential. The defense could be better, but I know at least we got better with Draymond Green. PJ Harrison is hurt, but he's been pretty good this year. Draymond has been more efficient. I'll take it. I should just throw Draymond at the point guard spot. 2.6 stocks tonight. Spencer Dinwiddie has been a nice 6-man for us. Valanciunas is averaging a double-double. Kobe, 17 points as a 38-year-old. Gordon Hayward maybe hasn't taken that leap. He's kind of, I don't know if he's plateaued, but Brandon Knight is leading the team in scoring. Hello. Yeah, he's definitely outperforming his contract. I mean, we have a lot of good contracts on the team right now. When you talk about, like, let's see, Gordon Hayward's contract, Brandon Knight's contract. How's Denzel been? Not terrible. Seth Curry, he's in a contract year. Can we re-sign Seth Curry? I don't know if we would get bird rights on him. We do not. We could re-sign JaVale McGee. Not worrying about that. Brandon Knight, Gordon Hayward, yeah, is going to get a bunch of money. How's this free agency class? Kobe, yeah, it's not great because a lot of those guys are going to be restricted. Can I re-sign Kobe? He's not eligible right now. And we're here at the deadline. This is a good team again. We're 36-16. We're kind of neck and neck with the Thunder and the Hornets for the 1 seed in the West. The Cavs and the Bucks are good over there in the East. I'm thinking about making a aggressive move here at the deadline. I don't really want to touch the 2018 first, but I would touch the 2019 first, and I would definitely trade away my 2017 first. And I wonder if I could move Valanciunas for a main defensive upgrade at the center position. And we are going to bring Brook Lopez to the Lakers. I'm going to trade away Jonas Valanciunas, my 2017 first, and Denzel Valentine for Henry Ellison, who was the 33rd pick in 2016, first round pick in real life, and Brook Lopez, who gets very expensive, but we're going to pay the luxury tax. We want to try to win a title around Kobe Bryant. He's a better defender than Valanciunas. He is only 4 years older than Valanciunas as well. So let's get Brook here. Brook and Draymond as the The center duo is pretty electric, or excuse me, yeah, Brook and Draymond. Now, I don't know if I want to add like another wing option here. Like we have Ellison, we have Whitehead. Maybe I could trade one of these young guys until Seth comes back, just like for another. I mean, I only have 2 centers on the roster as well. Let me see if I could trade. Yeah, Henry Ellison and Kostas Papanikolaou for Taj Gibson. Bring him back to LA. He could be a 3rd string center and a 2021 second. So that's like the Cade Cunningham draft, which is crazy. Those can get traded now. All right. James Harden just won MVP. Thunder probably won a lot of games. Ben Simmons, Rookie of the Year. This is our best chance to win a ring before Kobe retires. Draymond Green, most improved. 44 from the field. I fixed him a little bit. 50% true shooting. Told him to stop taking like so many threes. He could end up on an all-defensive team as well. Mason Yee, the coach of the Cavs. I guess, yeah, coaching Kawhi Leonard gets him Coach of the Year. Executive of the Year goes to the Pelican or Hornets guy. Jokic, Love, LeBron, Kyrie, and Harden. It's funny seeing Love, LeBron, and Kyrie here in 2017. None of them are playing together or ever have played together. Yeah, because LeBron didn't return back to Cleveland. You got Russ, Rose, Melo, Durant, and Cat on second team. Couple former Knicks in here in Melo, Cat, and Rose. And third team, you have rookie Ben Simmons, CJ McCollum balling out in Indiana, Blake, Anthony Davis, who broke his ankle, and DeMarcus Cousins. You have Dwight, AD, LeBron, Kobe, and Dwayne Wade on all defensive first team. Second team, I almost traded for DeAndre Jordan. It was him or Brook Lopez, and I chose Lopez. Here's our rookie first team stacked for the future, and there's our rookie second team. So we ended up as the 2 seed. The Thunder are the 3 seed. No. That means we got to take on the Thunder if we win round 1. Hate that. So that means the 1 seed was as important as ever. And Anthony Davis is hurt. Cavs were the 1 seed over there. But we are fully healthy for the playoffs. All right, man. Brandon Knight has gone better and better each year. We have Kobe, Lopez, Dinwiddie. Harrison shot 39 from 3. Seth Curry shot 39 from 3. 3-point shooting is becoming more prevalent. Can Gordon Hayward be the number 1? Let's see. That's going to be the front court. We're going to go 23 minutes to Harrison. We're going to go about 16 to McGee, 32 to Brook. I'm fine with, I don't know, how do I want to do this? We'll go 37 to Gordon Hayward. Dinwiddie's not going to play as much. He's going to get 16. We'll go 32 to Brandon Knight. I mean, we'll go 35 to Kobe. Dinwiddie's pretty good. Like, Dinwiddie could start for us at the 1, and I'd feel comfortable. Gibson is not going to play. So the 9th spot is going to go to Seth Curry. I know not the best defender in the world. He's going to get 12 minutes a night. So that leaves me maybe a little bit more to Dinwiddie, a little bit more to Harrison, a little bit more to Draymond and Brook, and we'll do 1 more to Kobe. All right, here we go, Doc. Please, come on. Showcase that like 2008 or whatever was not a fluke. We're taking on the Warriors here in round 1, led by Steph and not a lot else around Steph Curry. I'm not sure if anybody's hurt, but that team is not very good. And Doc, you're going to get fired if you lose to a 7 seed. I just can't. I can't. We win game 2. Gordon Hayward 31, Kobe 21. Steph did not shoot the ball well. Steph versus Draymond, and we lose game 3. Oh my God. Lavoy Allen, shout out Temple. All right. We're just letting the most random role players destroy us. Gordon Hayward pulls his hamstring. Oh my God, man. This team is cursed. We lose game 4 by 4. Oh my God, man. That sucks. Kobe, I don't think I can do it for you. Kobe dislocates his finger. Knight is fully healthy. Are we going to lose this game? Nope. We win game 5. All right. Brandon Knight had 22. He had 10 free throws. Curry's not even been that good. How are we down 3-1? Like, how do we think we're going to get past OKC? I don't get it. I'm going to fire Doc Rivers at the end of the year. Unless we come back down 3-1, which we do force a game 7. Kobe at 24. Yeah, let's see. We have a good first quarter. Not the best second. I'll take it. We're gonna pull off the 3-1 comeback. Wow, I'd be tight, but you know what? I will take that. We advance. Don't love it, but Doc Rivers just came back down 3-1. Hopefully Gordon Hayward can be healthy soon. I'm not going to, you know what? I think I am going to lower Harrison's minutes, who struggled to start off that series. We're going to go 40 to Kobe, 1 more to Draymond. I think I need him to really just his defense. So we're taking on the Thunder here. This is a gauntlet of a path. I mean, their bench isn't great because obviously they're so leveraged over-leveraged into these 3 financially. Then you got you got Phoenix and you got New Orleans. Anthony Davis is not back yet, but I'm sure he'll be back soon. You got Cleveland, Orlando, Milwaukee, and Miami, some familiar faces. We lose game 1 by 21. All right, Kevin Durant at 31. Game 2, if like it takes us 7 games to beat that Warriors team, I just don't feel confident in this series. Game 3, oh man. All right. All right, that just sucks. I gotta start telling Brook Lopez to take 3s, and we get swept. God damn it, man. This is like 2019 Blazers. Like, you think you could pull it off. it took you 7 to get past the prior round, and then you just get swept by a team. And yeah, New Orleans, OKC. The fact that I couldn't go to the conference finals sucks. New Orleans, they're going to beat OKC, really? They won in 7. Navarro had a 29-point triple-double. Harden had 29 and 10 here. Milwaukee won in 6. And you have Milwaukee and New Orleans in the finals. It's been a lot of the same teams here. And Milwaukee, I think, finally gets it done. Damian Lillard is your finals MVP. He beats Anthony Davis and Chris Paul. So that is our first new champion. Well, I guess we had the Hornets, but it's been the Bulls, the Thunder, the Hornets, the Bucks that have pretty much made the finals, and then a sprinkled in Dallas Maverick year. Yao Ming retires, Laker legend in the first half of 2014. There goes Manu, Diaw, Harris, Dirk, Jose Calderon. A lot of veterans that are just not getting roster spots anymore. I think the 2019 or 2020 season, I will implement some expansion teams. There goes JB Bickerstaff, Stan Van Gundy, Hall of Fame, Dirk Nowitzki goes there. Manu Ginobili would go there as well. And so would Yao Ming. So we'll have a new timeout system, all-star captains, that's fine. So yeah, we're getting close to modern day. We could change the 76ers uniforms. Not going to do it for the Bucks or the Wizards. I want to keep these OG ones. Cleveland, I want to keep that the same. We'll change the uniforms of Boston. I want to keep that the same. We could change, yeah, that's fine. But I want to keep a lot of these open still. Yeah, wow, everybody's changing their team jerseys in 2018. Jeez. All right, so draft lottery here in 2017. We do not own any first-round picks. The Spurs could get one. Let's see. The Nets get 1 and 2. Oh, my God, they had the Knicks first. So the Nets could end up with Jason Tatum and Donovan Mitchell. Wow. And they also have the 27th pick from us from the Brook Lopez trade. That's crazy. Wow. All right, the Nets, this is complete opposite of what happened in real life. I mean, I could fire Doc. I just don't know if there's an upgrade out there like Mike D'Antoni, Tibbs, and preach defense. Like, he would upgrade us defensively, but I don't know. We might not even sign Tibbs. He's got 4 offers out there. I think we'll just let Doc finish out the contract here. And we don't have any draft picks this year, so I'm not really going to worry too much about the draft. Gordon Hayward's entering a contract year. I don't think I'm going to trade him. I think we're going to just run most of this team back. Maybe I trade Brandon Knight. I know I said I wasn't going to go over the cap too much at the beginning of this, so we have negative 26 million in cap space. So yeah, let me not go 50 million over like I said at the beginning of the video. So I'm going to trade away JaVale McGee and Taj Gibson for Malcolm Brogdon and a 2018 top 3 protected pick from the Spurs. Yeah, we're collecting every first round pick in this. This is like the Brooklyn Nets basically from the 25 draft. We have 5 first rounders next year. And Kobe's like, can you please trade some of those first? So let's see what happens. Jason Tatum goes to the team that had his draft pick, the Brooklyn Nets. Oh my God. Yep, they did well. Donovan Mitchell and Jason Tatum together. That's going to be electric. The Pistons take Fox at 3. Spurs take Lonzo at 4. Okay. Over Bam. Fultz goes 5. Bam goes 6 to Washington. Markkanen 7 to Portland. Kyle Kuzma 8 to Utah. Denver gets Derek White at 9. And Dallas, Josh Jackson at 10. And we did have a second round pick, but you can see Jared Allen went to the Pacers, Justin Jackson to the Clippers, John Collins to the Grizzlies. I recently did a regrade on my Stross channel from this draft as well. So we had a second rounder. We took PJ Dozier from USC. Like Chris Boucher went in the second round, Fontecchio, Frank Ntilikina. I mean, overall and age-wise, at 31, that's pretty good value if he turns into something. I think there's something there in Dinwiddie. PJ Harrison will pick up that option. We have McConnell and Whitehead. I think I got to move either McConnell or Brogdon or one of those guys. I don't need this many point guards, and Seth Curry's kind of undersized as well. I mean, the Rockets and Wizards are going to give Kobe 35 mil. I mean, Kobe leaving and spending the last year of his career on the Wizards would be funny because of MJ. I mean, we have money if we let Kobe walk, but I feel disrespectful to Kobe doing that. Like, yeah, it would probably make sense. Well, I got to bring back Draymond Green. It says I don't have bird rights for Draymond, which is scary. I need to bring back Draymond Green. He was too important to this team. So let's give Draymond this $13.50 over 3 years, and I can give Kobe 30 mil a year. I don't know if it's going to let me sign both, but I need to bring back Kobe Bryant. I just have to. Hopefully we can sign both. I mean, I wish 2K would tell me if I can't right now, but I'll probably wait till the last day. I hate you guys so much. All right, so I'll keep an eye on Draymond. He does have like an interesting deal from the Hawks. I can only give him like that, but he's not going to accept this deal. Yeah. Please don't take that Hawks deal immediately, man. I will be so upset if you do that. Don't tell me he signed with another team. Okay, he hasn't yet. I mean, the Hawks have now given him a second year. Draymond, I need you. Oh my God. I need Draymond to come here. Do not take that Hawks deal, please. You can get so much more. This is, oh wait, I can give him this. Okay, let's go. Wait, I just freed up some money? How did I just get more cap space? I don't know, but let's give Draymond 3 years. Let's just give him this. Actually, no, I don't have to give him all that. Let's give him 3 years, 45 million, flat rate it. That should be higher. Bang. Thank you. Thank God. Let's bring back Draymond Green. Yeah, I'm loading up on 2018 picks. Malcolm Brogdon and Isaiah Whitehead to the 76ers for Jason Thompson and a 2018 unprotected first-round pick. We also need more size down low. That now gives me 6 first-round picks next year. We also needed a backup center now that we traded away McGee this offseason. Let's get Brook Lopez's brother, Robin Lopez. That's pretty cool. So right now we have 3 point guards. We have plenty of wings. We have 2 power forwards. We have 2 centers. Let me get like a 3rd-string center, and we're probably good for next year. I'll take Laker legend Timothy Mozgov, why not? And I may as well give Seth Curry a 1-year deal if he wants to take it. So Giannis back to the Spurs, Schroeder back. Yeah, a lot of these guys re-signed. Al Horford leaves Milwaukee to go to Dallas. Player progression, Kobe still a 96. Brook Lopez starting to regress a little bit. Brandon Knight maybe has peaked. He's got 1 year left on the deal. Keep an eye on him potentially at the deadline. I mean, Dinwiddie's a restricted free agent at the end of the year as well. And any contract extension. So we could re-sign Knight, 15 million, Dinwiddie 13 million. I feel like we're gonna have to choose between one of them. Gordon Hayward's a free agent next year as well. Oh boy, this is gonna get interesting. So am I over the 50 million? No, we're only 8 million over the cap right now. And I got Kobe to rework his deal so we could bring back Draymond. I feel like that would have been kind of cheap. So Knight, Kobe, Hayward, yeah, this is what it's gonna be again. We've had Brandon Knight for a while now, which is kind of incredible. Dinwiddie, I think, may get a decent amount of minutes this year. Like let's go 24 to Dinwiddie. I want to see what he could do. We're gonna go 30 to Kobe, 35 to Hayward. A big year for him, man, if he wants to be like the number one of this guy or this team going forward. Jason Thompson can get 10 minutes a night. I want Rolo to get like 10 minutes as well. I think do I rather play Dozier or McConnell? Probably not over Seth. So we'll go like 10 to Seth, 22 to Hairston. We can go a little bit more to Brook and Draymond. Maybe we go a little bit more to Kobe and a little bit more to Brandon Knight. Doc will figure it out. It could be the last year of Doc's career here. I mean, I may as well. I can't let Gordon Hayward leave. So let's give Gordon Hayward the 4-year max contract. So yeah, who knows? Kobe might retire at the end of the year and it would help us out a little bit more long-term. Like Kobe's making 27 million. I guess 3 years ago, I should have given him that 19 million a year contract. But yeah, this is the 2018 draft class where I hope I have some good picks. So now we have all-star captains. LeBron is a captain and Juan Carlos Navarro is a captain. He's a 3-time all-star. So we're about to find out who's going to make the all-star team. Kobe makes it. Obviously so popular, 20-time all-star now, which is incredible. Cat is a first-time all-star. Dennis Schroeder, oh my God. Dennis Schroeder and like a young Dennis Schroeder and Jokic, kind of like the best duo ever for the Knicks. You have Gordon Hayward making it for the 4th time as well. Gordon Hayward's been great off that extension, but we'll see. Tend to be a top 10 player in the league for us come playoff time because that's what we need him to be. So currently we are the 3 seed in the Eastern, or excuse me, in the Western Conference. We have a 5.4 differential. I just don't know if we could beat OKC or New Orleans in a playoff series. I've been saying that forever now. Draymond, the efficiency's been not great this year. Still like a sub 50 true shooting. PJ Harrison's been definitely outperforming his value. I'm going to tell Brook to start taking threes. Brandon Knight might get traded at the deadline because Dinwiddie is outperforming Brandon Knight. Kobe's been good. Hayward's been good when healthy. Seth's shooting 45 from 3. So I also want to do a little bit of a mid-season check-in on the picks. So we have, outside of us, the Hornets we know are good. So like these 2 picks are going to be in the 20s. Spurs top 3, Clippers top 3, Hawks and Sixers. So Spurs probably going to be in the teens. Clippers, that could end up being a lottery pick. We have, what else? We have the Sixers and we have the Hawks. The Sixers, oh my God, man. If every single one of these picks is going to be outside the lottery, I will be a little bit upset. That would just be my luck, right? So yeah, I also wanted to tell Brook Lopez to start taking threes. Doesn't have to be anything crazy, but let's get him into that rhythm. I didn't even realize Chauncey Billups still going strong. I feel like he should be older than 33 at this point. Maybe his age was off. Okay, so we know how the Bobcats have Booker and Clay. I wonder if I could give the Bobcats like a really good offer. So they have Darren Collison at 30, Brandon Jennings at 28. I feel like Brandon Knight is a better player than those two. Like, I don't know if I can get Clay, but we're going to try it. So Brandon Knight for Clay, we're off by about $4 million. We can include Seth Curry, and I have picks, right? So I would take... Damian Dotson would have been perfect here. Damn, Cecil Ware, kind of an intriguing player, and he has a no trade clause. Are we really serious right now? Okay, what about Papa Giannis? Now this is going to get tough. You don't have a lot of tradable contracts here in Charlotte, and the one is hurt, and Cecil Ware has a stupid no trade clause. So this would have to be the, oh my God, it sucks. Like Harrison Barnes has 3 stars. I don't know. Could I throw in 2 first-round picks in this deal? I will give you my first-rounder this year and Charlotte's first-rounder this year. Jason Thompson, Rowell, Seth Curry, and Brandon Knight for Klay Thompson, DeLon Wright, Cecil Ware, and Barnes. I don't think they're saying yes to that. And I thought about trading Brandon Knight this season, but I think I'm just going to retain his bird rights in the offseason, and we could figure out what we want to do then. So I don't think I'm going to make any trades, which I know is kind of risky. Brandon Knight, we could re-sign right now. I mean, Dinwiddie will be restricted. Brandon Knight would not be restricted. So maybe I look to re-sign Knight now, and then we can trade him in the offseason if we wanted to. So I thought about moving Jason Thompson, but no, I think I'm just going to let this season play out. And we are going to finish the season, it looks like, still as the 4 seed. So Russell Westbrook MVP. Bam actually wins Rookie of the Year, not Tatum or Mitchell. Interesting. Evan Six-Man, Giannis Depoy, Justice Winslow most improved. It's pretty cool. Yeah, Justice Winslow had a moment there. It's like Point Winslow. Tibbs replaces Scott Brooks, and he wins Coach of the Year. So Ben Simmons with Russell Westbrook and Giannis on All-NBA first team. Elite shooters. And then you got LeBron and Jokic. You got Kat, Melo, AD, Lillard, and Kyrie on second team. Third team, you have Juan Carlos Navarro, Derrick Rose, Kawhi, Julius Randle. Shout out to Julius. And Cousins, Drummond on all defensive first team. Monster there in Portland. He got like a max deal last offseason. And then here's all defensive second team. Kobe Bryant. How many all defensive teams does this guy have in his career now? It's not going to show me. I'll be able to see when he eventually retires, or if he ever retires. Isaiah Hartenstein, all first team. Pretty cool. Tatum, he averaged 16.7 points. Donovan Mitchell averaged 16.4. That's going to be a crazy duo going forward. Lonzo, fun player in San Antonio. We ended the year as the 4 seed. We're going up against the Blazers here in round 1. 42-40. They have Aldridge and Drummond in that front court. We should beat them. That I feel like there's a clear talent gap between the top teams and them. Kobe's got a strained quad, but he's day to day. I don't think anybody was like super disappointing this year. Why am I missing him? Here's Draymond, kind of the triple single that we know, and I don't know if people really love Draymond. So yeah, there was a deep drop off here. Damn. Like if I get to play like Charlotte is, or New Orleans is so lucky. I keep saying Charlotte. They get to play Sacramento in round 2. Yeah, there's a lot of bad teams this year. So the Clippers went 31-51. Yes, I forget if that's a top 3 protected pick, but it's good for us. San Antonio's was top 3 protected, I believe. We have New Orleans. Maybe that was top 3 protected. We have Atlanta's. Philly didn't make the playoffs. That's good. And then I think that Clippers pick is top 3 protected. So hopefully we're able to keep it. Now let's construct this playoff rotation where Brandon Knight, still a good player, but I kind of want to start Dinwiddie. I feel like we got to try something new. So let's start Dinwiddie. Brandon Knight's going to get 18 minutes a night. We're going to go 30 to Dinwiddie, 37 to Kobe, 40 to Hayward. Let's go 35 to Draymond. I want to go a decent amount to, like, Jason Thompson's probably better than Rolo as the backup 5. So I'm fine with that. I'm going to go like 14 to Seth, 18 to PJ, and then let's go about 34 to Brook Lopez, who is not hitting threes at a great rate this year. So let's see. Can we beat Portland, please? Doc Rivers has been pretty disappointing in round number 1. Let's see. We lose game 1. Oh my God. We lose game 2, win game 3. Gordon Hayward breaks his leg for like the second time in his career. Oh my God. All right. Put me out of my misery, Portland. We actually won game 4 without him. Dinwiddie had 28. Game 5, Brandon Knight back spasms. We get blown out. I mean, he wouldn't return to like the finals. Game 7, I don't even care anymore. Put me out of my misery. We won, okay. But we got to take on the Thunder. So with PJ Harrison in the starting lineup, how long is Gordon Hayward out for? He's out for this season, okay. I'm throwing Kobe Bryant shot tendency on 99, and I need him to empty the clip and maybe retire at the end of the year. Let's see what happens here. We're taking on the Thunder. We lose game 1 by 49 points. Okay. Is Kevin Durant hurt? That is actually of note. And we lost Dinwiddie, nice, for 2 to 4 weeks. That's just great. So this actually would have been the year we could have beat maybe the Thunder because they didn't have KD, and we actually won game 2. We almost blew it. Kobe and Seth Curry combining for 49. Okay, game 3 goes to the Thunder by 4 in overtime. That was it. That was our one chance. James Harden at 29. Knight at 24 and 10. He's back in the starting lineup. Game 4. All right. We win by 8. Just, oh my God. Can Doc Rivers? We lose by 3. Seth Curry, 28. Can we go to a game 7? Nope, we get eliminated in 6. Kevin Durant returned, had 23, and we lose in round 2 again. We've had one conference finals appearance, and the Kings won an NBA finals before us. Jimmy Butler is your finals MVP. They beat the Thunder, who I guess are a little bit vulnerable now, in 6. The Hawks took the Bulls to 7 with Zach LaVine, Nerlens Noel, Josh Smith, Nick Stauskas. Okay, but the Bulls with Justin Holiday dropping 37 in Game 7. Cat Rose, yep. They actually lost to the Kings in 5. So shout out to DeMarcus Cousins, Bogey, Caspi, Campazzo, Tyreek Evans, Whiteside. They have a great bench. Shout out to the Kings winning an NBA Finals. There goes Corey Maggette, Joe Johnson, Pau Gasol. Not sure if we're going to retire his number. We had AK-47 at one point. He retires. Kenneth Faried retires. Kendall Marshall. We will be implementing expansion teams either next offseason or the following one. There goes Phil Jackson. He ends up retiring. And let's see. Pau Gasol goes to the Hall of Fame. And we do not retire his jersey number. Okay, so we have a new shot clock reset, partially to 14 seconds. I do not want to change the logo of the Nuggets. And let's see what we got. We'll do that. What was the other thing here? Players, I should actually have changed that, but we'll get to that at one point. All right, so, oh, God. I'm pretty sure the Clippers, I'm pretty sure that one's top 3 protected. So I'm not even going to get my hopes up. So let me just simulate this. Okay, I think it was. Either way, we get it. I'm fine with the dropping to 4 to 5. I'd rather take that chance. So we have 5, 14, 18, 26, 28, and 25, right? Am I missing one? Like, I don't think we had like a top 3 protected pick that we missed out on. So we have 5, 14, 18, 25, 26, 28, 6 first rounders. Okay, so I am going to try to make a trade. Doc Rivers is gone. Kobe's got to... I tried to get Eric Spoelstra at one point. Let me get Eric Spoelstra, please. And we get Vinny Del Negro. All right, it's a new face. He didn't have the greatest coaching career, I think, with Chicago and the Clippers, maybe. But yeah, we are going to get a new face here. Brook Lopez regresses a little bit, probably with the 3-point output. Let's go here to the pre-draft workouts where we want to scout a lot of the top guys. Luka, Shea, Trey, Triple J, Brunson. We'll do Aiden, Mikal. I got 2 more. Let's go to DiVincenzo, and where is Mr. Michael Porter Jr.? Let's do that. So, yeah, this is going to be interesting. I'm going to let the CPU draft the guys. We could move Brandon Knight here on the night of the draft. All right, Mike Conley's got 1 year left on the deal. I'm going to... So, yeah, like Mike Conley was basically the Kyle Lowry for Toronto. Could I trade Brandon Knight? What pick is this? I think this is 6. Could I trade Brandon Knight? Do I have to trade both of my first? Can I trade 2 seconds in Brandon Knight for 6? I will also include 28 in this deal. And I'm going to keep Draymond, Lopez, and Gordon Hayward. Would they do that for 6? They agreed to that. So now I just got the 6th overall pick in the draft. I have 5, 6, 14, 18, 25, and 26. I don't want to draft like a ton of guys. I will draft 4, though. So could I move 18, 25, and 26 to also get to like number 8 or 9? I think the Knicks have 8. I would love that. They might say yes to this. They say no. I will include my first rounder next year. I have the Bucks first rounder too. I'll put a top 5 protection on it just in case they agree to that. Okay, so now we have 5, 6, 8, and 14. I could obviously try to trade like 6. I don't know. Like, could I move 5 and 8 to move up to number 1? I don't know. Or number 2, because then I'm guaranteeing myself hopefully a star. Would the Rockets do that? 5 and 8 to move up to 2. Let's even see if they would do 5 and 14 instead, or 6 and 14. Would they do that to move up to 2? They say no. I don't want to throw in any players, like I said. I have a protection back up there. I have a future Hawks pick, a future... let me throw in like 2 seconds just to see if that gets it done. There's a... all right, so let's do 14 and 5. Does that go well? No. All right, so let's do 5 and 8 to move up to number 2. They say yes to that. Okay. Please draft me Shea or Luka. Please draft me Shea or Luka. This is the biggest draft simulation I have done in this video. Thank you for still watching this far into this. I'm going to just simulate over to rookie signings and praying to the gods you didn't take Jaren Jackson Jr. over Shea, please. Oh my God! You took DeAndre Ayton over Shea Gilgeous-Alexander or Luka Doncic. Oh my God. Thank God you took Brunson at 6. But what? Grayson Allen at 14. Oh my God, you took Aiden over Shea. I mean, maybe Aiden becomes a superstar. Oh man, that's not great. That's not great. I traded 5 and 8. I'd rather have just had Trae Young and Marvin Bagley probably than Aiden. Okay, at least we got Brunson at 6. Oh boy. All right. I don't know how I feel about this. I'm gonna decline the option on Rolo. McConnell will bring back Dozier. Dozier I'll bring back. Marcus Gasol is a free agent. Kobe's gonna be a free agent. When is he gonna retire? I do not know. Can teams stop it, Atlanta. Stop giving him $30 million a year. I'll give him 33 or 32 just so we can get this over with. It's funny because I don't really have much cap space elsewhere. So I have 2 good centers now in Lopez and Aiden. We have Draymond at the 4, Gordon Hayward at the 3. Brunson and Dinwiddie are going to be the point guard duo. Like, I'm going to bring back Dinwiddie, right? Dinwiddie wants 17. We'll match whatever deal he gets. All right, let's just get Curry back or Kobe back. Let's renounce the rights on Rolo, Mozgov for now because Dinwiddie and Harrison have the qualifying offer, which is good. And I'll get Dinwiddie back 4 years, $49 million. I'm also going to try to sign Iman Shumpert, who had like that really good rookie year. Was it with Phoenix? Yeah, he's actually had a pretty good career. I feel like this is a nice option for us if we could pull this off. 3-year deal. Randall's restricted. I wonder if he's got a market. So the Clippers gave Blake the max like they did in real life, and then they're like, you know what, you're not our guy. Marcus Gasol did not leave the Bucks. He stayed there. Bogey stays with the Kings. Not the best free agency class. I can't believe that happened. DeAndre Ayton was my number 2 overall pick. I mean, it's not the name value that I wanted, but it's fine. Harrison gets a deal from the Suns, 1 year, $9 million. We will match that. And then I do want a 3rd string center. Character's still there. Give me like Tower Zeller. 3rd string center. There we go. And then let's advance here to player progression. Kobe regresses. Hayward regresses. We have Brook, 2 years left. I feel like we have a clear 2-year window. I mean, Hayward has 4 years left, but who knows when Kobe is going to retire, right? At this point, I have no idea. And I guess Dinwiddie's like the bridge starter until Brunson could be good. Okay, Kobe's retiring at the end of the year. Let's give him the farewell tour. Sometimes that's not a guarantee, but we'll see. Who knows, man? Who knows what this team is going to be this year? I've made the playoffs every year but 2. But we've only made it to the conference finals once. We're on our 3rd head coach. We've gone from Phil Jackson to Doc Rivers to Vinny Del Negro. So we might be going backwards. Now, I probably should have just made Popovich the head coach, but that's on me. It's going to be Dinwiddie, Bryant, Hayward, Green, Lopez. Aiden's going to get 20. We'll go 28 to Lopez. Hairston, 16 minutes a night. We're going to go 20 to Brunson, 28 to Dinwiddie. Still got Kobe and Gordon. I didn't think Gordon Hayward was going to be like the superstar of this team. Let's go 16 to Shumpert. And then I probably want to give Grayson Allen a little bit of playing time. I probably should have moved like CJ McConnell at one point. TJ McConnell, not CJ. Let's go one more there to Draymond just for the regular season. We're going to go to balance, which is 4 stars. And let's see how the season goes. We start off with a 26-point loss against a team we're probably going to have to beat to make it to the finals. Great. And I think I do want to add some expansion teams at the end of the year. So let's bring back the Supersonics. Yeah, that's good with me. I would like to do that. And then the next one, I could just add 1, but I think it makes sense to add 2, right? So like, I have no idea who's going to be the actual expansion team in real life. I mean, I wouldn't mind bringing back like a team with like the old school feel like we've had today. Or for this episode. So like the Vancouver Grizzlies could be a team, but I don't want really 2 teams with the name Vancouver, or excuse me, with Grizzlies. And I'm going to add a team to Kentucky. Why not? They have obviously a big college in the University of Kentucky, Louisville. I feel like they would actually be like a pretty cool basketball city. So that's going to happen at the end of the year if I can remember to accept the league meetings. We get off to a 6-4 start. It is a new head coach, so I'm going to be patient with what we got right now. So here are the All-Stars this year, with Derrick Rose becoming a 10-time All-Star. Jason Tatum, first-time All-Star this year. Jimmy Butler, first-time All-Star. Okay, late to the party. Jeremy Lin's got 4. Dennis Schroeder's got 3. Oh my God, look at the true shooting of Dennis Schroeder in New York. Ben Simmons 2. Devin Booker gets his first one. Does Kobe still get it? I'm trying to look here if I'm completely missing Kobe. Did we get any All-Stars this year? I don't see Gordon Hayward or Kobe. Wow. No All-Stars. Perry Jones? See, this is why I love these rebuilds, man. Perry Jones, who had a lot of injuries coming out of Baylor, ends up as an All-Star here for the 2nd time in his career. That is sick. I feel like we're going through like 2 eras of this rebuild as well. Like, this is obviously the Kobe era, and then it's going to be a lot different. Yeah, we're going to have $32 million off the Bucks, which is going to be nice next year. Kobe is probably not starting worthy at this point. I got to probably lower his minutes for the second half. Dinwiddie's been pretty good for us, honestly. Like a really good combo guard scorer. Kobe is hitting some efficiency issues. I mean, DeAndre Ayton could end up becoming what he was supposed to be with the number 1 pick, so we're hoping out for that. Brunson's having a good rookie year. Lopez has been fine. He's got 2 years left. Shumpert's been a great pickup. PJ Harrison shooting 33 from three. Draymond, I mean, we have him out there for the defense. Okay, so I'm going to be trading PJ Harrison to the Milwaukee Bucks for their 2021 top 3 first. That was the year the Bucks won it all. And Thomas Satoransky, who I'm going to hopefully flip. And I'm going to trade away Thomas Satoransky and PJ Dozier to the Miami Heat for Jeff Teague's expiring contract. Teague has not had a great career in this save. But I'm getting Buddy Hield, who was drafted 8th overall a couple years ago, which I think is tremendous value from us. Satoransky's like their Goran Dragic. So yeah, I'm okay not making the playoffs this year. It's really not the end of the world. I actually think I traded my first, so that would kind of suck. It's top 5 protected, so we are the 5th seed. So I didn't really need to like sell, but I think with Shumpert off the bench, I like us adding and we have Grayson Allen. I didn't need Harrison, and I got a first basically, and Buddy Hield out of him. All right, so we go 47-35. Russell Westbrook ends up winning MVP this year, I think for the second time in his career. Luka went number 1 to the Grizzlies. So him and Kyrie, wow, they end up on the same team. So we'll see if they keep Kyrie. LeBron wins Depoy. Elfrid Payton most improved in Milwaukee, although he could not hit a shot to save his life. Keith Smart is your coach of the year. That name sounds familiar. So let's advance here. Russ, Ben Simmons, Giannis, AD, and Jokic all NBA first team. Yeah, Jokic, superstar there in New York. Luka as a rookie, but we got dominated. I mean, like, we didn't have a chance to draft Luka. I'll just be pissed if I see Shea win multiple MVPs. DeJounte Murray, wow, really good player in Detroit. Same with Dame, still in Milwaukee. I have their first rounder. I was hoping they were going to be bad by now. Like, they lost Dwight, but they got, like, Marcus Saul and all these guys to replace him. One last all-defensive first team for Kobe. What a way to go out. And, yeah, do we get any other Lakers? Yes, we do get DeAndre Ayton, finally an all-rookie player. Ayton was pretty good. And then we also get Jalen Brunson on all-rookie second team. Also pretty good. So we ended the season as the 6th seed. I will not be giving up a good pick. Wait, Milwaukee didn't make the playoffs. Oh my God, 36-46. Let's go. That pick could end up being like 11. I'll take that for the 2019 draft. We'll probably get dropped a little bit because we're going to add some expansion teams. So we kind of have like still a good roster. Like, I like what we got. I just don't think we're going to beat the Hornets or the Thunder of the world. So I don't really want to play Jeff Teague. Brunson was a lot better this year anyway. I'm thinking about starting Ayton over Lopez. And I think we're probably going to move Lopez this offseason and go with Ayton moving forward, who just got picked up by the Lakers in real life. So let's do that. Brunson could get 20 or 18 minutes. I want to go like 24 to Shumpert because I don't really trust Kobe that much. We'll go 15 to Grayson. So I'm going to go 30 to Dinwiddie, 30 to Kobe. Let's go 38 to Hayward. And we could do 35 to Draymond, 26 to Shumpert. Why not? 4-star balance under Vinny Del Negro. And then we're taking on the Hornets here in round 1. It's a tough round 1 matchup. Brandon Jennings, Clint Capella starting. They have Gallo, they have Barnes, Kelly Olynyk. All right, let's see what ends up happening. You got, wow, a battle here. I think the Knicks gave the Nets either the Tatum or the Mitchell pick. I mean, they Valanciunas, right? I think we traded him at the right time. If they don't win a title with Tatum and Mitchell, they fumbled that for sure. And the Knicks, I don't know, Ingram, Turner, Jokic, Schroeder, Rondo. This is a good 8 seed. All right, let's see what ends up happening here. Game number 1, we lose by a lot. I've never had their number. Gordon Hayward had 42 points here in game 1. Ayton had a good playoff debut. Brunson struggled off the bench. Just, yeah, right off into the sunset. Kobe retire. Oh, man. Yeah, it's like the Kevin Garnett Nets meme here at this point. Damn, man. I mean, probably should have retired last year, but here we are. 31 for Navarro, 29 and 16 for AD, 22 and 13 for Capella. Let's get swept. Our gentleman swept. That's fine. We made it to the playoffs a lot here. But yeah, we have had not a lot of playoff success. I think we're also going to evaluate Gordon Hayward as a number 1 option this offseason. So we'll see what's going to change with this team. But maybe it's a new era of Lakers basketball. Maybe it's going to be Brunson, Dinwiddie, Ayton, which is crazy. It's not really the sexiest trio in the world. Oh my God, the Thunder lost in round 1. Now they are just not immortal at this point. So the Kings, didn't they win it all last year or 2 years ago? The Spurs are here with Giannis. How's Wiggins been? Good. Not like a superstar good. Bargnani's had a long career. Lonzo, yeah, difference maker in the regular season, that's for sure. They got Tristan Thompson and our old friend Jared Sullinger off the bench. And then the Clippers beat, or I guess upsetted, the 2-seeded Blazers. Shout out to Randall, Vucevic, Griffin, Bradley Beal. The Bobcats are there. Are they starting Booker? See, start Clay. I'm going to try to trade for Clay in the offseason if he's not a free agent. And then, yeah, Brooklyn with Tatum and Mitchell are in the conference finals just like that. How's campaign been? Not terrible. Derek Favors, Petro, Smart, Derek Williams off the bench. All right, I should try to trade for Smart and change him. The 8 seeded Kings are in the conference finals. 45 and 37. I mean, this was a team that's won it all before. Chase Budinger, Campazzo, they have DJ and Cousins. All right, so let's see who goes to the NBA finals. It's going to be the Nets beating the Bobcats in 7. Marcus Smart had 18 and 10 in this one. Mo Harkless had 26. Mo Harkless, really good player, Mo Harkless. Hell yeah. Shout out the Johnnies. They're in the finals, the Nets. And then you have the New Orleans Hornets in the finals as well, beating the Kings in 7. Wow, what a game. Juan Carlos Navarro was a Hall of Famer, for sure. Jimmy Butler, 25 in this loss. Oh, wait. I thought the Nets made it. No, sorry. The Bobcats made it to the finals. Good for them. Isaiah Hartenstein, Darren Collison, Tyrese Thomas. I'm rooting for the Bobcats. This is kind of cool. Like, one team was the Hornets. The other team's the Hornets. Let's see what happens. Looks like the New Orleans Hornets are going to gentlemen sweep them. Anthony Davis, finals MVP. Once they got that number 1 pick, and they got a generational player in Anthony Davis with Chris Paul, yeah, it was inevitable that they were going to have multiple rings. They've won 2 finals, lost 1. All right, so Kobe Bryant does retire at age 40, 23 years in the league. We'll never see somebody like him again, and we are going to have a lot more cap space going forward. I wish I got him a ring. I tried, man. I never really tanked at all, besides that first year, and I traded Pau Gasol, but it's a lot different now. There goes Tyson Chandler, Zach Randolph, Carlos Boozer, Beno Udrih. Brandon Roy, solid career. Had a really bad ending to it. JJ Redick, maybe underused, utilized in his career. Michael Carter Williams, Royce O'Neal, a lot of those guys retiring. Patty Mills, Lakers legend. So we know, or we got some staff retirements. Rudy Tomjanovich, Rick Adelman retire. Tomjanovich, I butchered that. Any other notable guys? RJ Thompson, not familiar with your game, and Charlie Weber, not familiar with your game. So Hall of Fame, Kobe Bryant. Obviously, we're going to retire his jersey number. 20-time All-Star, 1-time MVP, 1-time DPOY. How many all defensive first teams? 15. 4 all defensive second teams. And yeah, we are going to retire his jersey. 23 years with us. Historic changes, coaches challenge. Yeah, ton of, I guess this is a new CBA, right? In 2019. I'd like to keep the Suns the same. So we'll do that. And then let's add 2 new expansion teams to the league as well. And we're going to have a change to the lottery system this year. So we are going to throw the Supersonics in the Northwest. Something about these logos are so cool. We'll throw the Thunder in the Southwest, keep the Pacific the same. And then we're going to throw Kentucky. I feel like not the Atlantic. Either the Central or the Southeast. I mean, I'll throw them in the Central. I feel like that makes sense. So here we are, the draft lottery. We are going to have probably the 13th pick because they're going to implement the expansion teams. Let's see. Zion Williamson, you're a Laker. Zion Williamson, you're a Laker. I hope. All right. We get the number 1 overall pick. The Knicks get our pick at 23. It's just going through my head that the game is going to take John Morant or RJ Barrett, and I'm going to lose my mind. Okay, so this, I'll take this. The Bucks ended up getting me the number 1 pick. Holy shit. All right. I don't know what to do. I'm freaking out. I'm going to just hold Zion for a workout. That's it. Please. Okay, let's do the protected players situation. So we're probably going to lose one of these. Well, we're definitely going to lose one of these guys. Damn. I'm going to lose Buddy Hield. That sucks. Yeah. I mean, no, I'd rather keep Draymond and trade him. I could get off the Lopez contract, but I think I could trade him as well. Do I keep Hield over Lopez? And that frees up $22 million. Instead, I could have traded him. But now, do I need Shumpert, Allen, and Hield, right? I mean, Hield, really good three-point shooter. Same with Allen. I probably should give up one of them. Allen's 3 years younger, so I guess I'm going to lose Buddy Hield in the expansion draft. Courtney Lee was the number 1 pick. Oh, we're going to lose Josh Hart goes. We're going to lose Buddy Hield pretty early. He ends up going to the Kentucky at number 6th round. So I'm just nervous right now. I'm just nervous that the CPU is not going to take Zion 1. Just every outlet has him number 1. Can I just take, I feel bad, taking him number 1. Oh my God, if they take Naz Reid. I just don't know what they're going to do. Oh God. Let's just do it. Please take Zion. Thank God. Okay. I can breathe. Zion and Iggy Brzezikis, Knicks legend. Zion Williamson, welcome to the Lakers, baby. Wow. I don't remember. Was it Alfred Camino? I think I traded that pick for. John Morant goes to Toronto. RJ to Golden State. Garland to Atlanta. Cam Johnson to Kentucky. Naz Reid to Seattle. Tyler Hero to Miami. Hell yeah, man. I don't think I had a second rounder in this draft. Uh, I did. It was Brzezikis, duh. So we get Zion Williamson, which is exciting. I don't know how I feel about Zion and Aiden, but we'll give McConnell the qualifying offer. Zion probably plays over Draymond immediately. Now, do I trade away Gordon Hayward? And now this is a new era because now I just got what I needed here in Los Angeles. And I'm going to try to trade Brook Lopez for Cleveland, Mitchell Robinson. Kind of want to get the 21 first instead, just because it's a better draft than 2020, although they're both good. Let's do this trade, and I'm going to save $20 million with it. You want to give me 2020 and for 2 seconds? Let's do that. Okay, so now I own Cleveland's next 2 first rounders, which I have this Stepien rule on, so I'm not sure how they were able to do that. Interesting. So we have the Bucks top 3 protected first in 21, and we have the Hawks first next year. Okay, we're in a good spot. So we created a little bit of cap space. I would have loved to go after Paul George, but I would have to clear up 21 million, aka trade Gordon Hayward. Kyrie would be sick, but I think he's going to go back to Memphis. Cat restricted, Dwight 33, and we have Aiden. I may, Beal's, oh my God, Beal would be the perfect replacement to Kobe at 26. Booker, I mean, I'm going to just see. I would have probably had to use Brook Lopez to acquire him. But Klay Thompson, could we see? I'm not giving up Aiden, even though that's not a bad deal. I'm thinking about Gordon Hayward for Klay Thompson. Like, that intrigues me a little bit. But they are the same age, right? And Gordon Hayward's a better player. If I did, I mean, Dinwiddie for Klay could work out. I mean, I could do Draymond for Klay, which is interesting. Could I do Shumpert for Klay? I could. I mean, do I have the, actually might just have the cap space to take on Klay. Could I do Brzezikis and Grayson? No, I would have to do Shumpert, who I like. So Shumpert, Brzezikis, and my first next year, top 3, and my first in 2022, unprotected for Klay Thompson. Damn it. I'll throw in the Cavs or the, oh wow, Hawks picks got some value. I get Klay Thompson for 3 years, 87 million. An elite 3-point shooter, a good defender. I mean, I feel like I got to do this. Shumpert, Brzezikis, 2 first. Let me do the Cavs first in 2020. Okay. And let me do, I don't know, a second. Okay. I'm trying to work this out. I would also include Grayson Allen. So Allen, 3 first. Shumpert and Brzezikis. Come on. They might not even do it for this Hawks pick. I wonder if I could get somebody better. I mean, like, what are the odds I can get somebody as good as Klay next year? And what if the Hawks are good next year? Then I'll kind of be upset. So let's do Klay for the Hawks pick. I could do a sign and trade with somebody. So actually, hold on. Instead of having to give up like some of the young guys, I could try to like trade Evan Fournier in this deal or something. So it's actually going to be a sign and trade with TJ McConnell, or we're going to try to do this. McConnell, the Hawks pick, and my first rounder next year, and my 22 first rounder. I guess like maybe the Stepien rule is off. Would they do this? Damn it. Let's see. Does Brzezikis get it done? Okay. Does Grayson Allen get it done, or Shumpert? I'll give you Grayson Allen. This is a lot. They say no. Damn it. I just gave TJ McConnell all that. Well, I could use him in a different trade. Damn it. Thought I was going to be able to get Klay. That sucks. All right, I'm going to try to trade away, which is also kind of risky. Can I just do McConnell for Derek White plus maybe just the Cavs first next year? And I'll throw in my first next year, which is kind of risky. They say no. Okay, what about if I did McConnell and the Hawks pick next year for Derek White? Okay, and I throw in Brzezikis. Does that get it done? Come on. And I'll throw in my first next year top 3 protected. Wow, I guess I'm overvaluing this Hawks pick. I thought it would have a little bit more value out there. So I'm going to trade TJ McConnell, hopefully to the Suns for 4 seconds. They agree to that. What does a Draymond extension look like? 15 million. I'm going to give him a 2-year extension. That's fine. We do still have a little bit of cap space, but I do have that $20 million trade exception from Brook Lopez, and I want to use it. Oh my God, Devin Booker became unrestricted. What are you doing, Charlotte? How much? I would need to clear up 13 million to sign him. That would be Draymond Green or Dinwiddie. Oh my God. Getting Devin Booker to LA is kind of what we need post Kobe. I'm honestly going to just try to sign somebody on day 12. So Booker's here. The most I can give Booker's, I think I can maybe not have to trade like a main guy to get Booker now. Randall might make, no, I have Zion, so I don't need Randall. Let me make sure. I have 2 centers, right? I have Robinson and I have Aiden. I have 2 power forwards. I'm going to trade I'm probably gonna, man, we're gonna have some veteran minimums off the bench, which is always risky. I have no idea if the Sixers would give me a 2020 and a 2023 first for Brzdeikis and Shumpert. They will. Okay, so can I sign Devin Booker? I can give Devin Booker at least a 2-year deal, which would allow us to get bird rights, I believe, on him. Devin Booker, wow. Welcome to the Lakers. I mean, that's better than Klay Thompson. I'm using that. He's going to be the Kobe replacement. Devin Booker and Gordon Hayward on the perimeter. We have Aiden and Zion in the front court. This is a good team. There's going to be some veteran minimums, though. So Dwayne Wade is retiring at the end of the year. So we also kept all those draft picks, and we added the Sixers one. I do have that Brook Lopez trade exception, like I said, I want to use at one point. So the veteran minimums, we basically signed Darrell Wright, Chris Chiozza, Donnell Nash, Aaron White, Quindary Weatherspoon. So not great whatsoever. This team is very kind of top heavy, but I like what we got. We're going to start Dinwiddie still, but we're going to have Brunson. Actually, you know what? We'll start Brunson. Well, if Dinwiddie get 20 minutes a night, we're going to have Draymond come off the bench. We want Aiden and Zion, 2 former top 2 picks, getting 33 a night. I want 35 to Hayward, 35 to Booker. Mitchell Robinson can get around 15 minutes a night. And then Grayson Allen can just be the last guy in the rotation. We'll give a little bit to like Darrell Wright. Why not? So system proficiency is 4-star balanced. I may move like Darrell Wright and some of these guys, like with the draft capital we have, to add at the deadline. But man, am I excited about this new Lakers team post Kobe. I'm okay if we're bad this year. I didn't trade away my first rounder, but I don't think we'll be bad this year. Just with the talent we got, adding Devin Booker, who, thank God, it was on a 2-year deal. I feel like that was like a must for me, just because there was a chance he could have left for nothing in a year from now. I'm also going to sign Costa Kufos on a 1-year deal. I feel like we can get actually some better players than who 2K sometimes signs for you. Let me release Chiozza. And not Donald, right? We'll do Weatherspoon as well. So I think I should be able to sign 2 more guys. Maybe not at least right now. So welcome back, Chiozza, at the moment. So we are 14-5, which is fun this year. I'll take that. We are the 3 seed, but I feel confident that we can actually, I don't know, go a little bit further this year. We have Hayward 3 years left on the deal. Let me make sure I'm not over 50 million over the cap. No, we're 10 million over the cap right now. Hayward's contract does go up. Obviously, there will be a point where like Zion, Brunson, Aiden, all those guys will need extensions. We'll get there when we get there. I don't think I could sign Booker to an extension right now. It would be cool. Hopefully that's going to become eligible in the offseason. All right, so let's look and see what the 2020 All-Stars are. Juan Carlos Navarro might end up being the like one of the GOATs when it's all said and done. I mean, this guy's only 27 years old. I feel like that's crazy. How old was he when we started this? 17. There's Andrew Bynum at 32, still one of the better centers in the league. Crazy, because that did not happen in real life whatsoever. I feel like he was not playing in the year 2020. Did we get any All-Stars? We did get Gordon Hayward. I mean, 50, 45, 81 splits is incredible. You got Kyrie, Jeremy Lin, Dennis Schroeder. I don't think we have any other. There's Julius Randle, Jakob Poeltl, first-time All-Star. He got drafted by the Toronto Raptors, the team that traded for him in real life. And we are here at the trade deadline with a 36-14 record. We are the 3 seed in the Western Conference, slightly behind the Portland Trailblazers with Carlos Delfino and Michael Porter Jr. on the perimeter. And then you also have the Thunder still rocking there as the 1 seed. They picked up Jahlil Okafor along the way, Shane Larkin. So let's see what we possibly want to add. Devin Booker is averaging 21 points on 54, 49, 92 splits. Absolute stud for us. Gordon Hayward, 18 points, 50, 45, 82 splits. Jalen Brunson is kind of breaking out as like an elite point guard. 16 points, 6 assists. Not an elite point guard yet. Elite efficiency, but we're getting there. Zion, 15 points and 7 rebounds in his rookie season. And there's dominated as well, up to an 87 overall, 13 points, about 10 rebounds. Spencer Dinwiddie, 12 points, 4 assists. Mitchell Robinson's honestly been a solid enough backup 5. I don't know if I could trust Costa Kufos. I mean, maybe as a backup center come playoff time. Grayson Allen shooting 41 from 3. I don't really want to mortgage much of like the future draft capital. I like what we have. I mean, I have 4 first-round picks in this draft. Philadelphia, Cleveland, and Atlanta outside of our pick, which isn't going to be great. So a lot of East picks. Cleveland's pick, probably not going to be great. But we do have Phillies and Atlanta's. Both of them are close to 10 games under 500. And you know what? The 2020 draft class ain't that bad with Halliburton, LaMelo Ball, Anthony Edwards, Maxey. Like, there's still some really good talent we can look to add throughout the draft. So I'm going to trade Darrell Wright, Chris Chiozza, and a 2022 second to the Rockets for Dante Cunningham, an expiring 32-year-old, 6'8", forward. Hasn't really played this year. Actually, he kind of has, but he doesn't score whatsoever. I'm getting Bruno Fernando. Not a bad fourth center option if we needed it. All right, so we are going to win 58 games this year. Nikola Jokic wins MVP, the first of his career, 25 years old. He averaged 15.5 points and 9.1 assists. John Morant, not Zion Williamson, gets Rookie of the Year like he did in real life. DeJounte Murray, 6-man. LeBron Depoy, damn LeBron, not aging as good in this game as he did in real life. Josh Hart, currently playing on the Kentucky expansion team, shooting 37 from 3. I mean, kind of a monster year for Josh Hart. Probably deserves that most improved honors. Keith Smart, Coach of the Year. Luka in Memphis, Ben Simmons in Dallas. I just watched like a Ben Simmons, like, I don't know, documentary. Not like documentary. It was just like a YouTube video. I think he was from Secret Base. And he was so good, man. He was so good in the first few years of his career, but he just kind of never adapted. Shout out to Julius Randle on All-NBA first team. Juan Carlos Navarro, Russ, LeBron, Siakam, and Pirtle on second team. And then you got Harden, Dame, Kawhi, AD, and Cat on third team. We don't get any Lakers besides Zion Williamson on all rookie first team. So we are currently the 3 seed going up against the 6-seeded Kings, a team that's had way more success. They have a good trio of big men of Davis Bertans, DeMarcus Cousins, DeAndre Jordan, and you could say it's a foursome. Derek Favors as well. We are pretty much healthy going into the playoffs. DeAndre Ayton is dealing with a sore left wrist, but we're going to play him through it. I'm like, having Draymond Green come off the bench is such like a versatile piece for us moving forward. So we're going to go 20 to Dinwiddie. We'll probably stick 28 to Brunson. I want to play Devin Booker and Gordon Hayward a ton. We could probably keep Zion there. I'm not going to play Costa Kufos. Mitchell Robinson can get around 15 minutes a night. I'll go 33 to Ayton. I'm fine with about 10 to Grayson Allen. I don't know if I could trust the defense. We'll go 26 to Draymond Green. And then I want to go 36 to Gordon Hayward. We'll go 33 to Zion. And then we'll go a little bit more actually to Grayson Allen. System proficiency is 4 stars under Vinny Del Negro. Can we beat the Sacramento Kings? Zion's got a cut on his head, but he could play through it. Ayton is healed as well. And there goes Dinwiddie. He's out 1 to 2 weeks with a hairline fracture. And to be honest with you, I don't really trust this team having an 8-man rotation. So we are going to just play Draymond more. We're going to play Zion more. We're going to play Gordon Hayward more. We're going to play Booker more. Actually, let me play Brunson a decent amount. I'm going to play Brunson about 36 minutes a night. So please win game 3. We do. We win 118-107. Booker with 30. Game 4 goes to the Lakers. I forget, like, I'm recording this on a different day, obviously. I don't remember when our last playoff series victory was. It feels like a minute to me, but I'm not really sure. We're taking on Portland in round number 2. And OKC and New Orleans could fight it out at the top of the bracket. Really good round 1 series for Gordon Hayward, who's now been in LA for a while now, pretty much like 9 years, maybe 10. Devin Booker was good in round 1. Brunson was good, 17 and 8, and DeAndre Ayton, 17 and 8 as well. So we're taking on Portland here in round number 2, led by Michael Porter Jr. They do have LaMarcus Aldridge still, Andre Drummond, Reggie Jackson, Carlos Delfino, Nerlens Noel, Justice Winslow. It's a solid team. I feel like we should beat them, but I have no idea how that's going to go. We're up 3-0, and we actually should have Spencer Dinwiddie back, correct? Yeah, Dinwiddie's healthy again, so let's go about 10 new Grayson Allen. We can do 15 to Mitchell Robinson, 25 to Draymond, and then I want to go probably 31 to Zion, 35 to Hayward, 37 to Booker, and we'll do 32 to Brunson. Yeah, he's been like pretty good for us in the playoffs, and we'll do 22 to Dinwiddie coming off the bench. All right. Don't blow a 3-0 lead. Thank you. We swept them. That's what I'm talking about. We are in the conference finals. Devin Booker dropped 27 points in the conference semis. Zion Williamson, 23, 50 combined. The future of the LA Lakers. Basically the new Kobe and Shaq. And then we're taking on the Hornets here in the conference finals, a team that's beaten us time and time again. I think we may have beaten them one year when they didn't have Chris Paul. Devin Booker at 38, but we lost game 1. Game 2 goes to New Orleans. Oh my God, man. The Hornets have had my number all video. All rebuild long, 20 assists for Chris Paul there, and they take a 3-0 lead. Jeez, don't do this. Okay, wow. So we go down 3-0, we forced the game 6, and we ended up losing. Oh man, this stinks. Jalen Brunson kind of struggled in this series. Draymond Green struggled in this series, and once again, the New Orleans Hornets win the NBA Finals. Juan Carlos Navarro, this guy, I had no idea who he was at the start of this. Oh, I did know who he was, but had no idea the player he was going to become, and just a thorn in my side. So we made it to our first conference finals in a while. Like, it might be a decade since we made it to that conference finals with Kobe, but kind of sucks that we lost in 6, but it felt like we never really had a chance. We have a couple Hall of Famers, or at least one in Tony Parker. I don't know if they're going to put, probably not Amari Stoudemire in the Hall of Fame. All right, well, at least Vinny Del... Oh, wow. Okay, never mind. It was the opposite. They put in Amari, but not Tony Parker. Amari got his jersey retired by the Suns, and Tony Parker by the Spurs. So they want to do... So they want to do the playing tournament. We'll keep the playing tournament. Sure. We'll add that in. I do not want to change the logo of the Hawks. I like it. We'll change our uniforms. That's fine. And I do not want to change the logo of the Raptors either. So we are here with the draft lottery. We have a chance to get maybe another number 1 overall pick. Philly's pick is there at number 7. Atlanta at 11. There's 16 picks in the lottery because of the expansion teams. And we end up at 7, 11, 24, and 29. So those are our 4 first round picks. I don't know if I want to draft 4 rookies, but then again, like the bottom of the bench last year with like Chioza at a time, Cunningham, Nash, White, like we could definitely upgrade those spots. So maybe I will make all those picks. I'm not going to fire Del Negro. And let's go to the pre-draft workouts here where I'm probably not getting Ant or Halliburton. I'll scout out quickly Maxey, Bane, Stewart, like these guys down here. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who we end up with throughout the draft. So I'll probably just look at the first 5 picks. Anthony Edwards is going to Los Angeles. I don't know if they still have Bradley Beal, but that is a big pickup. LaMelo Ball is going to Kentucky. The Miami Heat are trading the 3rd pick to Boston for Aaron Gordon and Stanley Johnson. They're also giving up a 2024 first. They don't know about the lure of Zachary Risache. And Halliburton is going to Boston. The Sonics are getting Tyrese Maxey. The Nuggets are getting a Kungwu. And we ended up getting Desmond Bane at number 7. Okay, I don't mind that. That is exciting. We got Devin Vassell at 11. How about that? And then we ended up getting Cole Anthony at 24. That's a good pick. And then our first rounder, Lindy Waters at 29. I don't know if there's like a really good player that we passed up on. Definitely not after. Isaac Okoro we could have taken. Poku, maybe. But yeah, we're going to draft all 4 of these guys. Waters, Cole, Vassell, and Bane. We're going to pick up all these team options right here. And now we have like most of our roster spots. So I thought about potentially moving like Gordon Hayward. Now I am over my 50 million salary cap. Or no, I'm not. That's if I signed a $30 million guy. So Booker, hopefully we can work out an extension with. I'm scared there's like some no bird rights thing. I think like the Booker extension and Hayward extension won't overlap more than 1 year. So this could be the last year Gordon Hayward is playing in the purple and gold. We still have a $20 million Brook Lopez trade exception. I just don't think I'm going to use it, which is kind of a shame, but it's okay. So I'm going to renounce the rights on basically everybody here. Anybody switch up? Wow. Melo and Melo are playing together. Now the old Melo, the new Melo, Carmelo Anthony and LaMelo Ball are playing in Kentucky together. Andrew Bynum staying in Cleveland. Ben Simmons staying in Dallas. Sabonis staying in Philadelphia. Perry Jones, like all-star Perry Jones, staying in Orlando. Paul Millsap, former LA Laker, is now going to Denver where he finished up the best years of his career. Brandon Ingram staying in New York. John Wall staying in Minnesota. I almost traded for John Wall a couple years ago, but I couldn't get there financially. Devin Booker's a 91. Hayward's a 91. Zion's a 90 now. Brunson's an 88. Aiden's an 86. Let's ride. And then Booker is not eligible, which just scares me. I really hope I'm able to bring back Booker. And let's see. We're going to go Brunson, Booker, Hayward, Zion, Aiden, no shock there. We're going to go like 20 a night to Draymond. We're going to go 15 a night, or we'll do 17 a night to Robinson. We'll go 31 Aiden. This is going to be a Zion Booker year for sure. We'll go 32 to Hayward, 30 to Brunson, and then we're going to have Dinwiddie, Draymond, Mitchell Robinson, Desmond Bane, Grayson Allen come off the bench for now, but there's a chance Vassell could take those Grayson Allen minutes by the end of the year. All right, so we're at the 2021 All-Star game, a little bit more realistic captains than Juan Carlos Navarro, but we got Jokic and we got Giannis. Giannis in San Antonio, Jokic in New York. Let's see who's an All-Star. Derrick Rose, 12-time All-Star man. What could have been? John Morant makes his first All-Star game. Donovan Mitchell in Brooklyn makes his first All-Star game. I feel like Tatum's made it a couple times. This is his second. It's a sick duo over there. Luka, wow. That's his first All-Star game. Interesting. Juan Carlos Navarro is a starter. James Harden, still a beast in OKC. Kawhi, superstar there in Cleveland. Did we? I feel like we had to have gotten an All-Star, but I could just be missing it. No, we didn't get a single All-Star this year. I could be blind, but I don't think I am here. Wow, not a single All-Star for a 36-15 team. We are neck and neck with the Hornets for the 1 seed in the Western Conference. Maybe it's just because, yeah, we have a lot of talented guys on this team. I think we could think about, I'm getting ahead of myself, but there could be a final season for Gordon Hayward here in Los Angeles. Please, can I re-sign Booker? Oh my God. I know he's ineligible. Oh man. I really hope 2K gives me bird rights. I have no idea if it will right now, and I'm scared I'm just scared. All right, so I'm going to lock up Spencer Dinwiddie on a 2-year extension worth $10 million. So he's going to be under control for a few more years. I'm thinking about bringing back Draymond as well. 2 years, $28 million. Like, that's a pretty good contract for somebody that's still an elite defender. And we are going to have another 50-win season. Nikola Jokic gets back-to-back MVPs, the start of, yeah, a goated career probably. LaMelo Ball, Rookie of the Year for Kentucky. Is there the glitch? No, he's playing 34 minutes a night. Okay, I don't think there's a coaching glitch right now, which is nice. they play them 48 minutes a night, just the starters. Miles Bridges most improved in Brooklyn. Giannis Depoy in San Antonio. Jay Triano, coach of the year in New Orleans. Was hoping we were going to get Vinny Del Negro getting that award. So LeBron's still All-NBA first team at 36 years old. Is Randall playing like 40 minutes a night? No, there's no glitch either in Seattle. This is kind of nice. OKC still has Russ. Like, they still have the big three. With the cap going up, they were able to keep KD, Harden, and Russ. They've been like a 1, 2, 3, or 4 seed every single year. Lucas Nigeria, maybe he's like this modern day Rudy Gobert. And I know I'm butchering his last name, so I apologize. I don't think we really got many Lakers. We finished as the 2 seed. Now we have the play-in tournament, so we get Sacramento in round 1 yet again. We played them last year. They've had Campazzo for a while. He actually left for Denver in free agency, and they're like, we miss you so much. Let's bring you back. They've added Evan Turner. So Evan Turner and Derek Favors, 2 top 5 picks in real life from that 2010 draft class. So Mitchell Robinson shot 67% from the field. Long ways from Andrew Bogut, like struggling to shoot over 40%. DeAndre Ayton was pretty good. Zion, 16 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. There's Gordon Hayward, 45 from 3. Brunson, 18 points and 6 assists. And Devin Booker, who played 80 games. So for the playoffs, we know what the starting 5 is going to be. We're going to go about 15 minutes to Mitchell Robinson. Let's go 33 to DeAndre Ayton. I'm going to go about 22 to Draymond, 18 to Dinwiddie. I trust Desmond Bane maybe a little bit more. I like Vassell, honestly. And Vassell has a little bit more defensive upside. So I think I'm going to play Vassell over Desmond Bane about 12 minutes a night. So no Grayson Allen in the rotation. So I'm going to go about 35 to Brunson. I'm going to go about 40 to Booker. I'm going to go 33. Let's go 38 to Booker. 34 to Brunson. Let's go 35 to Zion Williamson. All right, please beat Sacramento in round number 1. And Zion Williamson tears his right MCL. The injuries have begun. He is out for the playoffs. When am I going to catch a break? When can I win a title for the LA Lakers? Because this has been, I don't know. We're over a decade into this, and I don't have a single ring. So Draymond Green's going to go into the starting 5. We're going to play Hayward and Booker a lot more. I mean, Vassell can kind of be like a swing power forward, but I don't really want to throw Bruno Fernando out there. So let's just play Desmond Bane, and let's hope for the best. We were up 2-0, now it's 2-1. Now it's 2-2, 3-2 us. We do end up winning in 6, but like with no Zion, I don't feel comfortable that I could beat OKC. Jalen Brunson was amazing there in round number 1, kind of becoming like that Knicks Jalen Brunson. Devin Booker was abysmal, so hopefully he could be a little bit better. So we're taking on the Thunder. They still have the big 3. Patrick Patterson, like Rudy Gobert is such a perfect guy around them. And you got New Orleans and Memphis with Luka. You got Detroit. Who's on Detroit? De'Aaron Fox, Kristaps Porzingis. Oh, yeah. DeJounte Murray's been coming off the bench. We know that Brooklyn's got Tatum and Mitchell. And then you got New York with Jokic and Washington with Bam. And, they got Pascal from Utah in free agency. Oh, they got Bradley Beal. So Bradley Beal made his way to Washington anyway. All right. I feel like OKC's going to beat us with no Zion, and they're going to sweep us. Okay, nice. So we have yet to beat like New Orleans or OKC in forever. In round number 2, Brunson, I mean, his numbers went down. Gordon Hayward, maybe a bittersweet ending to a long Lakers career. I asked a lot out of Bane and Vassell, some rookies. The Thunder swept the Hornets, and they ended up beating, I think it was the Brooklyn Nets in 7. Damn, they won by 3. Kind of a classic here. The Nets have Tatum, Marcus Smart, Tobias Harris. And the Thunder win again. That was their first, I think, finals in a minute. They ended up winning in 2016, so 5 years later. I'm struggling, man. Those teams are so good. I think we are going to move on from Gordon Hayward this offseason. There's Pop, who was a former Lakers assistant general manager. And Darren Williams is actually the guy who got his jersey retired by the Utah Jazz. We're going to make, rookies sophomore game. And do I have any random 2021 picks? I did see our team in the lottery. Oh my God, we have a Milwaukee pick, which could be a protection on it. And we have Cleveland's first as well. All right, let's see what happens. It is a loaded 2021 draft. I think that's what I had envisioned when I traded for these picks as well so far out. So that Milwaukee Bucks pick is at number 4. The Lakers pick is at number 12. Some really good draft capital right there. Do I fire Vinny Del Negro? I just don't know who's a better option out there. Like, I could bring in Mike D'Antoni, could bring in Avery Johnson. I don't really know how I feel about those options. Tibbs? I don't really know. So this is the last year of his deal. I'm going to keep him. I really hope I end up with like a Franz Wagner. I feel like he could be a nice Gordon Hayward replacement. So I'm going to scout all the top guys pretty much. Even Scotty Barnes could be a fun addition as well. There could be some floor spacing issues. So let's trade away Gordon Hayward. And we are going to do a very big trade here. We're going to send Gordon Hayward to the Nuggets for the 2nd overall pick, and Harrison Barnes is expiring contract. Harrison Barnes still a good player in this league. And when Zion went down, I kind of needed another power forward. So he'll be a nice like 3/4 hybrid. He shot 39 from 3 last year, 37% from, like, he's been a good 3-point shooter and he's bounced around a lot. I'm giving them pick 12, so we're moving up 10 spots and going down from Gordon Hayward to Barnes, but that's going to save us a ton of money as well, $24 million, and I should be able to create a massive trade exception with that trade, I believe. I mean, I forget how to view my trade exceptions. It's not in here. Well, I think if I just go to propose trade, now, maybe I don't have one. I thought I did. Okay, maybe not. So we have, all right, let's don't mess this up. We have pick 2, which would be very interesting if we drafted Cade when we have Brunson. And we also have the 4th overall pick. So we're going to have 2 top 5 picks in this draft. Let's just see who goes number 1. And it's Scotty Barnes. Okay, I was kind of hoping it was Cade Cunningham. I hope we end up with Evan Mobley and like Franz Wagner. I'm okay with Cade Cunningham, obviously. Let's find out who we add. We got Franz at 2. All right. Okay, but we got Evan Mobley at 4. That's perfect. If it was reversed, I would have been like, okay, that makes sense. Franz over Cade. We'll see how that ends up, but I love this for us. We get Evan Mobley and Franz Wagner in this draft, building up for the future. Now, we also have pick 30. We got Corey Kispert. We got Sam Hauser at 32. David Duke from Providence at 64. Can I throw him on a 2-way? Can't throw these guys on 2-ways. Can I even sign all these guys? No, so I can't sign David Duke. Okay, now we have a lot of guys under rookie deals. We're not going to be able to afford everybody when it's all said and done. But a big thing here is, can I afford Devin Booker? Okay, good, I can. Thank God, because if I could not afford Devin Booker, I would have cried. So it is allowing me to give Devin Booker a contract. He has 10 deals. Let's see, anything realistic? No. So I think I could be comfortable giving him 4 years. I mean, I would have loved to do 100 million. Let's just do a 4-year deal worth about $108 million. And if that's by far the number 1 deal, we are in a very good spot going forward. Yes. So let's get Booker back on that deal. 4-year, 108. Anybody switch up? Nope. Everybody kind of stayed here at the top. Melo signed a 1-year extension with Kentucky after kind of regressing last year, it looks like. It's a big year 4 for DeAndre Ayton. It's a big year 4 for Jalen Brunson as well. These guys could get nice rookie extensions. We have 3 point guards. We have a plethora of shooting guards. We're probably going to need to cut or trade away some of these guys before the season starts. And I'm going to trade Grayson Allen to the Memphis Grizzlies for a 2022 top 3 protected first-round pick. Grayson Allen is an elite shooter in this league, and he ended up being a Grizzly at one point in real life. All right, so player progression. Zion, don't get hurt in the playoffs, please. Booker's a 91. It looks like he's peaked here. Brunson's a 90. Draymond's an 82. Mitchell Robinson's an 82. Desmond Bane's up to an 81. This is a very good team. I still may need to cut some guys before the 2022 season starts. And I just want to say shout out to XV Clutch, who has made like all these historic draft classes so much better than 2K's, getting rid of the randoms and all that. Just want to say this person is goated here. All right, so we are going to be pretty heavy over the cap with some of these extensions. Like, I don't think I can pay Mitch Rob and DeAndre Ayton. Now, I'm going to probably bring back Ayton. I'm going to bring back Jalen Brunson first. It's going to be very similar to the Booker deal, but actually a little bit cheaper. So if we look at our multi-year cap sheet, we'll have Booker and Brunson making $51 million. It's weird not to see Gordon Hayward here anymore. I do need to cut 2 people before the season starts, which kind of sucks. I wish I can convert these guys to 2-ways. So I think one of them is going to be Luka Garza. He was a late 2nd rounder. And I'm also going to trade away Lindy Waters, who was a 1st-round pick last year that I just don't think there's a runway for him to play. And I'm going to get 3 2nd rounders from the Bobcats for him. All right, can 2022 be the year for this team? I don't know. So I'm thinking we'll start... We could start Zion at the 3, Mobley at the 4, but I don't really trust that. We'll start number 2 overall pick, Franz Wagner at the 3. He'll get about 25 minutes a night. We are going to play, like, Mobley could be the backup 5 if we needed him for DeAndre Ayton, or he could start for us at the 5 one day. So, like, I'm okay with Mitchell Robinson leaving when it's all said and done, or Draymond Green. Like, I don't need probably Draymond and Mobley, but that is a mean defensive duo off the bench. I definitely want Dinwiddie to play a lot. Bane can get 15 minutes a night. So, Vassell, like, Harrison Barnes, this team is really deep right now. So what I'm excited about, we can withstand injuries come playoff time, and I can also maybe trade guys at the deadline. We have so much talent on this team. I'm also going to make Harrison Barnes a small forward. He actually goes up to an 83 with that. Like, if he wanted a fairly cheap rookie extension, like, I don't mind giving him that. And we also like Corey Kispert on this team as well. This team is absolutely loaded. All right, so Jokic and Juan Carlos Navarro are all-stars yet again. We just have so much talent. I don't know if we're going to get an all-star, and I was wrong. It is Zion Williamson, 18 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. He's shooting 45 from 3. I don't know if he's actually taking threes now, just 22 on the season. And we're a team that's 39-13. I just don't know what we need to do to maybe compete here at the deadline. We are 40-13 right now. All right, we're the 1 seed in the West. We haven't been the 1 seed, I want to say, like, yet in this rebuild. And honestly, I'm not risking anything. I'm not trading away anybody. I want to keep everybody under contract just because if there's an injury in the playoffs, I need I need to have as much depth as possible. And for the first time, I think we won 65 games. We ended up going 66-16. Jokic was with his third straight MVP, averaging 8.8 assists. Scotty Barnes, the #1 pick, rookie of the year to the Jazz. Emmanuel Quickley, 6th man of the year 2 player for the Bobcats. Giannis Depoy, most improved goes to Halliburton. And Vinny Del Negro, coach of the year. There we go. Juan Carlos Navarro tore his ACL. So the Hornets take a big blow. A top 5 player in the league tore his ACL, and they have 2 top 5 guys. So the path got a little bit easier for us. I don't know what side of the bracket they'll be on. I believe we did get the 1 seed. Kevin Durant, I thought he was on the Wizards for a second. Who was on the... I thought I just saw the Wizards logo. Maybe I am tripping. Maybe it was Ja on the Raptors. I don't know. Maybe it was Bam on the Wizards. Monster over there. But we got Zion Williamson on All-NBA third team. Maybe this is Zion's team and not Devin Booker's team. We get Evan Mobley on All-Rookie first team. Kind of a beast. Kind of needs to start for us at one point as well. So who knows if I'm going to match an offer sheet for DeAndre Ayton, depending what he gets. So out of the play-in tournament, we're taking on the Golden State Warriors, who have rookie... Oh my God, they have Shea and they have Cade. That's kind of electric. Their team isn't really the best outside of that. Our leading scorer this year ended up being Zion. We have a lot of mouths to feed. I know that here. And I think that's going to clear up a little bit after this year. The Hornets on the other side. The Thunder aren't. I'm so sick of the Thunder. We ended the season with a 12.8 point differential on a 10-game winning streak. The Wizards are really good over there in the East as well. So for the playoffs, we're going to have, yeah, do I start Barnes over Franz? I probably should. What was Franz's efficiency this year? He was kind of good, but I don't know if he's going to actually crack the rotation, which is crazy for a #2 overall pick. So I think Bane can get 18 minutes tonight. We'll go 14 to Draymond, 10 to Mitch Robb. I'm going to go 16. No, we'll go 14 to Dinwiddie. So Brunson's going to be at 34. Booker, 36. 25 to Barnes. 36 to Zion. And we'll go a little bit more to DeAndre Ayton. And then we'll go 37 to Booker and Zion. Don't lose in round #1. Okay. Draymond bruised right knee. It's okay. If he got hurt, I'd be comfortable going forward with the guys that we have. On to round #2. Memphis just beat OKC. All right. Now, they have a fun team. Lonzo ended up going to Memphis. He's a good player. Kyrie in an off-ball role. Luka, don't know why it says he's coming off the bench. They have Josh Hart as well. It's a good team. They just beat the Thunder. We're tied with them. Come on. Don't lose this series. Please. Desmond Bane broke his left finger. He's out for the year. All right. It's fine. I mean, he can play through it. I don't really want to risk that. So who do I want to insert into this lineup? Probably Devin Vassell or Franz. I'll throw Vassell in here. He's going to get 14 a night. We'll go a little bit more to Draymond. And then I'll go one more to Devin Booker at 38. Please don't lose game 4. Please. Thank God. We win game 4 by 4. Devin Booker with 17 points in this one. All right. On to game number... Actually, are we running out a 10-man rotation or a 9-man rotation? A 10-man rotation. Honestly, let me just run out the 9-man rotation. So we're going to go like 20 to Mobley, 32 to Ayton. Let's go 40 to Zion. A little bit more to Brunson. A little bit more to... let's see, Dinwiddie, and then Mobley and Barnes. Please win game 5. Okay, thank God. We win game 5 by 7. Booker, 26 points in 40 minutes. 6 turnovers, though. Brunson had 11 assists. Zion had a double-double. Ayton, monster offensive game. The Kings are in the conference finals. They beat the Nuggets. But we're going to a game 7. We lost by 13. Damn. All right. Game 7, here we go. Please go to the conference finals, man. Please. Oh, man. We have a great first quarter. Not a great second quarter. Oh, my God. Do not blow this 19-point lead we had after the first. We're only up by 5. Thank God. We win by 1, 124-123. Zion with 33 and 11. Brunson with 13 assists. Booker with 23 points. You have the Knicks and the Bulls here. Okay, Rose still kicking. And then, yeah, you got the Knicks here with Jokic in the conference finals. We're taking on the Kings, who... Did they beat us last year? No, we beat them last year, right? And then we got swept. They've added Jordan Poole along the way, who's actually having a kind of a dope playoff run. Still have Cousins, Bertans, Butler, a lot of familiar faces. Bogdan Bogdanovic is like the modern-day Klay Thompson, it looks like. And Draymond Green has an injury. Zion's got a migraine, and we lose by 8 in game number 1. Not ideal. Barnes, I need you to be better than that. I don't really have a viable plan because I need shooting out there, and Barnes is always serviceable. Game number 2, please don't go now. Okay, thank God. We win game number 2. We scored 165 points. 94 combined between Booker, Brunson, and Zion. We win game 3 by 28. Just kidding, 18. I can't do math. Please win game 4. No, we had a chance. Oh, my God. We gave up 149 points. Game 5. Mitchell Robinson, hernia. He's out for the year. Another injury I'm not, like, losing sleep over. I'm going to get Franz in there. We're going to try him out. Get 10 minutes a night. Game 5 goes to the Kings by 14. All right, backs against the wall. Game number 6. We're gonna be. How is Sam Hauser hurt? He got hurt in garbage time. Are we gonna lose in 6? I can't get by the Kings, the Hornets, or the Thunder. Please come back in the 4th. We're gonna lose in 6. Unbelievable, man. Booker had 31. Brunson had 19. Aiden had 18. Jimmy Butler's your conference finals MVP. Same with Jokic. Knicks and Kings in the NBA finals. Somewhat laughing stocks at like the mid to late 2010s. And the Kings ended up winning in 7. Jimmy Butler is your finals MVP. I just watched the Kings get their 2nd ring in this video, and I've yet to get one. I've yet to go to the NBA finals, man. This is ridiculous. Chauncey Billups retires. Rip Hamilton. Shout out to those Pistons teams. Josh Smith retires. Andrew Bogut, Lakers legend. LaMarcus Aldridge, Al Horford. Wow. JaVale McGee, Lakers legend. We had at one point in this video. Wesley Matthews, Lakers legend. We had him at one point in this video as well. Kobe Simmons, Gabe Vincent, a lot of these guys retiring. There goes Bruno Fernando, Lakers legend. So here we go. Ton of staff retirements. Do we see any notable head coaches? Not really. Dwayne Wade and Chauncey Billups head to the Hall of Fame. They get their jerseys retired. Dwayne, Rip Hamilton, and Josh Smith by the Hawks. So we got a take foul. All league teams will be positionless. Same with defensive teams. I want to keep the Cavs logo, not just make it a C. And I want to keep the Jazz logo. I can't believe they changed that logo, man. So league meetings, we'll do all of these. Draft lottery here in the 2022 draft. Do we have anything? We do not, it looks like. So the Kentucky expansion team gets number 1. They have the right to draft Paolo Banchero. We're going to have 24 via Memphis from the Grayson Allen trade and 31 in this draft. So Vinny Del Negro brought us to the conference finals. I mean, I'm going to offer Spoelstra a contract every year if I can get him. I'm not bringing back Doc Rivers. I mean, can I get Terry Stotts from the Dallas Mavericks? I don't know. They're probably going to block that. All right, so I offered some coaching jobs out there. Nice. Stotts, Shaw, and Cassell all get blocked, and Spoelstra is not going to want to coach the Lakers, who were just in the conference finals. Oh, man. Am I going to have to bring back Vinny Del Negro on a 2-year deal? It looks like it. So that is going to be the case. All right, so the night of the 22 draft, I don't know how aggressive I want to be in the trade market. And I'm going to send Draymond Green to the Boston Celtics. We're going to clear up $14 million with this deal for a 2023 unprotected first and a 2025 unprotected first, a Wemby draft in 2023 and a Cooper Flag draft in 2025. They actually say no, but I will include 31 in my 2 seconds in this draft as well. And they're going to say no. What about if I throw in a future second? Really? You don't want to trade 2 future? What? I want to keep Kispert. I mean, I'll throw in another second that we've acquired. Okay, that got it done. So let's see where Paolo goes. He's going to go to Kentucky. If they still have LaMelo Ball, that's a sick 1-2 punch. Chet Holmgren goes to the Philadelphia 76ers to make a front court with Domantas Sabonis. J-Dub goes to the Spurs with Giannis. Keegan Murray to the Hawks. Heat get Dyson Daniels. Cavs get Jabari Smith Jr., the Jazz are going to get Jaden Ivey. Mavericks are going to get Tari Eason. Jazz are going to get Andrew Nembhard. And the Raptors get Benedict Mathurin. So I believe we had the 24th pick. So let's see who we ended up with. And it is Jabari Walker. Okay. Could have been better. Could have been worse, I guess. So let's sign Jabari Walker. Zion, Bane, Vassell, Cole Anthony, and Sam Hauser are coming back on those deals. We will give these guys the qualifying offers. I'm thinking about letting Aiden walk and making you know who, I guess Evan Mobley a full-time center. So we do have a decent amount of cap space right now, but obviously that can change. Well, it says I have negative 43 million, but I believe that's what the cap holds. Wait, because if I signed Aiden, that'll put me at negative $23 million in cap space. But I honestly don't want to give Aiden $27 million a year. I just don't think he moves me that much defensively. I'd rather give Mitchell Robinson like $13 million a year if I can get him there. So we're going to keep our options open. I'm not going to sign any of these guys yet. And like real life, DeAndre Ayton may go to the Phoenix Suns. I'm going to have to match a deal that's 4 years, 121. Honestly, it might be crazy. Former 2nd overall pick. I'm not going to match it. We're going to let him walk. We have Evan Mobley that I think could be a 5 for us with Zion Williamson at the 4. So yeah, is he going to go to the Suns? I don't know. Did they just withdraw that offer? What 2K? All right. So we're about to be on day 12 and he hasn't signed yet. I'm going to give Ayton a 2-year deal. Worth about 20. Like, honestly, let's lower this as much as we can. We're going to go 34 million over 2 years. And you know what? I will make it somewhat realistic if I know Jonathan Kuminga just turned down something kind of similar, but I'll give him a player option after the first year if he wants to opt out and thinks he can get more money. Mitchell Robinson, I mean, I may just give him a team option on the 3rd year. Let's do that. And then Harrison Barnes, I'm going to give a 2-year deal too, but a team option because of the age. So let's bring all those guys back. Player progression, Zion's a 92, Booker 91, Aiden's an 89, Brunson regresses a little bit. Okay. And let's lock up Zion Williamson on a 5-year deal worth $150 million to be the superstar for the Lakers. We could re-sign Dinwiddie, not going to do that right now. So let's advance to next year's season. I don't need to cut anybody. Dwight Howard is retiring at the end of the year. This is obviously going to be the Victor Wembanyama season. We're going to start Franz Wagner this year. He's going to get 28 minutes. I want to go 36 to Zion. We're going to go 27 to Aiden. I definitely want to get more minutes up there. So Dinwiddie, Bane. I think Mitchell Robinson might get like just 10 minutes a night. Barnes is going to get 14 minutes a night. Mobley's going to get like 20 minutes a night. That's good with me. So it's tough to get like Vassell minutes and those guys out there, like good players. Brunson, 33. Booker, 35. And then the remaining 11, I will just give them to Vassell. This is going to change once injuries happen anyway. So we made it to the conference finals. We could not get to 5 stars. I don't know what's going to change this year. So Giannis and Jokic are the captains this year. I'm going to assume we're going to get Zion Williamson as an all-star. Second time of his career, averaging 19 points, 8 rebounds, 64 from the field, 4.6 assists as a 22-year-old. Do we get any other all-stars? Monty Morris? 20 point per game score, Monty Morris. Okay, that's crazy. Jaren Jackson Jr., first-time all-star. Garland, first-time all-star as well. I believe that is our only all-star. And we are 46-7 at the deadline. We are by far the best team by 10 games at least in the Western Conference. 9 games better than the Raptors, who are the 1 seed in the East. It's just, do I end up making a trade? I don't think so. We are 46-7. Please, can I go to the finals for the first time in this rebuild? We're in 2023. We started in 2011. Like, we're going to top last year's team. Last year's team went 66-16. We go 67-15. Zion Williamson only averaged 18.9 points, but got MVP given how dominant we were. Paolo Banchero, Rookie of the Year for the Kentucky expansion team. DeJounte Murray, 6th Man of the Year. Giannis Stipoy. Santi Aldama, Most Improved. Year number 2, he was the 11th overall pick. Garland, Clutch Player of the Year. Back-to-back Coach of the Years. Will it mean anything? I don't know. Lucas signed with the Pacers in the offseason. What? All right, him and Jaren Jackson Jr. teaming up. Jaren Jackson Jr. dropped 22.9. He scored more points than Luka. What alternate universe is this? Oh, also, DeJounte Murray signed with the Supersonics. I don't know if that meant he's a starter there now because he was coming off the bench in Detroit. We don't get any all-defensive guys, which may be an issue. I don't know. We are a 1 seed taking on the 8-seeded Jazz, a team that traded us Gordon Hayward probably an hour plus ago when you guys were watching this. They do have a very young Scotty Barnes. They did get Paul Millsap back. So let's see what we got here. We were by far the best offensive team. It's the defense, man. I don't know if it's Draymond, I don't know if it's Aiden. I don't know if it's Brunson, but there's clearly a defensive like weakness here. I don't know if it's Booker either. Now we did lose Mitchell Robinson, knee tendonitis for 1 to 2 weeks. Franz Wagner, very good in year number 2, which is exciting. I'm going to go 30 to Brunson. Maybe I'm only going to go 30 to Booker. Maybe there's a defensive lapse there. And we'll go a little bit more to Mobley, who I honestly think, like, he can kind of stagger minutes a little bit as well. He can play half the 4, half the 5. I'm going to change his position to a center. I don't know if that's going to drop his overall at all. So if I made Mobley a center, he's going to go, no, he's going to stay. All right, so we're going to make him a center. Please beat the Jazz. If we want all those games to lose, I would cry. All right, we beat the Jazz. Now we're taking on the Grizzlies. Franz Wagner was arguably our best player in round number 1. We're going to keep Mobley as the backup 5. I'm not going to put Mitchell Robinson in there. Our old friend Gordon Hayward was just a rental for Denver. And he's now with the Memphis Grizzlies at 33 years old. He's made a lot of money in his career. That's a lot of money. So he basically replaced Luka Doncic. They still have Kyrie. I think we should beat them. And of course they win game 1 by 5. We almost came back in the 4th quarter. Like, who is the weak link here? Evan Mobley went 3 of 13. Franz had a minus 11, plus minus. All right, Booker showed out in game number 2. We take a 2-1 lead, 3-1 lead, 3-2. Okay, thank God. We are in the conference finals yet again, but taking on the Sacramento Kings, a team that owns me every single year. And I don't know what to do about it. You got Washington and Charlotte over there. I mean, if I can't beat them this year, I got to change up this team again. An old friend, Jonas Valanciunas, is there. They have Herb Jones. Game 1 goes to Sacramento. Oh, my God. We gave up 158 points. Yeah, maybe it's Brunson and Booker and Aiden all out there. Maybe that's just, like, not a good defense. Oh, my God, we're down 2-0. I'm going to lose my mind. Maybe Zion's not a good defender either. 2-1. Brunson with 28. Zion with 24. 3-1 Sacramento. Get the hell out of here. Can we force a game 7? Yes, we can. Okay. Okay. We were down 3-1. This would be kind of cool. Do I bench somebody? I don't know. I'm so nervous. Booker's been kind of bad. So I'm going to go... I don't know why they changed this rotation. What the hell? I don't know what happened. So Mitchell Robinson, not going to play. Dinwiddie, 15 tonight. Vassell, 15 tonight. Barnes is hurt. Maybe that's why. We're going to go we're going to go 23 to Bane. We're going to start Mobley over Aiden. Yeah, we're going to do that. This may be the end of DeAndre Aiden in LA. Who would have thought it was going to go wrong? 34 to Aiden. 38 to Zion. 30 to Franz for the defense. we'll go 30 to Booker and Brunson. And the remaining 5, I'm going to go to Vassell, who's also like a positive defender in a way. Winner takes on the Washington Wizards at the 2023 NBA Finals. We're tied after 1, down by 5 here. Oh my God, we're down by 6 in the third. Please, I don't think we've ever gone to Game 7 in the conference finals. Nobody shows up in the fourth quarter, man. Nobody shows up. All right, Brunson's a minus 26 in this game, and we're going to lose 133-121. Zion had 27, Mobley had 21, Booker 16 and 11, only took 8 shots. Bogdan Bogdanovic was the best player in this game. He dropped 41, and I'm sick and tired of losing to the Sacramento Kings. Oh my God, Kings and Wizards in the finals, and the Wizards got their first ring before us. Bam averaged 23 and 11, and they win the 2023 finals. I am sick and tired of this, man. Oh my God, I can't get to the NBA finals. There goes Chris Bosh, Al Jefferson, Melo, Kyle Lowry, Carl Stefano, Bojan, Thomas Satoransky, who was a brief Laker. Lindy Waters retired. Guess I won that trade. There goes Jerry Sloan. He ends up retiring. Oh my God, man. Melo and Bosh go to the Hall of Fame. Melo and Bosh get their jerseys retired by the Nuggets and by the Heat. We're going to introduce the NBA Cup, 65 awards, or 65 games to get awards. We're not going to change the logo, although it's been changed kind of. We're not going to change the uniform of the Kings. Although, you know what? I will. Just make them different. Maybe that can help us beat them in the playoffs. So look at that. That Boston pick from Draymond, they were bad. Philly's pick, we have 2 chances at getting Wemby. I have 2 chances at getting Wemby. Give me Wemby. Give me Wemby. Give me Wemby! Give me Wemby! Let's go! Oh my God. Oh my God, we get Wemby. Okay. Well, that's not a guarantee because I'm gonna... Vinny Del Negro. Man, I could try to get Don Nelson. I mean, he's got 6 offers out there. Like, I would need to, like, go after a free agent head coach that has 0 offers. I can't really be convinced that I'm going to get anybody else. So I could sign Shaq as my head coach. I mean, I feel like Shaq would be the worst coach of all time. Like, I'm going to pre-draft workouts and I'm only doing Wemby. Hopefully that's a hint. Oh man. Okay. Wemby is by far the #1 guy on the mock drafts, right? Yep. Okay. So we have, I'm going to make Aiden. I want to go, I'm going to make Mobley, Aiden, all power forwards. And Mitchell Robinson. Just so, hey, 2K, I don't have a center. Please make sure I get Wemby. I will cry. Please tell me I got Wemby. Thank God. Thank God. And I got Amen Thompson at 7. Kobe Brown at 31. Hunter Tyson at 38 or 40. Let's go. Wemby and Amen Thompson. Hello. That's going to improve the defense going forward. All right. So Aiden opts out. Since we drafted Wemby, let's go from Draymond Green. That's crazy. We're going to have a Wemby, Mobley, Zion team at one point. Bane, Franz, Vassell. I'm going to let bring back. I'm going to let Harrison Barnes walk. Kyrie's a free agent. LeBron's a free agent. Paul George is a free agent. Never really played Sam Hauser, so I'm going to just let him walk. DeAndre Ayton does not want to come back here. All right, a bittersweet ending to DeAndre Ayton here in LA. Thought he could have been a little bit different. I don't know how many offers he's going to get out there. He's got a lot. I don't know if any of them are legit. I have no idea if I could pull this off. Could I trade away Corey Kispert, Cole Anthony, and Jalen Brunson for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander? I don't have many first-round picks. I'll throw in this 25 Celtics pick, and I'll throw in 2 of my first-round picks going forward. I tried. I'm also going to be making a trade. It's kind of risky in the conference, but I'm going to be trading Jalen Brunson for J-Dub, who was the 3rd overall pick last year, and a 2024 Spurs first. So they're going to be pairing up Brunson with Giannis. I'm also going to ask for their 2025 first, just because it's a better draft. They would want Hunter Tyson in a second, and you'll give me your 24 first. All right, let's do that. So Brunson is gone. I may make Devin Booker the point guard. Because I do think he's got the playmaking ability to be a solid point guard. And then Amen could be a point guard at one point. So, yeah, Mobley's going to be the center. Zion at the 4. Franz at the 3. Bane at the 2. Booker at the 1 right now. Maybe J-Dub starts over Bane. And I don't know if Aiden signed. He did. He goes to Kentucky on a 3-year 107. Sekou Doumbouya just got $107 million. So we did get back Hauser on the QO. This is a stacked team with Zion, Booker, Mobley, Franz, Wemby at 19. I don't know, though. I've said it's a stacked team before, and I can't get to the finals. Maybe Wemby can be the savior. And Booker's got 2 years left on the deal, so it's going to be a big year for Booker. I do need to release somebody before the season starts. Probably going to be Sam Hauser, because I got kind of a similar player in Corey Kispert, and he's probably going to struggle. So we got a new era here. I guess it's the 2020 modern era. Well, 2024. So this is the modern day, right? The 2024 season is about to come. LeBron is going to retire at the end of the year. We'll see about that. It's going to be Booker, Bane for now. Bane's going to get like 24, and I think J-Dub will get 24. I'm going to go like 20 to Wemby just for year 1. We're going to go 33 to Mobley and Zion. We'll do 32 to Mobley. I'm going to go 30 to Franz. I'll get more to Booker. I'll go 23 to J-Dub. We'll do 23 to Bane, 33 to Booker. And then we're going to have Vassell, Dinwiddie, and then do I want to give minutes to Cole Anthony? I think I'd rather just see Amen Thompson at this point. So let's see what Amen can do. 10-man rotation to start off the year. 4.5-star balance finally under Vinny Del Negro. Let's see what we can do. All right, so we are 39-12 with an 8.4 point differential. Here are the stats so far this year with Franz Wagner beating the leading scorer. I did not expect that. Booker is averaging 6.8 assists. The regular season does not matter to me. I do not care about the regular season whatsoever. Maybe the Kings lose some aura with that new logo. Let's just see what happens in the playoffs. And then we'll see how I feel about this team. All right, so Ja Morant ends up winning MVP for the Toronto Raptors. 27 points, 5 rebounds, and 10 assists, 55, 42, 90 splits. Wemby, Rookie of the Year, only averaging 9.9 points, which is wild to see Wemby average like under 10 points per game, but hopefully we have a superstar on our hands. And shout out to Kai Jones winning Most Improved. We get Coach of the Year yet again. Like I said, none of this matters to me unless we can win an NBA title. We get nobody on the All-NBA teams. We do get Evan Mobley on All-Defensive Second Team with Precious Achiuwa. And there's Wemby and Amen Thompson on the all-rookie team. So I believe we're at full strength. I could be wrong. No, we are at full strength for the playoffs. I don't think I'm going to play Amen, who's not even in here anyway. How is Cole Anthony? He's probably going to get like $15 million in free agency, which I'm not giving it, or giving him that. We have Wemby as the backup 5, so I don't really need Mitchell Robinson. This is probably his last year here anyway. J-Dub was really efficient, and I trust the defense more than Bane. So Bane is going to be like the 6th man. We're going to go like 14 to Vassell and Dinwiddie. We got Wemby getting 20 minutes a night, Bane getting 20 minutes a night. And then I want to go 30 to J-Dub. I want to go 37 to Zion. I want to go 34 to Booker. We'll go 33 to Franz, 36 to Mobley. And then maybe we go 2 more to Wemby. Let's see what happens. I'm nervous. We could just roll out like a Mobley, Zion, Wemby lineup at one point. We're taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves, who still have the OG logo, led by our old friend, Brandon Knight, who I thought could have been the future point guard here. And he still had a nice career, better than real life. You got Denny Avdia, Jalen Johnson, Vooch, Bradley, John Wall, later in his career, Jackson Hayes. Please beat this team. Okay, we sweep them. I don't think we've had a round 1 sweep in a minute. 10.7 point differential this year, 63 wins. And look who we're taking on in round number 2. The Sacramento Kings. The team I hate the most right now. I've hated the Hornets throughout this. I've hated the Kings, and I've hated the Thunder with all my heart. Oh my God, man. They own me. I can't. Oh my God, they own me, man. Oh my God, no freaking way. Can somebody tell me what to do? How do I beat the Sacramento Kings, man? Oh, are they about to go to the NBA Finals? Jimmy, oh my God, I hate you. Do I have to trade for Jimmy Butler? The Wizards swept the Kings anyway, and the Wizards go back-to-back with Bam Adebayo, Bradley Beal, Mikal Siakam, Ty Washington, Trey Murphy. Oh my God, man, I don't know what to do. Mobley was pretty bad in round number 2. Mobley was pretty bad the whole playoffs. God damn it, man. LeBron retires, Dwight retires, Millsap, Lakers legend, right? Am I going to go 20 years without a ring? Like, we're 13, 14 years in, and I can't get a ring. LeBron and Dwight retire. They want to change the branding of everybody, basically. All right, let's just do it. It's a new era here in the NBA. I will get the 9th overall pick from the Spurs that they just kind of threw in what was that? The Brunson J-Dub trade, so they weren't good. So I have 9 and 31 in this trade, or in this deal. I'm not bringing back Vinny Del Negro. I can't. I just want somebody that can lead me to the promised land. Nate McMillan, can you save me? Please. And we're here during the night of the 24 draft. Do I trade Zion? I don't want to trade Zion. I don't know, though. Zion can't space the floor. I may trade Devin Booker, but that may come after the draft. So let's see. The number 1 pick, the Atlanta Hawks. They don't take Reese Ashe like they did in real life. They take Reed Shepherd. Number 2, the Magic take Reese Ashe. Pistons get Alex Sarr at 3. Bronny. What? He goes 4. Oh, my God. Why is this draft class stacked? Oh, boy. All right. They nerfed the draft class. Oh, my God. Tyler Smith goes 4. Okay, he's not as good as those guys. All right, so it's really just those top 4 that are completely stacked. Okay. We end up with Rob Dillingham at 9, AJ Mitchell at 31, and Roland Rice, who I'm not going to sign here in the second round. We are going to pick up the options on J-Dub, Franz, Mobley, Jabari Walker, Kispert, but not Mitchell Robinson. He will be a free agent. Vassell, Cole, and Bane, I will give the qualifying offers to. Kyrie's a free agent at 32. Ant's restricted. Cat's unrestricted. I don't think we have Cap. I am going to think about trading Devin Booker. This might be a crazy idea, trading Devin Booker for Lonzo Ball, but Lonzo Ball is a better passer, better defender, and he shot 41% from 3 last year. Booker's in a contract year, so is Lonzo. Lonzo's actually making a little bit more per year. I don't know if I could steal like a first rounder They would reunite Gordon Hayward and Booker again. Can I get your 2025 first unprotected in this deal? And I will throw in Corey Kispert to make this work. And I will throw in Jabari Walker to make this deal work. Bang, there we go. So welcome to the team. Welcome to the Lakers. Lonzo Ball. So Bane got a deal from the Clippers. 4 years, 101. I can't match that. That's too much money for me. All right, well, Desmond Bane is gone. He is going to the Clippers. And Spencer Dinwiddie got a 3-year deal, $37 million from the 76ers. A nice 10-year career with the Lakers. And funny enough, the Aiden thing happened with Bane. He is still a free agent. And here on the last day of free agency, I'm going to give Vassell a 2-year deal, fully guaranteed. I'm going to give Mitchell Robinson a 1-year deal just to be the third string center. I'm probably going to let Cole walk. I mean, Bane I'll bring back on a, like, if you're not going to get a better deal out there, I'm going to do a 3-year deal. Just a little bit above 45 mil. So we're going to sign all these guys right here. Cole Anthony comes back on the QO, but I'm probably going to trade him. And I'm going to trade him to the Orlando Magic for Santi Aldama. The regular season does not matter to me anymore. It really doesn't. I don't care how it goes. Honestly, we can win 48 games. We can win 68 games. It's really gutted me. And Ja Morant just won MVP for the Toronto Raptors in the 2025 season. Bronny James, Rookie of the Year for the Pelicans. Josh Giddey, Sixth Man of the Year for the Hornets. Giannis Depoy for the Spurs. Patrick Williams. That's a deserving Most Improved Player award. Monte Morris, kind of a star. Like better than Devin Booker. Who would have thought? We go 69-13. Nate McMillan, Coach of the Year. I don't care, like I said. None of that matters to me. None of it does, honestly. Kai Jones, all defensive first team. Legend. Mobley, all defensive second team. We end up taking on Golden State in round number 1, a team that was in the conference finals last year. We finished the season on a 10-game winning streak. Portland on an 11-game winning streak. Thank God the Sacramento Kings did not make the playoffs. We have a 16.2 point differential. By far the best in the NBA. Franz Wagner was the leading scorer, followed by Zion, Mobley, Lonzo Ball. Great addition, honestly. I think completes this team in a way. Let me figure out this rotation. So Wemby's the backup 5. I don't think I'm going to play any of these guys. Maybe a Men for the playoffs as the 9th spot. It's either a Men or Aldama. We're going to go 12-2 a Men. We're going to go 18 of Vassell and Bane. We're going to go probably like 23 to Wemby, 35 to Zion and Mobley, 35 to Franz. Let's go 34 to J-Dub. Actually, let's go 30 to J-Dub, and let's go 34 to Lonzo Ball. Just, let's see. Do we get out of round 1? We sweep the Golden State Warriors. Good start. Franz Wagner, 20 points per game. Desmond Bane shot 36% from the field. And we're taking on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the LA Clippers. So we ended up back on the Clippers. Okay. Shai and Ant. We're effed. Blake Griffin, kind of washed. Alperen Sengun, though, at the 5. We're going to lose to the Clippers. I just know it. We're tied after 2. We take a 2-1 lead. Take a 3-1 lead. Okay, we're in the conference finals. Let's go. We're going to be taking on the Portland Trailblazers. So the Portland Trailblazers were definitely the second best team in the West all year long, maybe even the NBA. They finished the season on an 11-game winning streak, headlined by Kyrie Irving, Moses Moody, Dylan Brooks, Jeremy Sohan, our old friend Brook Lopez at 37. We had him for 2.5 years. Najee Marshall, a team I believe we should beat, but I don't know if we will. I don't know why they keep putting Mitchell Robinson in the rotation. Stop messing with that, please. I want to give Amen Thompson 13 tonight. What are they doing here? Why? I got to see if there's like an auto change on. I'm going to go 20 to Wemby, who's, I don't think, better than Mobley. Not yet. I want J-Dub starting over Bane. I do not trust Desmond Bane right now. Let's go 35, 34 to, we'll do 32 to Mobley, 37 to Zion, 37 to Franz, 34 to Lonzo, 28 to J-Dub. Let me actually just go here to the sliders. Is there lineup management? Yeah, that's what I want off. Okay. So we're taking on Portland. The ECF is going to be between the Toronto Raptors and the Washington Wizards, the MVP and kind of a new dynasty over there in the nation's capital. Let's see what happens here. We lose game 1, which is never a good sign. Game 2, we do win. Okay. In overtime. Jesus. I don't trust this team. Game 3, Zion gets hurt, but we win. How bad is this injury? He's got, oh my God. He hyperextended both his knees. Oh my God, the right and left. Yeah, you're getting benched. You could play 15 minutes a night till that's cleared up. We're going Mobley, Wemby, front court. Yeah, I don't care. 35 to each. J-Dub will give you 31 minutes a night, 32 minutes a night. That's insane. Game 4, we win. Okay, I can taste it. Can we go to our first NBA Finals? Let's see. We lose game 5. We lose game 6. Are you kidding me, man? Are you kidding me? All right, let's get Zion back in this lineup. Amen Thompson's hurt. That's great. He's gonna get 10 minutes a night. We're gonna go 14 to Bane. Let's go about 36 to Zion. He's going to start there at the 4. We'll go a little bit more to Mobley. All right, game 7 of the WCF, where we were last year. If I'm going to blow a 3-1 lead, we're never meant to be. It was never meant to be. Great third quarter. What the hell happened in the second? Oh my God, we're up by 6, please. We're up by 3. Don't choke this. I can't. I'm cursed. We were up 3 games to 1. 3 games to 1. We even won when Zion was, like, hurt. And then he comes back, and we blow it in the fourth quarter, man. Oh my God, this is making me so mad. I can't go to the NBA Finals. I really can't. Oh my God, Moses Moody, Isaiah Roby, and Jeremy Shohan are outplaying Zion, J-Dub, Franz, Evan Mobley. Kyrie's your conference finals MVP, same with Ja. And the Raptors 1-7. We would have beat them, I thought. Ja just got finals MVP and MVP in the same year. There goes Chris Paul, Marcus Gasol, a lot of legends. Al-Farouq Aminu was a Lakers legend. I don't know if we've gotten anybody else here along the way. Did we have Kuzma? No, I don't think so. Don Nelson retired for like the 9th straight time. Chris Paul heads to the Hall of Fame. He's going to get his jersey retired by the Pels. Draft lottery here in 2025. This is the Cooper Flagg most recent draft. Thank you, Boston. That was a very good Draymond Green trade. Imagine they gift me Cooper Flagg and Wemby. That would be hilarious. And thank you. Who did I trade this? Oh, Brunson. Brunson got me a pick last year and a pick this year. So we do not get 1. We're not going to get Cooper Flagg probably. We get 3 and we get 5. We also have 20, I believe from the Grayson Allen trade, and 31, which is our pick. All right, I'm going to try to trade Zion, 5, 20, 31 in the first, and 32 in the second for Jason Tatum. Let's see if they would do this. They say no. I will also include Rob Dillingham in this deal as well, or Devin Vassell. All right, so let's see. I assume Cooper Flagg is going to go 1 to Golden State. Cooper Flagg and Cade in the conference. And Dylan Harper goes 2. So we ended up taking Ace Bailey at number 3. And then we ended up taking Carter Bryant at number 5. Okay, over some maybe better talent. I ended up with Young Hansen there at 20. Let's go. Ace and Newell at 31, and John Tonje in the second round. So we're going to throw him on a 2A. I'm going to decline the option on Kobe Brown, but pick it up on a men, J-Dub, and Wemby. Qualifying offers, Aldama, Mobley, and Franz. Definitely want to bring back Franz and Mobley. The rest could be gone. I think I'm done with the Zion experiment. I don't know, though. He does have 3 years left on a pretty good contract, but this team's going to get very expensive. So I'm going to trade Devin Vassell to Kentucky for Baylor Shireman under his rookie contract and a 2026 first. So Mitchell Robinson is going to be gone. Aldama's going to be gone. Kobe Brown is gone. We're going to bring back Lonzo, 3 years, $94 million. And then we're going to match the Franz deal from the 76ers, 4 years, $148. And I assume Mobley's going to get a deal any day now. I thought about throwing like Zion at the 1, but I don't think 2K is going to appreciate that. Mobley back, 5 years, $142. It's going to be it for me. Once again, rinse and repeat. Regular season does not matter to me anymore because I can't go to the NBA Finals. With this team, man, this is a insane team, but it doesn't matter. At least not to 2K. And I also re-signed Jalen Williams before the season starts. Kevin Durant is retiring at the end of the year. This team is really good, but like I said, doesn't matter. You could see the life that 2K just drained from me in this video. And this has been with 55 simulator difficulty. Another year, another 60-win season, another 1 seed in the West. Luka gets MVP for the Pacers. Cooper Flagg Rookie of the Year. Mobley wins 6th Man of the Year. Okay, you decided to bring him off the bench. I guess Wemby has surpassed him overall-wise. McMillan won 68 games. Jason Tatum got a 4-year extension from the Brooklyn Nets. LaMelo went to the Charlotte Hornets. Look at that. Bronny, All-NBA second team. Cade. Walker Kessler. Okay, maybe the next Jokic. We do get, or no, we don't get anybody on the All-NBA teams. We do get Mobley on all defensive second team. And we're taking on Bronny and the Pelicans in round number 1. Chris Middleton, who has owned me during his time with the Hornets. So this is the Hornets. It doesn't give me that much PTSD anymore because it's a different logo. Franz was our leading scorer, followed by Zion. Wemby broke out this year. Mobley, Lonzo averaged 8 assists. J-Dub had a 65% true shooting. Does it all matter? No. I can't get past round number 1. I really can't. Ace Bailey was pretty good at times this year, but I'll trust Rob a little bit more. We'll go 10 to Dillingham. 17 to Bane is fine. I want to start J-Dub over a Men. Men's a good player. He's probably going to replace Lonzo in 3 years as the starting point guard. Do I bench Zion? Probably not, right? We'll see how they allocate those minutes. Let's go 30 to J-Dub. Let's go 35 to Franz. 32 to Lonzo. Please beat the Pelicans in round number 1. Bane is fine. And we are going to win in 5, which, I don't know, man. You could see the light. Like, I just have no confidence anymore in winning. That's the regular season. Franz was great in round number 1. He's kind of like our best scorer, and it's not Zion. So Cole Anthony against us. Watch this team beat me. They have a 37-year-old Kevin Love, a 36-year-old Vucevic in the front court. Can Mobley and Wemby dominate them? Thank you. We win in 6. So taking on Portland here. I can't believe we blew a 3-1 lead against them last year. We are so much better than this freaking team, man. Oh my God. Game 1 goes to the Lakers. 2 to the Lakers. 3 to the Blazers. 4 to the Lakers. This is where we were last year. And finally, 16 years into this, 16, we end up winning the conference finals for the first time in this video. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So we're taking on the Wizards, who have kind of been dominating the league as of late. We're going to stick with the 10-man rotation. Lonzo's been pretty good. Like, I'm going to, I think, continue to play these guys a lot. I honestly don't want to mess anything up. Like, we're here. Let's keep it as it is. We're going up against a team that's starting TJ Leaf and Ty Washington. Now, they have a good bench of Trey Murphy, Dame at 35 years old, who's had some very good success with the Milwaukee Bucks. Rob Williams, just win this series. We lose game 1. Oh, my God. I can't, man. I can't. Game 2. We win. Game 3, we win. Game 4, we win. Just do it. Fuck. Thank God, man. Thank God. Thank God. 16 years. 16 years. I don't know what timestamp this video is at, but we finally got it done. The Lakers just won the 2026 NBA Finals, which is the current season today. And Zion Williamson wins Finals MVP. I could rest. I could finally rest. Russ, Curry, Harden, Ibaka. I mean, could it be a Mickey Mouse ring? Am I a Mickey Mouse rebuilder just because I couldn't win in the era with Harden, Westbrook, and Durant all on the same team, with Anthony Davis, Juan Carlos Navarro, and Chris Paul on the same team? Maybe I am. How many head coaches have we had in this video? I probably forget some. We had Phil Jackson, Vinny Del Negro, Doc Rivers. Obviously, Nate McMillan got it done. I forget if there was another one in there. There may have been, but we did it. We finally got it. I'm getting the 5th overall pick in the draft. Who did I trade? Devin Vassell for that pick. Let's go. In the 26th draft, which I do have a realistic class on. And we ended up drafting Caleb Wilson, Patrick from Duke, and Jalen Harrelson in this draft. We're going to throw Harrelson. I can't do it two-way. We're going to pick up all these team options. I'm just happy, man. I'm just happy. So Zion Williamson gets Finals MVP. Wemby's about to get a max extension next offseason. Franz is getting max money. Like, we may have to cut some corners soon. I may trade Lonzo because I know I had my salary cap rule and I'm way over it right now. So, hey, last time I traded a point guard to the Spurs, it worked out. I'm going to get the 28 and 29 first from the Spurs. Could I get 3 first rounders for Lonzo Ball? Bang. You take Brunson for me. You can take Lonzo for me. Jaylen Brown. Good player, but never like a great player in this save. I'm going to trade Desmond Bane to a bad Bucks team for their top 3 protected first next year as well. So do we have any free agents? I don't think so. No, I traded those guys away. We have huge trade exceptions, but I needed to clear up money, and I did. So we just cleared up about $50 million. I may be over my $50 million cap rule. Let me live, okay? I've been through enough in this video. 97 Wemby, 94 Zion, 87 Amen, 87 Rob Dillingham, 83 Ace Bailey. I had to cut Harrelson because we were over a roster spot. Kevin Durant gonna retire again this year. Yeah, let's start Amen at the 1. Franz at the 3. Let's start. Can I just start Zion at the 1? And then we'll get Mobley in this lineup as well. And then we could have J-Dub. So Zion, J-Dub, Franz, Mobley, Wemby. Why not? So Cade Cunningham ends up winning MVP. We could have drafted him. We passed up on him for Franz Wagner. Evan Mobley, 6th man of the year. Okay, so they've reverted back. Rob Dillingham, a bucket, 89 overall. Wemby, All-NBA first team, 21, 10, and 4 assists. Surprised he didn't win Depoy. Jokic, All-NBA second team with Kai Jones being an All-NBA second team player is pretty cool. And we are the 1 seed taking on the 8 seeded Spurs, who've kind of been underperforming in this video for sure. So Lonzo had a great year for them. So that pick's not going to be great. He's going up against his former team that he just won a title with. Mobley's dealing with a toe injury right now. And let's see if we're able to beat the Spurs in round number 1. We sweep them. Round number 2 against the Blazers. Let's just see what we got here. Wemby's hurt, but we are up 3 games to 2 against them. Don't lose game 7 to this team. All right, here we go. Game number 7 of the 2027 Western Conference semifinals. We just won an NBA title. Don't lose to this inferior roster. My God, man. Carter Bryant got in the game and had 21 points. I'm tired of Moses Moody and Isaiah Roby owning us, so we're back to where we were just like a year ago. I mean, Wemby got hurt, Rob Dillingham got hurt still. Oh, Moses Moody is your conference finals MVP. I don't get it. And they actually won the... What? I know it's a different universe, but Moses Moody is just walking through the NBA. Well, they got their first ring of the video. All right, I thought we were going to maybe go back to back. So a lot of retirements. Brooke Lopez, Derrick Rose, Hassan Whiteside, John Wall. Not sure if anybody's going to be a Hall of Famer here. I saw Damian Lillard retired, so I feel like he'll be in the Hall of Fame. Let's see. Yep, and Derrick Rose, obviously a 13-time All-Star, couple-time NBA champion, right? Or at least just one, and he does have a Finals MVP. Dame gets his jersey retired by the Bucks and Rose by the Bulls. I mean, Nate McMillan, if you don't get your stuff together, like, I will fire you next year. So Steve Nicholson looks like the guy with the #1 overall pick. We have later picks 19, 31, and 64. I'm going to try to run this team back as much as I can. So 2K directed Frederick Wells for me out of Tennessee, Rudy Gill out of Indiana State. Welcome back, Larry Bird and Willard Nixon. And then the #1 pick ends up going to the Cleveland Cavaliers. So team player options, everybody's coming back. Wemby and Amen Thompson about to get paid from me. Wemby's got 24 offers out there. 4 years, 181. We're going to quickly match that. And I would like to bring back Amen Thompson as well. Yeah, I'm definitely going against my, okay, I can't even afford him. How much do I have to clear up to get him? I actually have to trade somebody to bring back Amen Thompson. And I'm going to trade Caleb Wilson and Baylor Shireman to the Rockets for Come On My Watch and their 2028 first. I freed up a decent amount of money, so I'm hoping I can bring back Amen here. Damn, I freed up 10 million. I still can't sign him. Damn. How much do I have to free up to? Okay, damn. Okay. Interesting. We are that far over the hard cap. So we'll see what happens with him. As we're on day 12 of free agency, he's definitely brought back down his asking price. But I don't even know how much I would have to clear up to sign him. Damn. Okay. I'd have to clear up like $20 million to sign him. I don't think I'm going to do that. So would he take the qualifying offer or am I screwed? Okay, I'm chilling. So this could be the last year of Zion on the Lakers. He's got 1 year left on the deal. We have a lot of guys here, a lot of mouths to feed. This is about to be the 2028 season. So I believe we have 3 years left of this. I would like to get a couple more titles. So I'm going to release some of my second rounders. So Luka just won MVP for the Pacers. Steve Nicholson, the #1 pick for the Cavs. A front court guy from Cincinnati going #1. Welcome back, Kenyon Martin. Ben Simmons, 6th man of the year. Kai Jones, superstar in this league. Ace Bailey, most improved for the LA Lakers. How about that? Jalen Green, clutch player of the year. He's been in Seattle for actually his whole career. And Nate McMillan, coach of the year yet again. Jokic went to Boston. Oh, man, Knicks fans would not be happy about that one. Cade and Cooper, all NBA first team. Alperen Şengün in Sacramento on second team. And we do get Wemby on all NBA third team. We do capture the 1 seed in the Western Conference with a 16.9 point differential. The Warriors with Cade and Flag were not playoff teams. That is kind of crazy. Yeah, our leading scorer ended up being Wemby, followed by Dillingham, Zion, Franz, Mobley, Amen Thompson, Bailey, J-Dub. So, like I said, a lot of mouths to feed here. I think this could be Zion's last run with the squad. I don't really need Kaman coming off the bench. So I'm going to get Carter Bryant in there to get like 10 minutes a night. I would like to start J-Dub over... I mean, Rob Dillingham is a bucket, and Amen can complement him defensively. But I think I'd rather just start J-Dub, and then we'll have Rob Dillingham get like 20 minutes, and we can go a little bit more to J-Dub, and we'll go 35 to Zion. All right, so we're taking on Dallas here, who have AJ Debanta, Jalen Suggs, Grady Dick, Jonathan Isaac, and Jess Meeks, with Ben Simmons past 30 years old now, and we are going to hopefully beat them in round 1. And Ace Bailey breaks his ankle, so he's out for the playoffs. Tough blow for the year 2 guy, but you know what? It could be a little bit worse, like a little bit more of an important player. No offense to Ace, but as long as it's not like any of the starters at this point. So let's go a little bit more to J-Dub and a little bit more to Amen. We are taking on the Spurs here in round number 2. So Lonzo Ball against his former team. Shout out to DJ Carden from Marquette. May have also gone to Arizona or Ohio State. Please go to the conference finals. All right, we sweep them, but we're taking on our arch nemesis, the Sacramento Kings here. They got to look a little bit different, right? Shout out to Franz and Wemby dropping about 50 a night. You have Orlando with Reese Shea, Cameron Boozer, and Gafford. And then you got Tatum and Mitchell over there. And Kyrie. Wow. So Sacramento's got Keontae George. Okay. Gordon Hayward. Funny enough. Davis Bertans, Şengün, Nate Ament. They no longer have Jimmy. They do have Cousins, but he's regressed a ton. Yeah, they no longer have Jimmy, who was probably the guy I was scared of the most. And yeah, going from Jimmy to Gordon Hayward, big drop off. We're taking on the Nets in the NBA Finals. Hopefully we can go back to back. Yeah, we lost Ace Bailey. Game 1 goes to the Lakers, 2 to the Lakers. Bang, don't blow a 3-0 lead. We swept them. Wait, okay, man. How many round 1 and round 2 exits that I have that were so disappointing? First of all, shout out to J-Dub getting conference finals MVP. I went 16-0. We just went 16-0 for a team that, like, I didn't mess with any of this. This has pretty much been the sliders all video. Wow. I'll take it. We just went 16-0 in the playoffs. The game makes no sense. All right, well, I got my second ring. Kevin Durant retires. Same with Kevin Love, Paul George, Blake Griffin, Brandon Knight, Kemba Walker. Like, yeah, we haven't really retired anybody's jersey. I think outside of Kobe. Damn, Herb Jones did not. Why is he retiring so soon? Probably need, Well, there goes Nate McMillan retiring for the Pistons, but he's my head coach. So we'll see what happens there. But Blake, KD, and Love go to the Hall of Fame. George gets his jersey retired by the Pacers. And we get the 3rd overall pick from the Rockets. Thank you very much for a trade we made last offseason. And yeah, either McMillan retired or he's just a free agent. But I guess he retired. Like, why is it Dwight Howard and Shaq as the player coaches here? Like, okay, give me Steve Nash, who actually ended up being a head coach that I trust his IQ a little bit more than the other two. So the problem is I have like no players to trade, so we are going to keep the 3rd pick, and we ended up selecting Trent Ramsey, a 5'11 point guard. You gotta love auto-generated draft classes. So we got Ramsey, Richard Parks, who's better, and just a year older, Calvin Blair, and Kennedy I'm going to give on a 2-way. I feel like I've had somebody with that last name before. Like I said, I think Zion, I'm going to let walk. End of an era. Finals MVP here, but we just can't afford him right now with all these mouths to feed. I would like to bring back Dillingham, and Amen is unrestricted. So I'm going to choose Amen over Zion. 5 years, 149. We renounced the rights on Zion. Rob Dillingham just got 3 years, 110. I feel like that's also a contract I can't match. So yeah, he's going to go... I don't know. I think it was it the Timberwolves? I think that just signed him, which is a really good pickup. I'm hoping for the best for Rob Dillingham. No, it was Memphis, excuse me. Like, I can't even sign AJ Mitchell to $7 million a year. That's how over the cap we are. But we still have Wemby. We still have Mobley. We got Franz, Bailey, Amen, J-Dub, come on, Matty Watch, Asa Newell, Carter Bryant. A lot of new names here for sure. Juan Carlos Navarro is retiring at the end of the year. So yeah, this team's going to look a little different. I'm going to make Mobley a power forward again, just so like 2K will play him if there's an injury at the 4. So Cooper Flagg just won the 2029 MVP award. Luther Moreland, the #1 pick. Maybe the next Chicago legend following in the footsteps of Derrick Rose ends up getting Rookie of the Year. Why is Walker Kessler coming off the bench? I don't know, but this guy's an absolute stud. Kai Jones, unreal player, which is really cool to see. Dash Daniels, most improved. Cade Cunningham, clutch player of the year. Steve Nash, coach of the year, 68-14. I mean, the Warriors, if they don't make the playoffs with Cooper Flagg and Cade Cunningham, I don't know what to tell you. Amen Thompson of all Lakers actually was an all-NBA second-team guy. Over Wemby, over Mobley, over Franz, okay. And we didn't get anybody on the all-defensive teams. Damn, okay. But we ended up as the 1 seed yet again. We swept the playoffs last year. Now, we don't have Zion, but we still had a 16.1 point differential. We are not healthy because Wemby, unfortunately, broke his right ankle. So we're going to have to see guys step up that maybe we haven't seen before. Young Hansen might get in the mix. We'll see. Asa Newell may get into the mix. We'll also see about that. So for the playoffs, like, what is the CP you want to do? Amen, Bailey, Franz, Mobley, come on. I don't mind the double big lineup. I think I still want to start J-Dub over Ace, but Ace can still play a ton. It's a good 9-man rotation with me. We're taking on Seattle in round #1 with Maxine Green, a lot of offense, and Cam Whitmore, Laravia, Misi, Nicolas Avdilas, who's going to Virginia Tech, Tamani Kamara. Not as good of an overall Tamani Kamara. We should beat them. They beat us in game 1, of course, but we end up winning in 5 with our leading scorer being Amen Thompson. Well, now I'm glad I extended Amen. But now we're going to take on Bennett Sturts, Cason Wallace, Jalen Johnson, Keegan Murray, Isaiah Stewart, Josh Giddey, and the Timberwolves. Does Zanin Musa kind of look like Dante DiVincenzo? For a second, he did. Can we beat them? We sweep them. Fully healthy going up against Portland, a team I want to sweep so badly because they've owned us. And then you got Indiana and Philadelphia over on the other side. Isaiah Roby, and do they not have Moses Moody anymore? Or is he hurt? He's hurt. Wow. Like modern day Kobe Bryant, Moses Moody. The Pacers have a lot of defense around Luka, and the Sixers are led by, oh boy, that would sell a lot of, or that would do great ratings. I can't get past this team. Isaiah Roby's like a superstar. No freaking way. All right, we're up 2-1, 3-1. Okay, we're going to finally beat them. Are we going to take on Zion? No, they blow a 3-2 lead, similar to like the Sixers, Celtics, 2023 playoffs. And we're going up against Luka and the Pacers. Very similar colors. Nah, not really. Both have yellow. But yeah, they have a good defensive team around Luka. They have Con Knipple, AJ Griffin off the bench. I believe we're still at full strength, so let's see what we got. Unless Wemby is somehow back, would be sick now. Game 1 goes to the Lakers, 2 to the Pacers, 3 to the Lakers, 4 to the Lakers. Don't blow a 3-1 lead, and we win game number 5. Evan Mobley gets Finals MVP. I think J-Dub got it last year. So we've had Zion, J-Dub, and Mobley get Finals MVPs. There goes Gordon Hayward. I wonder if we're going to retire his jersey number. I don't think so. I wonder if he's going to go to the Hall of Fame. Damn, so we saw Kawhi get drafted. Same with Clay. And now we're watching them retire. Same with Oladipo, CJ McCollum. That's why I kind of love these rebuilds, man. They're so much fun. There goes Mike D'Antoni. He ends up retiring. And then the Hall of Fame gets Kawhi and DeMarcus Cousins. Jersey retirements. We do retire Gordon Hayward's number. I don't know if I would agree with that. Cousins by the Kings, Dennis Schroeder by the Knicks. Really good career there. Kawhi by the Cavs, and McCollum by the Pacers. So we do have a couple draft picks here for the final season. I think I'm going to try to trade those. Like, it is the final year, so I wonder if I could try to add a name or two. I couldn't really find anything. So I got Jeb Verney here from Australia. We got Norman Stewart from England, just not taking any collegiate players. Gordon James from Evansville, and Reggie Wilcox from Morgan State. Okay, so nobody from like a well-named school. It's just overseas or very small schools. We're gonna give, oh my god, a lot of players the qualifying offer. If Ace Bailey gets like a max deal, I don't even know if I can bring him back because I got to sign Franz Wagner to this 5-year extension. And I'm just going to pray we can get a lot of these guys back on the QOs. I'll try to match any deal I can get, but this is the last dance. This is the 30 season, and we should get everybody back on the QO. Maluach, Newell, Carter Bryant. Oh, God. I got no Ace Bailey notification. No. All right. No Ace Bailey for the final season, but we still have a very good team. Maybe Frederick Wells can step up this year, former 19th overall pick. Ramsey's up to his, I don't know, maybe he'll play. He was a former 3rd overall pick. And Cooper Flagg wins the 2030 MVP award. Cedric Price, the number 2 overall pick out of Kansas State, beast center to the Nuggets, rookie of the year. Walker Kessler, 6-man. Kai Jones got the depoys. He was like the new Wemby, and Dash Daniels is like a stud. Ace Bailey, All-NBA first team in Cleveland. Rob Dillingham, All-NBA second team in Memphis. A bunch of former Lakers. And then Luka, we get Amen Thompson on All-NBA third team. And there's Zion Williamson, former Laker. So that it pains to see a little bit. I saw Caleb Wilson on like an all-defensive second team too. We finished as the 3 seed this year. Evan Mobley, unfortunately, does have left knee tendonitis, so he's going to miss the start of the playoffs. And we're going to see if some of these guys can step up. The Spurs are really good with no Giannis anymore, unless Giannis is hurt. No, Giannis is hurt. Oh, wow. Sacramento's good. Where have you heard that one before? And let's see how this goes. We're taking on the Dallas Mavericks, led by Jalen Suggs, AJ DeBanza, and Ben Simmons in round 1. We could definitely lose this, but we are going to go up 2-1, and we lose 2 in a row. We win game 5, and we win game 6. We're going to advance to take on the Sacramento Kings. Hopefully, we could beat them one last time, or at least try to. We have Wemby dropping 22, Thompson 20, Franz dropping 20 as well. Mobley's still out 1 to 2 weeks, so hopefully he is back this series as we've won game 1 by 3. Frederick Wells kind of playing well. No pun intended there. We win game 2. We win game 3. No Mobley, no problem. Bang, we're in the conference finals for the final season, taking on the San Antonio Spurs. And we should be getting Evan Mobley back as well. He actually played 5 games in that series, which was actually the whole series. So you got Cleveland and Philadelphia here. We're either going up against Ace Bailey or Zion in the finals if we were to win. And we're going up against the Spurs, who do not have Lonzo Ball anymore. Or Jalen Brunson. They win game 1. Damn, I was hoping like somebody would have beat them before Giannis came back. We're going to get swept. Gentlemen, swept. Can we force game 7? Damn. All right, we lose in 6. We can't make it to the finals. Is Zion going to get his second finals MVP with 2 teams? Wow, he does. Okay, he averages 31, 6, and 5 for the 76ers. So that is going to wrap out my historic 20-year rebuild. This was a long one. It was a painful one in those like early 2020s when I couldn't win it. Like this stretch, man. Oh my God. I know like I didn't contend right away. We traded away Pau Gasol pretty early on, but damn, this was a very, very tough rebuild for sure. But it was a very fun one to say the least. We ended with names that I mean, like we drafted Wemby, the first pick, Amen, Franz, Mobley. We've had so many fun names come and go. So we added a couple record books to the Lakers, shelf. Like Lonzo Ball was here, Gordon Hayward, Franz Wagner, Devin Booker, Jalen Brunson, Desmond Bane, DeAndre Ayton. So many names were here at one point. Not like, obviously the Lakers have so many records, like Kobe steals in 2016, Lonzo steals in 2025. It's just like, yeah, they have like a historic, obviously, franchise. So you're not going to be able to break that many individual records. Devin Vassell and 3-point percentage, shot 48, 43. I forgot we had Seth Curry as well. Baylor Sharman, Jared Sullinger, Anthony Bennett, those names as well. PJ Harrison, he was a big part of some teams. Grayson Allen, Brandon Knight, obviously. We went through a bunch of different centers. Jonas Valanciunas, Andrew Bogut at times. Remember Derek Character from like the early on years as well. And I hope you guys enjoyed. If you're still watching now, I really appreciate you a lot. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Probably seeing me suffer a little bit with not winning the finals as much as I thought. But we still ended up getting 3 rings in a 20-year rebuild. You know what? That is a very successful 20-year period in my opinion. If you did enjoy, really appreciate you dropping a thumbs up. A lot of work goes into making these videos, so I do appreciate that a ton. And let me know in the comments if you want to see another one of these as well, and we could definitely do that while we're in the NBA offseason. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.